Sugats.
I'm ready.
What day is it?
Draft day.
I said, what day is it?
Draft day.
I said, what day is it?
Draft day.
I said, what day is it?
Draft day.
Who we talking about?
Njoku.
Njoku. Njoku. Njoku. Njoku. Trubisky. 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 Mel Kiper.
Mel Kiper.
Mel Kiper. John Gruden. Mel Kiper. John Gruden. Mel Kiper. John Gruden. Mel Kiper. John Gruden.
Thank you, Stugotz and Dan Lebitard show crew.
That was great.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That was
we
amazing.
are here for the climax of the NFL offseason. The 2025 NFL draft is here. The Tennessee Titans are on the clock. I mean, Roger Goodell's not come out
They've been
yet.
on the clock for the
They've been
last
on the clock
8
since the
months,
offseason.
4 months.
So, we got a loaded weekend for you guys. Day 2 is definitely packed. We'll be joined by a couple people tomorrow. Day 3, I'm going to need about 15 cups of coffee because I will be live for 6 hours with many different guests from many different teams. But tonight we have myself, we have Luca and Vinny, who will be representing the Gang Green Chronicles, but also the New York Jets. We have Sean down here who's representing Pinstripes and Pile Drivers, also with Vinny as well, but he is representing the Pittsburgh Steelers with his terrible towel and shirt in hand.
I'm convinced that they put that Justin Fields highlight to upset me in their intro.
You know, I didn't even think of that, but maybe we trigger Sean's feelings tonight.
I think they did that on purpose.
In a little bit, we got Mr. Bad Takes Brian coming on, and we'll be doing whiteboard NFL draft predictions, NFL mock predictions. I know I told definitely Vinny about it. He was asking me, we're talking today over text about what the Giants are going to look to do. Obviously, it was, Luca's getting his stuff up. But what's up to Armand? What's up to Brad? What's up to Jacob? Anyone else? Come in, hit the like button, subscribe, do all the good stuff, turn on post notifications so you know when live stream pops or drops. You guys are going to be a big part of this weekend because the draft is a pretty long process.
I like Brad's comment.
Yeah, Brad,
I agree, Brad. I agree. He gets to sit there and talk. Such a tough life.
But anyway, you guys are going to be a big part of this weekend because why is Roger Goodell on a bicycle?
Oh, God.
Okay,
Can we all universally boo him when he comes to the stage?
Oh shit. You know what? Sean just reminded me of something. Anyway, let's see.
Tell me you have a button that's a boo button.
A what button?
A boo button, like a button.
I did have a boo
button where they just
video. It's like boo this man, but that's not what I was thinking of. But anyway,
Brad is coming in. Alex,
I was hoping you'd have one. Brad's coming in hot.
Yeah, Brad likes busting chops. No, it is the
Alex. Can I break non-draft pick news?
Sure.
Well, it looks like per Dan Rossini, the Broncos are looking to get in the top 10.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, Alex, to answer your question, the reason they're doing the bicycle thing, that's a Packers training camp tradition.
Okay, all right.
How you doing?
Mr. Brian is here with what looks like Bucks gear. So again, 4 teams representing tonight.
Well, not Bucks gear, but for another team playing another league right now.
Oh, the Florida Panthers. Yeah, the Florida Panthers.
The fact that we're all Ranger fans doesn't have anything to do with that, does it?
What was I going to say though? I'm going to move to Luca for first thoughts, and then I'll go to Sean, and then I'll go to Brian, and then I'll go to Vinny, and then we'll break out.
Roger Goodell is talking.
Yeah, he's probably saying, they're on the clock. They've been on the clock for how many months? And then we're going to get to our whiteboard draft predictions. Or Luca just leaves.
Okay, so much for that.
Sean, go ahead with your first thoughts, man.
Well, thank you, Alex, for having me on. I really do appreciate it, bringing a little diversity to this stream. I'm just happy to be here, and I'm going to be comfortable watching you guys go through all this stress because my team ain't going to be picking until at least 11 o'clock tonight. So enjoy the stress. I'm going to be enjoying the stress from here. That's all I'm going to say.
Now, I'm not going to play it every single time because it will get absolutely repetitive unless you're listening to the TV. But when the Steelers, the Jets, the Giants, with the Tampa Bay Bucks pick, you'll hear this.
I'm okay with that.
Our little sound effects. Sir Bad Takes Brian, what's up, man?
What's up, everybody? I know it's been a while. What's up, everybody? Let's start with that. It's my favorite time of the year. It's giraffe season, and I am prepared for the ultimate madness that's going to happen tonight. You guys have no idea how absolutely the outcomes are limitless right now with what's going to happen after the first 4 picks. It's gonna be madness, and we're all gonna be here for all of it. We saw what happened last year with Penix getting drafted. We were all here for that moment. That was something. Expecting some of these surprises that are gonna happen. I'm looking forward to it.
Alex, that's not just me, is it?
I see it and I hear it.
I think he's cutting out a little bit. Do
I
you
think
want to
he
give somebody
completely
else?
froze.
Is it
Am I on a bad
computer
Wi-Fi
froze?
connection?
Yeah.
Something's up. Something's up because you freeze here and there, and your voice freezes here and there. So
I don't know why that's going on. That's really weird. But either way, as long as the Bucks go defense, that's all that matters to me. Get either Jahad Campbell or get an edge rusher because we need both.
Alrighty then. There's also former Giants kicker Mason Crosby. Luca, your first thoughts? Obviously, you guys.
No, he should go last. He left the line.
Yeah, maybe we should. But anyway, your regime obviously is a new regime at that.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the.
Big opening night for Aaron Glenn, Darren Muji, and the New York Jets' new regime, as Alex highlighted. I told Alex this before. I am not joking when I say this. If the Jets pick a defensive player at 7, I am logging off the stream. They need offense. When we did our draft show, me and Vinny, I'll list my top 5 or top 4 in terms of draft picks that I want. I want Tyler Warren number 1, number 2, Armand Membu number 3, Ted McMillan number 4, Matthew Golden at Matthew Bond or Matthew Golden. I'm not sure which one out of Texas. Golden. That's who I'm thinking of out of Texas. So to me, it's prioritizing playmakers or offense in general. I'll be happy with. If they go defense, I'm logging off the stream because we have a lot of offensive holes.
Yeah, everybody, please go ahead and root for the Jets to take a defensive player. Before I get to Vinny, Brian, you are frozen. So if you want to log out, maybe come back in because it's been on the same picture.
His camera's been frozen for a good 2-3 minutes now.
So if you could hear us from many planets away, okay, he's gonna.
There he goes.
Vinny, your first thoughts?
I'm excited because of what Luca said. It the
That's
first
scary.
time this regime going in. It's not scary, Sean. Shut up. Listen,
if I were a Jets fan, I would go into draft day every year. Like, here we go again.
This is going to be a different draft, and I'll tell you why. No leaks have come out of that Jets facility whatsoever.
Absolutely right.
I respect that.
I am excited.
That's more than we can say
because there's no leaks coming out of that. There's a different regime. I want to see what happens with the Panthers. I want to see if they move up. Maybe people have been saying they want to move up. It's going to be an exciting draft. We all pretty much know, I think, how 1 through 3 or 4 is going to go. Yeah. But as somebody, well, I think it was you, Alex, that said it's going to be exciting. Or no, Brian said it. It's going to be exciting down the rest of the way to see what happens and the deals. But again, we don't know what the Jets are doing. Nobody knows. If anybody tells me they know what the Jets are doing, they're lying. They're lying. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
So I guess while we wait for
comment
Brian,
section.
while we wait for Brian, I guess we could slowly start going through our predictions because the Tennessee Titans are on the clock. I would assume that for the ones that are making predictions, and then Sean's just there, Cam Ward will be the first picked by the Tennessee Titans. Yes.
I don't see
yes,
how
that was.
I have
anywhere else.
Ward first.
I don't see that happening.
Ward first. I don't
see it happening.
I don't see any problems with that.
I made some adjustments to my mock today, by the way. Okay.
By the way,
so obviously there's been recent reports that Cleveland is looking to trade out, but I don't have them trading out just yet. I do have them taking Travis Hunter. What about you guys?
At 2, Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I think they stay.
Vinny?
Yeah, I have Hunter too.
All right. Sean, if you have any thoughts at all, feel free
Yeah,
to put
I
in.
haven't done. If in case you guys haven't noticed, I did not do a lot of research going into this, so
That's fine.
I do
fine.
my best. But I just hope the Browns take the worst possible option.
Or the Browns might fuck up the draft as somebody.
Hey, and they are known to do that.
All right, I need to go into.
Can I ask a question for the chat here because I will say that the worst part about night one of the draft is that they give these teams so friggin' long between picks and
They milk
drag
it, yeah.
the whole thing out. Favorite draft memory?
Oh God.
Oh Lord.
Favorite.
I've got more to go back to than you guys. That sucks.
I've got one, but I don't know that Alex is gonna want to hear it.
It's the Daniel Jones one, isn't it?
Yeah, what made that one so fun was me and my dad were watching that together, and our reactions were priceless. He just simply put his head down like this and started laughing, and I was rolling on the floor right over here laughing. And I think I texted you first, and you said I'm done or something like that.
Yeah, I probably did. I wasn't very happy.
That's
that
still
night.
my favorite draft memory. I told that to a few people, particularly Eagles fans, just to get you riled up. So.
Yeah. Before we go to the next pick in the comments, my favorite memory for the draft would actually be a rage moment on this channel, and it's not Sean's. Remember, Sean wasn't a very happy camper on the Pat Fryermuth train.
Yeah,
it ended up working out anyway.
Yeah,
that was a very ill-sensible.
Maybe remember
moment.
U-Tree rage too.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wasn't the only one. So you can't call me crazy too.
Was in 2023 when John and Luca flipped out because the Jets selected Will McDonald.
Yeah, I
forgot about that.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I know a lot of people in our comment section do remember that.
That's what Brad said. Brad just said that in chat before you.
What's up to Jeffrey in chat? Jacob, I think Luca answered your question as far as who he wants. I think he gave.
I'll restate. Tyler Warren or Armand Membourne are my top two.
Yeah.
Anything offense.
Yeah, of course.
I would go Warren if I were the Jets. They needed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. At least on my end, the only time I'm gonna mute the volume here is when the Giants pick. The pick is in. Hopefully it's been in for a few months. But they on the NFL Network stage, the pick is in. At least it looks like there's no movement.
Alex, what's our order in terms of who's making picks?
Or
are you just gonna make picks?
That's when the Giants are picking. So.
How about we let Vinny announce the first pick, Luca the second, you the third, I'll go fourth.
That's fine. And then when Brian
comes
back...
Vinny, you get to announce the first overall pick.
Yes. Okay. As if, it's nothing that we don't expect.
The pick is in just now for me. So
yeah, me too.
Okay, yeah. And I'm not going to, put anything out there before Vinny does.
Chat, remember, don't spoil anything.
Yeah,
please chat.
Please
chat. Don't be doing that.
You want our best reaction. Please do not spoil it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Vinny, I don't know what channel you're watching, but if it makes it easier, we're all watching NFL Network.
Yeah. We're just on different time lengths. For the third overall pick, before they announce this Titans pick, who do you guys have going to the Giants?
I was torn on this one. Very torn.
All right.
I said Abdul Carter.
I originally said Abdul Carter, but I think Carolina wants that third pick, and I think they'll trade up with the Giants. But I'm going to go Abdul Carter. I'm going to go Abdul Carter.
Okay.
But with a caveat that maybe Carolina trades up. That's kind of that's it pretty much.
Okay, so Brian is back.
There he is.
Vinny is going to announce the pick, which should be coming up shortly on his screen.
Okay.
And then we'll.
Do I sound good now? Or am I still freezing?
You're still good.
You're good for now.
Brian. You're good, Brian.
Thank God. I could see I'm freezing a little bit. I don't know why it's doing that. I had to restart my PC.
Yeah, you're back just in time. It works.
All right. Well, I don't know if you guys did the whiteboard stuff. I'm sure everybody here said Cam Ward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just wait for Vinny's call.
Oh, here comes Goodell coming to the podium.
Oh, wow. I'm way ahead.
Can we boo him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're rotating on who announced
we're on
the pick and whatnot.
I'm watching the Nick game, so you guys can announce whenever.
Vinny's
Okay.
up first.
Yep, it's Cam Ward, folks. Cam
All right.
Hey, who
Ward,
would have thought?
first pick.
Wow.
Gee, I wonder.
Cam Ward.
I wonder
wonder
who
who
said
thought that one.
otherwise.
Hey, I'm 1 for 1, Sean. I'm 1 for
Oh,
1.
we're all-
Hey, Vinny, you got a
Roll one
prediction
for
right.
one today.
I know, I did. Look at that.
You're moving up in the
Okay.
world, Vinny.
One out of one.
We're all at 1 out of 1, I think.
There it is.
Um,
Yep, we all are.
So
I think
Brian,
we just had a trade.
oh,
or
Jack,
might-
Jacksonville.
Yeah,
just traded
Jacksonville
up
just
two.
jumped into that.
Oh my
Next
gosh,
spot.
they
Oh,
did.
wow. My
That
They
didn't
traded
take
with
long.
Cleveland. What's the deal? What's the deal? Okay, I'm getting the details now, guys.
Yeah, as long as
This is what I live for, folks. This is what I
Yeah.
live for.
Wow,
I'm
Wow,
going to
this
tell you
is
who it's.
way early. I didn't see this coming.
I know
Yeah,
who this
second
is, though.
pick.
I know what they're doing it for. Right here on the board right now.
well, 2, but yes.
I'm going to tell you right now who this is for.
Well, we could change. Well, we could. That throws a crapshoot in our predictions, unless we're picking.
Yeah, that's going to kill our predictions, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
but
just
I don't
picking
think so.
next.
Well, I mean, I
'cause
still
we-
think.
You
I
think it's
mean,
going to be Hunter?
I think it's going to be Hunter
Yeah.
at 2. I don't want to know who's going to be.
Right.
Who's
Who
gonna
did
be
you
the
saw?
second
Let me see that again, Brian.
It's easy.
Oh, Travis. Okay.
It's
Okay.
easily
That's cool.
Travis.
Okay.
That's the only reason you trade up. They must love Hunter so much they want him. Because originally we're supposed to be projected for either Janty or Mason Graham, but they must love Hunter so much they don't want to let him slip by.
They're going to
Yes,
play
they
him.
do need
They're
receiver.
going to play him at
Switch.
corner. They're going to play him at corner at all or receiver.
Probably corner. They'll give him some chances at receiver.
Well,
See
they
what
lost
who's
Stevens.
trending better.
so, yeah.
All right, the terms of the trade. The Browns
What
are
up,
trading the
Jonathan?
number 2 pick, a 4th rounder, which is number 104, and a 6th rounder, number 200, to the Jaguars. For the 5th pick, a 2nd round pick, number 36, a 4th round pick, number 126, and the Jaguars gave up their 1st round pick next year.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Damn.
That's a lot for the Jaguars.
that's
Means they
a
really,
lot.
really want Hunter. That's a lot.
Wow.
for a new regime too. Gotta put that in too.
Listen, I've been saying about Cohen. Cohen's has an aggressive mindset when it comes to offense. And Gladstone, young guy trying to make a splash as a general manager, this just makes sense. Of course, they did this.
So while the Jacksonville Jaguars are taking their time and whatnot, doing their thing, all of us, I guess, as the pick stands, obviously right now, we all think Travis Hunter.
Yes.
Yes.
For Brian, because obviously he came in a little bit due to the jitters, which is fine. We all have Abdul Carter being a New York Giant at 3. What do you think?
I'm in agreement.
Okay.
Brian, I
disagree?
had a question for Brian though.
Yes.
What do you think of Carolina trading up with the Giants? Because I was telling these guys I was like doing my mock and I was like thinking maybe they want Abdul Carter.
I mean, when you do a trade like that, the Giants would have to find some kind of incentive to be like, okay, we're okay with giving up on Carter, just like we did with Parsons when we did all those years ago. Are we going to let that happen to another
Yep.
great Penn State edge prospect who the two are going to be on very similar career paths?
So, but they go down to 8. Let's say they go down to 8, and then
Mhm.
Carolina gives them 74 and a 2026 second round pick.
They have a lot of picks as it is already this year. I don't know if I would really. I don't think it pays unless that second round turns into a first round.
Okay.
I don't see it.
Okay.
I think if the Giants got a first next year from Carolina, because we know Carolina's probably going to have a decent first round pick next year.
Right.
That's the way I would do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted your
So the
opinion on that.
Jacksonville pick is in.
So
think we
who's
said-
picking? Who's doing the second one?
I think we said Luca, right? Yes.
Okay.
I think we said Luca, you, me, and then
And
Brian.
then Brian. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
Um,
flip to NFL Network for like a quick sec.
Yeah, I'm using
Luca, what's
NFL
the score
Network.
in the- Luca,
Good
what was
roll.
the
I'm
score?
on ESPN though, so
Okay.
It is just for an update for our Knicks fans. It's 56-49 New York.
Good.
yay.
Good so far.
It would have been funny if I showed up on stream wearing my Pistons gear. That would have been
Oh, we
something.
would have
think
had
I
some
would've-
problems.
Brian.
I'd be
Yeah,
going
we
to
would've-
change right into my Knicks gear.
It's still early. It's still early, guys.
It is.
It is.
Still
It is
early.
early. It's the playoffs.
Very early.
I do have a Grant Hill jersey.
No.
Sitting and waiting, collecting dust.
what do we think New England is doing it for? I say they have
It-
the.
It's
first
easy.
It's
Easy
Campbell.
call.
It's
Hey,
Campbell.
Campbell.
It's Campbell at 4.
The only way they don't do it is if they trade down, but they are not going to get a massive offer that they would want.
I had heard possibly Tyler Warren at 4, but I think
That's a possibility.
Because they want a guy that's going to be like a security blanket for Drake May. So, it could be Warren here, but I think it's still going to be Will Campbell though. I think it's going to be Campbell.
All right, so flashback to last year real quick. Who was their first round pick last year as in Jacksonville?
Oh, Jacksonville's first? Oh,
Brian
my God.
Thomas. It was
There
Brian
you go,
Thomas.
yeah. And that worked out very well for them.
Yeah, Brian
Absolutely.
Thomas, good player.
Okay, why am I
Originally, I felt Jacksonville was going to be the wild card. I agreed with everybody. But what I think is going to happen is because they take Hunter, that's going to affect what Vegas does at 6 heavily. Because I think Vegas under the impression that Janty was going to go at 5.
Yeah. Yes. I'm really interested to see what Cleveland does now.
But if what I'm hearing is correct, Janty's going to fall away from Vegas,
which he kind of shouldn't. But I don't know.
I think he's going to end up in Chicago if I'm correct.
There's a lot of doubt about Genty after
Here we go.
The playoffs. So,
all right.
Is this Eric?
No, it looks like they have somebody else announcing the pick. I mean, Goodell's alongside somebody. I'm trying to figure out who this is.
Is that Eric Armstead?
It could be, if he's still on the team.
I think it is.
All right. I guess it is Eric Armstead. So, with the second overall pick in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft, obviously Goodell's not going to be the one announcing the pick. I just wanted to put out the little format.
Yeah. I'm just going to write it on the board again just to confirm it. It's going to be league shaking, whatever this is.
Yeah, Armstead got thin.
Goodell?
No,
I don't know what he said.
No, Sean said Armstead got thin.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say Goodell got thin. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I think he remained the same. But once again, with the second overall pick in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft, Walter Payton Man of the Year, Eric Armstead, will announce the selection. Duval with a new head coach and new GM in Gladstone and Liam Cohen, who's somebody who I wanted. But regardless, the Jacksonville Jaguars select a player by the name of, because we like to do that.
You stole that from me.
I did steal that.
Because they have to drag it out so much. That's what
board.
you should do.
My board's slowly coming up here.
They select. Okay, I think he was just announcing about the Walter Payton
player
Man
by
of
the
Year
name
thing.
of.
It's like I gotta stall.
That's what I used to
Player
do.
by
It's like,
the name of. Player by the name of.
And Alex, can we play the Jeopardy theme between every pick?
actually, you know what? Hold
It's
on.
not a bad idea. I can't lie to you.
The way they drag this
There you
crap
go,
out.
man. This is just like crazy how they drag it out.
Do
like
they
this.
select Travis
Bite of
Hunter,
chicken.
cornerback, wide receiver out of Colorado?
There you go.
So
Okay.
can we
2
get
for
like
2. Woohoo.
yeah, technically you could get like a half point
I'm
or
happy.
something like that because you didn't get.
I'm happy.
Again, we don't really do trades in our mocks, but again,
Right.
we got
right,
to pick
right.
right in terms of the.
I'm
player.
gonna put mine as half. Okay.
Yeah.
So my
Today,
original mock.
please.
My original
ahead.
mock.
Today, Junior.
That's a great pick for Jacksonville. That's a good
Yes,
pick.
it is.
And
Yes.
it's still on the board.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. That's gonna be the Giants next. The hell?
I do think the Raiders are going to be another wild card now because GNT's on the board. Do they go off their plan that they had? Their
I
plan.
think Genty
Remember, the Raiders are the king of reaching, so don't be surprised if they pick somebody.
The
you wouldn't
rumor was
expect.
that the plan was going to be for Kelvin Banks at 6.
Oh, I
What's up, Hayes? What's up, John?
I had heard Graham might go there.
I heard Banks because it started. That was what I was thinking as of yesterday. But then I saw the tweet today from Pete Carroll, who always gives hints as to who they're picking every
Oh
single
yeah,
year.
Pete Carroll. Ugh.
Yes,
And he put
I
up a
agree.
picture of a picture of Will Smith from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Right.
and that family was called the Banks family.
The Banks
Alex, can
family.
you highlight that most recent chat? I agree 1,000%. I want to see this one day.
Look at that.
Tell me
suit.
that would
Holy
not
cow.
look fantastic.
That's
That's actually a good suit. I'm not
That
gonna
is.
I'm not gonna bash it.
Yes,
that is.
that's why Luca needs
Hey,
one.
look.
All right. Okay, so what do we? I don't know if you guys want to change your picks or whatever, because like number 5 is really where it starts to.
Let's see who I have at 5 first of all.
I had Will Johnson to.
I had
the
actually
Jaguars.
Tyler Warren. I don't know if I want to. I mean, I'll just keep it
Cleveland
as
ain't
is.
taking Warren. I don't think. Do they need a
No.
tight end? I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either, but it was just to the point of I'm going to admit that I'm going to get that one wrong because I didn't
Okay.
know there was a trade up, obviously. And I originally had Jacksonville going offense.
No, of course.
So,
I have right now on the board for the Giants. It's I have my pick down. I'm sure you guys are all in agreement on the pick.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with Carter. Yeah.
yeah, Carter.
Abdul
I mean,
Carter. Okay.
Who do y'all have at 5 though? Or
See,
Well,
that's
if
the
it was-
question.
Yeah, I
besides
mean,
the
if it
Will
was
Johnson,
the Jags, I had Genty, but
Do you know that wouldn't be a far fetched idea if the
Which-
Browns are going to be the one that takes Janty?
yeah,
They-
because Nick Chubb was not the same player he was.
No,
No,
he's
not
not.
since that leg
So
injury.
I think maybe they
That would be the
take
spot
Genty
they do it.
there. Yeah.
So, Alex, I got to ask you real quick because we were joking about this. Are you really going to cancel the stream if the Giants pick Genty?
Yes. You should
I
have
think
left
it's
that as
even
an
better
element.
if
All right,
they
all right,
go,
all right.
Noel will be a Giant.
You should have left that as an element of surprise, but yes, I would be very unhappy.
Yeah, for a team that picked Saquon early and then they let him go and then they picked Genty at 3, that probably would not make a lot of sense.
No, that would be
That would be great.
I would probably walk off the stream if the Giants took Genty too,
He's a
Are there
Jet fan.
still
because
Giants
I'd feel bad for you, Alex.
Oh, here's an interesting thing for you guys to think about. Travis Hunter was talking to Jamie Erdahl on NFL Network,
All right.
and he said to her that he had no conversations with the Jaguars since the combine.
That's interesting.
That isn't.
So he didn't. I'm guessing he must have thought the Jaguars weren't going to do it.
Giants pick is in.
Pick is
Obviously,
in.
they haven't came to the podium yet, but
Oh, they're showing.
No, they
on
say that the
ESPN,
pick is in. You
highlight.
still got to wait 5 more minutes and a commercial break before you can find out.
That's
Is it a
true because
commercial
it is night 1. So,
Well, I don't have a commercial break here.
No, I don't need
Oh,
that.
man.
I was just
Yeah,
joking.
I'm
just
about
making it
that.
hypothetical.
I know.
I'm looking at Hunter highlights at corner.
yeah.
Interestingly enough, did you guys see that when they announced the pick, they announced him as a receiver and a cornerback, which
That
means
is
they're going to
correct.
use him
Yes.
two-way.
That is.
Well,
correct.
he said he wants to do both. He said he does not want to play if they won't let him do both.
Yeah, he wants to play
Okay.
both.
Okay.
But
That's
It's
a
hard to
crazy.
do in the NFL, man. It's hard to do in the NFL.
Let me
By
check
the way,
my mock,
Brian-
my last mock. I got to see what I had down.
By the way, Brian, we were all in agreement before we went on air. We're going to do a stream in a few weeks when they announce the schedule predictions.
Yeah, like
we did that with
No.
Brian last year. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
You're
I
gonna
did a
have two
couple
more.
of them last year.
Yeah, you're going to have me and Vinny with it too.
Okay.
So
What have we got to do? You know,
Yes,
There you
I'm
go.
looking forward
I
to
can't wait to project the Jets to a 1-16 record.
Oh boy. Thanks, Brian. I mean, I guess
9-8, here we come, boys.
I think we win more than. I think we win more than. I want to say we win
No,
more
I always-
than in one game.
I always do that. I always mess with Jets
I
fans that
know.
way. Hey,
I'd
collectively, the city of New York will have 8, so it's fine.
the one positive is that we would get a top quarterback out of that draft class, whether it be Nussmeier
Yes,
or whoever.
yes, that is true.
Steelers gone
And,
to
there's,
the
and it's a
9-8
better
Super
draft
Bowl.
class next year.
All right, the
But Alex,
Giants
here we
are
go.
up
Here we
with the
come.
first
Um,
pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The New York Giants select Abdul Carter, edge rusher.
There
They
you
did,
go.
they did
There's
their
the
job.
guy.
They
They
did
did.
They
their
got it
job.
right for a change.
That's a great pick. That's a can't miss pick. So nobody can be mad at that.
Alex
No.
is semi-happy.
But
Semi.
can't,
He's
can't
not
be mad at
showing
that.
it.
Can't be mad at that.
That's why I said semi. He's like half and half.
Because
Vinny, he's like
I
Solo
need a future
Sikoa when it comes to.
I know exactly.
And as
exactly.
always, it was Abdul for me.
So if Thibodeau, if what's his name, Thibodeau becomes a great pass rusher like he thinks he is, and you got Abdul Carter on the other side, maybe you have
Step
part
away
of a
for
pass
1
rush.
second. I'll let Brian take this pick just in case. Be right back.
What was I gonna say? Well, I mean, what was I gonna say? Well, Burns is already there. Burns is Burns. Carter is a way better prospect than Thibodeau ever was, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, you look at the way he destroyed Notre Dame offensive linemen
with a bad shoulder.
With a bad
Yeah.
shoulder, yeah. He was just wrecking guys. I remember
Penn
watching.
State, you can't go wrong with a Penn State edge.
No,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And this, I'm
Um,
telling you, this cat's going to be just as good, if not better, than Parsons. I strongly believe that.
Yeah, no, he's got high hopes. I bet Miz is blowing up my phone right now.
So Luca, New England could screw us here if
They could.
they wanted to.
I think
If they-
this isn't. I think it's an easy pick, and they cannot mess this up.
Yeah, well, I'm just hoping they don't take.
Let's hope they don't take Tyler Warren.
That's what I was just gonna say, but I don't want. I don't want to put
locked.
that in the ether.
I'm
So,
locked.
Donald.
Hey,
what's up?
Donald.
That's where they're
Yeah,
going.
what up, Donald? Long time no
It's going to be
see.
Campbell.
I think it's
Says,
going to be Campbell as well. I think they
Yeah,
go
I think it's gonna be Campbell, but we'll see.
There were points where I thought, oh, maybe Hunter slips down to him, but I was like, after recently, I've looked through all the meetings. I was like, it's gonna be Campbell. It's got to be.
Yeah, Donald's after Russell Wilson signed with the Giants and Jameis Winston, Donald was a big proponent of Abdul Carter, and he is
Mhm.
now. We were talking earlier today. Sean must have popped out on accident. I guess I think he closed the wrong tab. Is probably what happened.
It's all good.
But to talk about Vinny's point about Thibodeau and everything, me and Donald were actually having a conversation where, like, I would be for trading Kayvon Thibodeau to come back in the first round, get a quarterback, or just in general, because I mean, Thibodeau, in my opinion, he's going to complain if he doesn't get enough playing time, and you want to unlock every ounce of potential that Abdul Carter has. And I really want to see how he's used in this defense. But like, for me, and I said this as the night has gone on, I'm more numb to the Giants and who they pick because I've seen like whether my pick is right or my pick is wrong over the last few years and see how it's gone.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, results. That I'm so tired of losing. But my question to you guys is obviously, the Giants selected Abdul Carter. Where do we think Vegas is going? I think they picked Genty.
Same.
Yeah, if he's going to land in their hands, I don't see why they don't. But I think I'm going to toss up between Janty and Banks. They really like their old lineman.
Yeah, I'm along with actually Brian Genty or Banks. Actually,
It's got to be one of those two. I will say, I think I know where Cleveland's going at 5 officially.
Okay, so we'll keep that under the wraps.
Yeah, I completely forgot about a guy because there's been rumors they don't know where he's going to go. Is he going to go number 3? Or is he going to fall out of the first round? But now I kind of have an idea.
Okay.
So I guess the Browns are looking to trade back again.
Why?
Oh, I know what they're doing. Oh
They're
my
wanting-
gosh, it's genius. I know what they're doing.
They're probably wanting to move back again for a quarterback.
This is why. This is working out. Okay, I know what they're doing. Okay. They're going for Shador. But they know nobody behind them needs Shador except for Pittsburgh. So they're willing to continue trading down.
They need to get in
gain
front
the
of Pittsburgh
capital.
at 21. That's right.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing. That's freaking genius.
And they're stockpiling picks while they're doing it.
Exactly, which they could always use, and they could flip them to go higher in the other rounds.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Andrew Berry, take a bow, bro. That was amazing. That's genius work.
The pick is in for the Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah, this has got to be.
I'm just gonna mute myself and stop my camera for a second because I got to record a quick short about the
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter.
Okay.
No problem. I guess I'll end the pick for New England.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
I got the cat here.
Okay, I'll take care of that. But let me just make sure they're not going to commercial on NFL Network. If they are, I gotta wait. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like they have a side tab. It's not.
I'm
like
at
they're
commercial
direct
on
commercial.
ESPN.
Yeah, I am too. I just went to commercial now.
Yep.
Yeah, this is because I'm watching on NFL Plus.
Okay. I got NFL Network, but let me see.
I'm the only loser watching ESPN. Thanks, guys.
Oh my.
I know a lot of people that watch it on ESPN. I'm always like, there's so much more insight on NFL Network.
I know.
love that coverage.
I know.
But
there
I know
is.
people love ESPN, so I don't hate them for it. I don't shame them. They're both great networks to watch on.
So now let me ask, Brian. You brought up a great point with the whole Shador Cleveland thing. Who's trading up though? You got to have 2 to tango.
I'm gonna give you my bold idea.
Okay.
I'm thinking the Colts.
The
Oh,
Colts.
that's a
Colts
Maybe-
want a tight end.
I swear.
want
I-
Tyler
I-
Warren.
If they
swear to-
freaking take
if-
Warren,
I swear to
I
God.
will.
I hate to put the
I have a
idea out
keyboard
there,
here
but
I
I'm
can
telling you,
throw.
it could be the Colts who want
I
Warren.
swear to God, Brian, please
Oh,
don't
my
do this to
God,
me.
please.
Please.
The fact that he put it in existence now.
The
is like
Steelers did
killing
the
me.
same thing 2 years ago when they
Exactly.
traded up for Broderick Jones. I
Exactly.
was like,
Exactly.
no way, it was the Patriots who
No, it was the
traded
Patriots
with the
that did it
Steelers.
because Belichick was still there, and there was his last "fu" to us.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Brian, why would you? No.
Brian, you put that in the ether, man.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I mean,
telling you.
listen,
Killing
I
me,
had the
dude.
Colts going tight end at, what was it, 14 with Colston Loveland?
Yeah, I
Please
had that too.
Please don't pick Warren. Please.
Just understand, by the way my mock I had yesterday
Oh.
went. My mock I had, let's go after 5, right? After 5, whatever it is, that madness. I had Banks at 6. For the Jets, even if Warren was on the board, I had them taking Membo.
Okay, that's fair.
A lot of people had Membu too, though.
Because I think the most important thing is you need a right tackle, and he's the only level of talent you can get in the
And
second round and get a good, decent offensive tackle. But you want a guy that's natural position and is a standout, going to be a guaranteed 10-year starter. That's him.
Right. And we would have right tackle and left tackle done for like the next 9-10 years.
And that's it. And then from there, you
So,
just got to make sure your interior is
Olu
figured
on
out.
one side and Membu on the other. That would be pretty good. I would take that. But
I also have Graham in Carolina.
I was just talking to the other day a buddy of mine on the train who's a big Panthers fan. He wants Will Johnson.
I know, but I actually see Johnson slipping to 16, which is crazy, but I do think so. I think Barron goes before Johnson. And I have Barron to Miami.
That's the same. I do have Barron to Miami.
I do too.
And I have Johnson to Arizona.
That one I do not have.
But I think, what was it? The Saints was the weird one because I was thinking about giving him Shador if he was available, but I gave them Michael Williams from Georgia.
Okay, so who did we say was picking this one? I think we said Brian, right?
Yeah, because I don't think Sean's back yet, right?
Sean's not back yet.
Okay, so I'll be doing this one. All right, this one seems kind of easy, an easy pick. I'm not concerned in the slightest about being wrong. If New England doesn't pick Campbell, I will personally riot for my buddies reporting for Boston.
That's right.
I will. Our buddies from the Senior Bowl, I'll be protesting for them.
Yep. Paul's going to be on Saturday with me, so.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy. And no joke, I came prepared for the fireworks. Always hear of popcorn.
you got your Terrell Owens popcorn, huh?
You mentioned that's a cowboy thing. Oh no, do you not mention
is.
Cowboys here?
Oh. It's the only
Speaking of
thing I could
Cowboys-
think of with popcorn and football players. So that was the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah, I think with speaking of the Cowboys, I'm kind of locked in. I think you guys are too. Tet McMillan's going to Dallas.
I think I may have that.
I have him
the
going
pick.
to New Orleans.
Yeah, I think I had Tet McMillan too in Dallas. Yeah, Will Campbell.
All right, so we're 4 for 4 at this point. The only weird one was Jacksonville,
Yay.
Yeah, that was like the half.
but
So-
it's a half. We were right about about him getting drafted at that point, but not where he was going.
Right.
Yes.
Alex, Brian put a bad omen in the on the
Yes.
surface, on the face
Very
of the
bad omen.
for the New York Jets, that there's that he thinks there's a possibility that the Browns are gonna trade back to 14 with the Colts, and the Colts will select Tyler Warren. But per James Palmer, the Browns are picking at 5 per Armand.
Sean's back.
Okay,
Sorry, my computer completely crashed when I went to go let my mother in. I came back, I couldn't hear nobody.
I also the problem is when I'm keeping an eye on X for things, sometimes you get spoiled the pick, so I'm keeping myself quiet here.
Yeah. As I said, I've completely avoided X tonight.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
doing
I'm
it just
not
in
even
case
on
for the
X.
trades. That's on me. So I'm not going to pick for Cleveland here. I'm going to keep quiet. But I will give you guys one little thing just to help you with your selections.
Mhm.
Whatever I was saying about Shador, ignore it.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Gotcha.
So, from what NFL Network said, as New England was making their pick, they said Cleveland's pick was already in. So, I don't
Wow.
know the legitimacy of that, but that's from NFL Network. So
I'm going to tell you because I got spoiled on X. They're not trading out of the pick. They are picking, and they did pick.
Okay.
That's what I figured.
So what are we thinking? What are we thinking?
I mean, I can't.
I'm gonna say Genty here.
I think
Which is
Genty.
what I had. which is what I had for the Jaguars anyway. So
They need some type of playmaker. How about
They are
that?
going to select a kicker because they are the Browns.
a kicker at 5. That would be a first.
The Browns are selecting Andres Borregales, kicker from Miami.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
He's literally the
Oh,
top kicker in
goodness.
the draft. He's going to get
There you
drafted.
go.
Max
For sure.
in Yankees country. What is
Yankees
going on?
country.
All you guys. Again, folks, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe,
Yankees.
do all the good stuff, turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or a video drops. Subscribe to the Brian Mansell Show, Pinstripes and Pile Drivers, and Gang Green Chronicles. All well represented on this panel tonight.
Yes.
So my question is, we move to the next pick. I don't think I've asked this yet. Who are the Jets going to take? I have them taking Tyler Warren.
I have been taking Membu.
I was thinking
I have them
Warren.
taking.
I want Warren, but I have them taking Membu too.
Vinny, I
If they
gotta
take
ask
Warren,
you.
Jets fans will be happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Vinny, I gotta ask you. I was debating this with a buddy of mine on the Jets Afterburners podcast. I briefly talked about this on our second episode, and the guy Johnny Boy was saying, Tyler Warren, he's not the generational prospect that Brock Bowers was. He only had 1 year of consistent production. The thing is, though, Vinny, I must add, he broke lots of records. So it's not like, he had one good season. He had one spectacular season.
Right. Well, we also know what happened to a quarterback we selected that had a great season.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to say the name, but you know who it is.
I have this odd feeling we're about to witness a run into the trenches here. I have an odd feeling. Like after Cleveland, there's going to be a run into the trenches. Like tackle, D-tackle, they're going to be going nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm predicting Jets pick defense. Just out of spite to
Imagine-
Luca.
Sean,
They're going to pick Will
Sean.
Johnson. Watch.
stop it, Sean.
If they do that, I'm logging off the stream.
I don't want to be the only Gang Green Chronicles member on here, so I'm going to log off too. Probably.
Okay.
We're going to lose about a
All
quarter
right.
of the
Cleveland's
stream.
in position.
Fuck the Browns.
In unison with Luca. I have to log off.
All right. Since the pick is in, I'm going to add one more clue before they tell it. Okay.
All right.
I did not have this dude on my bingo card.
Okay.
So the Browns are okay. You know what? I'm going to shut my mouth.
I'm going to leave it at that. This
Plus,
guy
who's-
was not on my bingo card for Cleveland.
Plus, who's announcing the pick anyway?
I think,
I think technically it would be me since Brian did the last one.
yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be you.
It
Okay.
was-
So you got to
All
do
right,
it
I'm a
without.
little.
Oh,
I
and-
will say I'm a little behind everybody because I watch.
Yeah,
And you
we'll
get to
Bro,
pick
so.
a divisional rival too. They're very good.
Yeah, just do not shame Cleveland. Try to be a little respectful.
Yeah, be a little
And-
respectful on this.
A
All
little bit.
right. Only because you asked nicely. Only because you asked nicely. Actually, you know what? If we all treat our rivals universally nicely, we get to shit on the Cowboys when they make their pick. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
fine.
All right, that works.
Oh, I want to address
So
one
now
thing.
Cowboy
we
bring
hates
didn't-
them to the stage.
I'll take
Okay,
it
so
over.
I'll wait until after the pick to address something in the comments.
All right. With the fifth pick in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select a player by the name of Mason Graham, defensive tackle out of the Clown.
Thank
Michigan Wolverines.
God.
Thank goodness.
Thank
Like I said,
God. I don't have to hear
wild
his
card.
fucking name with the Jets. I don't have to hear his fucking name with fans.
Mason Graham.
I'm sorry. Go, Brian. I'm sorry.
Mason Graham with Cleveland. I did not have on my card at any point.
Neither
I
did
want
I.
that
Neither.
understood.
It was between Graham and Genty for Jacksonville for me, so I had him pretty.
That's
high.
our first L.
I had him pretty high. But yes, that was an L for me.
And that will now bring us to Vegas.
Do you guys think that he deserves the hype, though? From
I
what
think he
hear?
does.
Okay.
There was talk that apparently this was a last minute smokescreen that blew my mind. Walter Nolan was going to rise into the top 10 and that
And get drafted over him?
Graham was going to lower. So you were going to see Nolan go before Graham, which I spoke with Nolan. There was concerns from teams about him, but it wasn't about his play on the field. It was more about how he handles himself around people. I'm just going to word it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was really stupid. But I mean, I have him all the way down at like 30. I have him going really late to Buffalo because Buffalo needs a mauler, and he's good for that.
You know what's interesting, Brian? I didn't have him selected in the first round at all. Now looking at it, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, I had some weird ones here.
Yeah.
I have Gray Zabel going 18 to Seattle.
They need O-line. That's a
Yeah.
But actually, to follow suit with what Brian was talking about, who are the Panthers picking in your guys' opinion? I have Jalen Walker.
Will Johnson.
I originally had Mason Graham.
I had
now
Jalen Walker. I got Walker.
I'm just gonna say it. I had for Carolina Mason Graham, so I think if they're gonna have to pivot, do they want to be the one that jumps down and reaches for like Kenneth Grant a little bit, or are they gonna stick with corner? And if they stick with corner, it's gonna be one of either Barron or Johnson. I would probably say Will Johnson goes here then
To Carolina.
to Carolina. As much as I didn't want to say it, I'm gonna have to because that shakes things up.
Me and Vinny probably think alike in this one. They need a replacement for Brian Burns.
Yeah.
Edge. Oh, then they would probably go with Jalen Walker.
Yep.
Disgruntled says, "Congrats on screwing up the pick." Oh wait. So I mean, I'm actually curious. With Disgruntled, who do you think that the Giants should have selected?
He's gonna say Shador.
No, he commented earlier. He said they shouldn't have. Oh, maybe he's talking about the Browns because I know he has the comment about the Browns. Miz coming in here, of course. Miz is a big Abdul Carter fan, nonstop.
Abdul.
Okay,
Abdul Carter.
I got it. All right, now I got the comment. Brad commented earlier saying, "Weren't the Giants planning on trading Kayvon?" What I can tell you is that this whole talk about they could trade back into the first round for a quarterback. If they're going to try to do that, Kayvon's got to be part of the package, in my opinion.
He should be. So
Kayvon would go, Abdul will take over his place, and they can get the quarterback they need in the first round. Although in my mock, my full 7, I had them taking Tyler Shutt in the 3rd round.
Who, the Giants?
Because you'll have a chance. Because mine had you with the opportunity to take Jackson Dart, because I think if the Browns take quarterback, they're going to go Jalen Milroe, and that would leave Dart on the board because I had Shador going to Pittsburgh.
Well, Dart's been moving up the board too.
I don't know. I
would think I think the Giants would actually stick to the defensive route and get a guy like Siobhan Revel early in that round.
The Raiders pick is
him or Amos.
Rich Eisen says that the Raiders only took 3 minutes to make that pick.
They're in. Here we go. Yeah. All right, I'm writing it down on the board what I said for the Raiders. Again, I shut down X2, so I can't see in case anybody accuses me of cheating here. But how do they pivot? Do they pivot or do they stick with the plan? I think.
Did everybody see the pick yet?
No,
I haven't seen it.
He's walking up now.
Yeah.
All right, I got mine on the board. I'm letting you guys know I'm going to leave it here. Markers down. After the pick is done, I'll show you what I thought it was going to be, or what I think it's going to be.
Who's announcing the pick? I thought it was Alex, but he's gone.
Let it be. Let's have Luca do it.
I was actually going to do the Jets.
Yeah,
pick.
Luca's doing the Jets. Vinny announced this pick.
I'll do it.
Oh, okay. Pick is
Raiders
in.
Select.
The Raiders select. Oh, are you
Ashton
doing
Janty.
Janty? Yeah.
Running back, Boise State.
Saw that.
So they went with Janty.
We're right again.
Well,
I thought
I had Banks going there, so
I am right.
I had Banks, but I think it was more because I think they thought Janty would be off the board.
Yeah.
So now that he's off the board, I think I know what the Bears are doing.
Actually, no, I don't. I think they're gonna go trenches, but I'm gonna stop for a second. So we get 6 picks. I got 4.5 out of 6.
This is probably the first two. I didn't do the Browns pick because I had to omit myself. But I'm 4 for 5. Wait, no, yeah, 4 for 5. 3.5 from 5. What am I counting? 3.5 out of 5.
Miz, if we get a quarterback, then I'll be as happy as you are.
All right, Jets are up next. I'm gonna write down my pick for the Jets here.
Yeah, I think it's Tyler Warren, but we'll see.
If they pass on Warren, I'm not gonna say it's a mistake because the way I had it was they get Membu now and they get Mason Taylor in the 2nd round.
Yeah, Taylor's pretty good.
Mason Taylor and Elijah Arroyo are very good tight ends.
I like Fannin though.
You'd have to wait for the 3rd round for him unless you want to grab him really early.
Well, I want Watts if I'm the Jets on D2.
Oh yeah, safety help is absolutely necessary.
I want Watts.
I don't want any offensive player in the second.
I actually had Watts sliding a little bit, which was kind of
Because
crazy.
I'm
but
tired. I'm tired of our safeties giving up crap.
I have
Tired of
Watts
it.
going to Buffalo
Our
at
safe-
62.
Tired of it.
Our safeties are ass. Vinny's absolutely right. I like Andre Cisco.
I
but
do
he
like
had a
Cisco, and I've loved Cisco since before they even signed him. But
I'm not
I
in
want
on
Watts.
Cisco, but I think he's got some good stuff. He's got some things to work through, and I hopefully the Jets can get that figured out.
I'm done with Ashton Davis. I'm done with.
Thank
whoever
God.
they throw out there.
Ashton Davis went to the Dolphins, so thank
God. He can hang out with Zach Wilson all he wants.
Mhm.
Well, I got a good question actually here. This will be interesting for the panel. 2 receivers. You got to tell me if they both make which one stays in the first, or if they both don't end up in the first here. Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State, and Luther Burden from Mizzou.
I have Burden going to
Egbuka,
the
I have
second
down
round.
for the Packers.
Journey.
Okay.
And
And
who was
what
the other
about
guy?
Burden? Luther Burden.
Burden, I didn't have him in the first round.
I didn't have
know-
either.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest.
Okay. What about you, Luca?
Egbuka, though, I did.
I have Burden going to the second round. I have going to Buffalo.
Okay. And Sean?
I didn't make a mock draft, so
Oh.
I hate to be that guy.
I have both of them out of the first round, which is
Luca, I
unique.
think it's time for your just about time for your pick.
Yes.
Glenn likes Barron here. I don't want Barron here, by the way.
Yeah, if
That is Barron.
the Jets pick
Glenn-
Janae Barron, me and Vinny will
Glenn,
know.
the report is Glenn likes Barron. So let's just pray. that we-
I'm praying they don't do it.
That would be a
Probably don't
reach.
do what?
Janae Barron.
Oh, okay. Well,
You will log off the stream if he does it. I know you will.
They went to commercial, so we got another 2 minutes to kill.
yeah.
I'm looking at
Um,
Genty highlights here.
Well, you got ESPN on. We're watching
Yeah.
now.
the NFL.
NFL.
Network. Before we get to the next prediction pick, which would be New Orleans, who I'm going to ask Brian. I'm going to ask Luca.
Mhm.
Which out of the players we interviewed gets picked first?
That's a good
Oh,
question.
the players we interviewed?
Yeah,
Oh,
in your mock,
boy.
because I have like 1, 2, maybe even 3 of them.
Let me see who I have on my board that I think who went first on my board. I think of all of us, right? Were we all interviewed?
Yes.
Did you guys interview Zabel at all?
No, I really wanted to.
Going through the list. Did you guys interview Emin Wari?
No.
Let's see. Harmon, Azaraku. Walter Nolan I interviewed. I would have him going the earliest of all of them.
Yeah. So for me, I would have
Probably what? Connerly?
Amos.
Oh,
Amos going to
because
Buffalo.
I thought you interviewed Connerly, didn't you? Or was that
I
Cornelius?
did interview Connerly, but I
I have
Amos-
Connerly in the first round.
Yeah. Yeah,
Alex, did we talk to Shamar Stewart?
No.
Was it Stewart or Shamar Turner?
Yeah, there's 2 Shamars from Texas Tech.
No, I'm talking
Yeah, it's
Shamar.
Shamar Turner.
We did.
I have
don't
Turner
think
going
we
off the
did.
board in the third round.
No,
He actually have him as the Jet in the third round.
no. We want one of the Shamars as 7th overall.
Alex.
So
I'll ask you guys this, just as sake of the fact that half of us are Notre Dame fans. Where do you think
Mhm.
Riley Leonard ends up?
I have Riley going in like the 6th or 7th round. I got to see where I put him though. Where did I put him?
Which is
I'm
a
going off
team
the
that
board.
needs
My
to
Mr.
develop.
Relevant pick, which is the coolest one,
Yeah,
Dan Jackson from Georgia.
nice.
Ah,
That seems very irrelevant pick. Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
him going to Kansas City with the final pick.
I could see that.
Let me go off the board and take a look here. Where did I give Riley Leonard? Was it the 7th round or was it the 6th round?
Sean, you think they're building up the suspense on purpose to get me angry?
I have
Yes.
Riley Leonard to Baltimore.
Oh, don't do that to me.
Okay.
I have Riley Leonard to Baltimore in the 6th round at 212.
I'm praying Riley Leonard is a giant.
Because I think for the Ravens, Leonard's a really good schematic fit. He's got the mobility to still run things that Lamar could do if he ever gets thrown into a game situation.
Yeah.
All right, so
No, I just want to see Riley Leonard as a giant just for the sake of the Duke memes.
yes,
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
You don't
I
want
for- my one trade I had in here was I had New Orleans trading up with Cincinnati in the 2nd round. So Cincinnati would trade into the second round with New Orleans, and Cincinnati would have to take their New Orleans would trade into the second round from the third, and the New Orleans would give up both of their third round picks this year, and then a third round next year.
I hate the stalling. I really do. I hate the stalling.
They're showing Will Johnson. I don't like that.
God help us all.
I'm taking a look at the Jets draft room, Luca. They got the Jets draft.
All right,
room.
here we go.
Are they cheering? Are all the defensive
No,
guys
they're-
high-fiving?
No, they're
All right.
just hanging out, hanging
Better be
around.
defense. All right.
They're all
With
standing up. None of them are
Alex,
sitting.
we need the Jeopardy song.
NFL draft round 1. The New York Jets select
Please,
player by the name of Armand Membu, Missouri.
Let's go. I was
There you
right.
go.
Thank
There you
you.
go.
I
They
was
were
about to start
pretty much
defense
all
chant.
right. So no,
I don't think I would not be mad. I'm not mad at that pick. That you got a bona fide generational tackle talent.
Yeah. So
right
that
there.
our tackles are done probably for the next, hopefully 9 to 10.
You're set. You are golden. You might have to worry about interior now, but now you still
Yeah.
have tackles to
Well,
worry
you know,
about.
we can move. I got ABT in there.
No, folks,
So
I'm
we're-
not
we're
raging.
okay.
I actually like the
I'm
pick.
at 4.5 out of 6 so far. Let's go.
I'm 4.5 out of 7.
I did predict this one correct. I'll give just quick thoughts. He was my 2 guy. I don't mind it. If the Jets are
It
going to
was
be
my 2 guy too.
you need a ground and pound offensive lineman, you need an offensive line. You add the final piece to Membu, I'm very happy about it. So, although I hate passing up Tyler Warren, I'm not totally mad. But
Membu
solid,
can also
happy.
play guard. He can
What's
also he might be able to slide into guard because of
Good.
versatility.
Vinny, your thoughts?
I love the pick. Like I was telling Brian, our tackles are set for the next 9 to 10 years. So I like that. We haven't had that since we had DeBrickashaw and Mangold. I know they played different positions, but we haven't had 2 guys like that in a very long time. So
Now, the question
I'm glad
is Membu was taken. Where does Warren go now?
I'm going to tell you.
Carolina, maybe.
Carter.
No. They're a dark horse for that, but I'm going to tell you the team. Watch Chicago. Watch
I
Chicago.
wouldn't be
see that.
surprised.
Komet has 1 year left on his deal before they can get him an out and get rid of him. And if they really want Warren and don't have to break the bank on Komet, they'll take it now.
And if they don't take him, then I see Indianapolis taking him.
Indianapolis probably.
It'll be Indy's ball. The ball will be into Indianapolis's court unless Miami decides, oh, well, we don't have any tight ends.
What if
The
the
Panthers
Saints
pick
take
is
him?
in.
What if the Saints take him?
That's quick for the Panthers. Okay. What are we thinking? What are the picks here?
I think
Carolina
it's
guys.
Walker. I think it's Walker here.
Walker.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if they go. What's his name? Tyler Warren, because they don't have any tight ends. Their number 1 tight end on the depth chart is Tommy Tremble.
I think it's either going to be Walker or Graham here.
I think it's Walker or Warren.
I think it's going to be Walker or Johnson because Graham is a Brown. So if it
Yeah.
wasn't for that, I would have said Graham.
Yeah.
But
Johnson.
I think I'm gonna. Their
I can see
corners
Warren.
weren't
I mean-
bad last year. They weren't that bad.
They weren't.
No, they weren't. And honestly, I think you bring in Warren. That's one more piece for Bryce
Bryce
Young
Young.
to throw to.
I think
which
I'm
he
gonna
can-
agree with the panel here. I'm gonna go with Jalen Walker.
If I'm gonna step out quickly just to grab a bite. If the pick is in, I will allow somebody else to take my spot and throw the pick.
I'll
in
do
for
it.
me.
Okay.
The pick. It says the pick is in, but
Okay, Luca, he's gone. Kick him. Kick him.
Kick him, kick him, kick him.
Kick him. It's your pick.
Actually, I
Kick
think we
him.
all
Yeah,
said
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
No more
go.
Alex.
yeah, there you go,
No
Luca.
more Alex.
Luca taking over the first seat. Good job.
Yes, I got.
That's
the
what
big
we
team.
like to see.
I got the
Get
big
your spot back.
Almighty says, do the Saints take Shadur or Dart?
If they take a
Oh.
quarterback, that is, if they take one.
There's worry, but in fairness, there is some sustenance to Almighty's question because they're worried about Derek Carr's status because it's
Yeah, they don't know if he can play this year. I think.
Then
they
what'd you
said
draft
injuries,
Rattler for?
injuries.
that's true.
That's true.
Rattler,
Yeah, well, that's true. That is definitely true.
Remember everybody's favorite pick from the Senior Bowl last year, Spencer Rattler, who
Spencer
didn't have a
Rattler.
great year.
No.
I kept trying to convince Alex he was a good fit for the Giants. He wouldn't talk to me for a week.
And he ended up being right. Look at
And
that.
he was very right. Yeah.
which quarterback was that?
Rattler.
Spencer Rattler.
Rattler.
I said it was deceiving. I didn't trust it. Of all the QBs we saw, it was the one we didn't like.
Yeah.
Who ended up being the best? Bo Nix.
which I think that came out of left field. I don't think anybody saw him being.
No, not at all.
everybody was like,
Too
"Oh,
low.
he's too old."
Well, I was rooting for the old Pac-12 guy.
R.I.P. Pac-12.
Yeah, the Pac-2.
The Pac-2.
Well, they finally got like
with the
4
Mountain
more teams,
West.
but it's just the
The
Mountain
Pac-2
West
with the Mountain
2.0.
West. You could take Washington State.
Hey Vinny, at least you can say your Huskies were the last ever Pac-12 champs.
That's true. Very true.
You do have
Very
that.
true. The last real Pac-12 champs.
Yeah. Yeah, Chad, if you don't know, Vinny's a big Washington Huskies fan.
Yes, yes.
That's true. That means Penix. Are you drinking juice out of a carton?
Loving Penix.
Orange. I'm the only one who drinks it in this house, so yeah.
I'm loving the
you're good.
Falcons and Penix. Loving that Penix, man.
It's crazy. Everybody clowned them for that whole thing, but it was
Oh,
a great
I
idea.
love that pick.
That insurance
I love
that insurance pick in hindsight was actually genius.
I love
Yes.
that pick. I love that pick, man.
All right, the
then I
pick
just
is
have
in
to
for
figure out what
Carolina.
They do
Yep,
with
that's what I'm
Cousins.
seeing on my end. But nobody's gone
No,
out.
they're just showing
I
Lambeau
got
Field.
I got a freaking commercial.
Everybody's celebrating. And somebody dropped a boom mic in the shot. Great job, y'all. You literally could see it on NFL Network. There's a boom mic in the shot.
Oh, I see it. Nice.
Way to go.
Nice going, tech team.
There you go.
Oh god.
Sorry, did you guys hear something?
All right.
Oh god.
Jalen Walker, Dan Jeremiah has him as the top available right now. I think that's just adding fuel to the fire that it's going to be Jalen.
Jalen Walker.
Which is crazy because he had a late rise in this one.
Yeah, he did.
He was
Yeah.
supposed to be like a mid to late first, and he got all the way up to the top 10. I had Michael above him. It's a little crazy, but
That's
it
true.
makes sense. Jalen's a hard player.
I mean, just to go back to the Jets real quick, I guess the Jets blew enough smoke because Samini was saying, and then you're not believing everything they say, that the Jets would even pick Warren over Memphis. It was actually the
didn't know.
opposite.
They didn't
Of course,
know.
well, yeah,
Samini
of course.
didn't know.
No, it was smoke.
Samini didn't know.
Hey, the
None of them.
owner's still correct, right? There wasn't
What?
a change in the draft order, right?
No, nothing yet.
I'd have
No,
to double check.
no, I don't think so.
I wasn't sure at first. It looked like it for a second.
No, it's still the same.
All the selections in. Holy shit.
Comes good Dell.
Oh
Shit out of
god.
left field.
Uh-oh. Is this one of those
Oh, this is gonna screw everything up, guys.
Is this one of those
With-
big Bill Belichick type picks?
With the 8th pick,
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This was crazy.
2025
Right.
NFL draft, the Carolina Panthers select wide receiver. Okay, all right.
Tetaroa.
Thank you.
Ted? They took
McMillan.
Ted
Ted
McMillan,
at
Yes.
8?
and we had Jake
Oh
Walker.
my.
Yeah, we weren't even
God.
close.
We
Oh
were
my
locked.
God.
Wow, we were way off.
You know what's crazy too? It makes sense because there's been such a high talk about them needing a wide receiver
Yeah,
because you guys have already seen Legette's not really panning at the moment. Thielen's
No.
not getting younger.
I like
They
Ted.
need to add something.
I like Ted.
They need a fresh young receiver.
But you know who this screws, right? Good old
Dallas?
Dallas.
Dallas.
old Dallas
gets
screwed. we take the little
we'll-
wins.
Win on that
They-
one.
Does Warren drop that far to Dallas?
Very well aware of what happened.
Yeah, we kicked you out and we all cheered. So I hope you're happy.
Well, Dallas
Man,
is shuffling right now, I think.
Oh yeah, Dallas now has to pivot. This is a bad hit for them.
Yeah.
Because
This is really
Well,
bad.
according to Jerry Jones, he's got a couple trades up his sleeve. Let's see if
Well,
he's
this is-
actually right or not.
If you look at the team visits that every prospect took, the Cowboys had visited with McMillan more than once. So it was very clear that they wanted him.
Now let
he
me.
looked-
Let's go ahead, Brian.
So I was gonna say he looks absolutely thrilled to be in Carolina.
I mean, what do you have? Two big body receivers now for Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm. It's a good
Ted's
grab.
got some. Ted's. I think me and Vinny were even talking about it on our show. Like Ted was somehow being underrated for a little bit.
Yeah,
He had
because
a
I
nice-
I would have. I mean, I may not have taken him that high, but I wouldn't have mind having him there. But that would have been a little too high, I think, for him.
McMillan. You know what? Panthers does make a lot of sense for him. It does.
yeah.
And in hindsight now, I'm like, now I get why they did it. But
Yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna have to do something about that defense. You've got to
could
do
be a
something.
Scary duo though between him and Bryce Young. That
Yeah.
could be
When does
interesting.
Carolina pick again? Carolina picks at number 57. They gotta wait.
Yeah, 57.
Actually, that pans out because I had them picking Oluwafemi Oladejo in the second round.
Nice pass rusher that we talked to.
Yes,
I had
very nice guy.
I had them taking Jordan Birch at 57, and then I had them taking Jalen Noel at 74. So maybe they don't take Noel at 74 now. I don't know.
I had Elijah Arroyo at 74. They need that tight end help badly.
Mhm.
He's becoming I was going to say about Noel, he's becoming a bit of a riser. Like NFL Draft Files was doing.
Yeah, I like Noel. I like Noel a lot.
There was talk that Jaden Higgins was going to rise into the first round tonight, late. Which that one on its own caught me off
Brad
guard.
couldn't have said it any better. Who cares? It's only Dallas.
Yes.
Exactly. Hey, Luca, do we have a
Brad.
Knicks update?
Thank you for saying it.
They're up 10 right now. Let me get you a better score update. They're 86-76.
Okay.
Third quarter.
Okay.
Okay.
We like
Third
that.
quarter
I can work.
2:47 to play.
And I'm going to get my Panthers update for hockey. They are still up on Tampa 1-0 with 8 minutes left in the game.
Nice.
They'll be up 2-0 on Tampa if they win tonight, and they'll be going back to Florida.
It's a little back and forth Florida rivalry for playoffs. Really can't get much better than that.
It happens every year at this point because we're in the
Yeah.
same division.
Yeah, exactly.
How's Bob doing? Ooh, Bob is doing good. 17 saves on 17 attempts.
The
Saints
Saints
pick
pick
is
is
in.
in.
The Saints.
Okay. So who are we taking for the Saints here? What are we thinking?
I got Michael Williams here.
Michael
Georgia.
Williams. Okay.
It's a lost one for me because I had them taking 10.
Yeah, I'm going to take Mike. I think I'm going to agree with you on this one, Vin. I'm going to say Michael Williams.
Michael Williams.
I think it's Michael, but I keep saying Michael because
I think it's Michael too, but I'm not 100% sure. So if I
We're
if I
showing
pronounce his name wrong,
Shador
I'm sorry.
Sanders.
Imagine
I
they
don't know
take
if that
Jackson
means
Dart.
Anything.
Oh.
I see
was thinking the
Shador
same
in the
thing.
room. There's Shador just chilling.
Shador.
This would be a wild one.
They're showing Tet's family here on
On the
ESPN.
network, they just showed Shador Sanders in the room.
He's not at the draft. He's actually at his home in Texas.
Yeah, they were showing him in his house.
I gotta ask you guys something real quick. We were just talking. You guys are just on the relatively on the subject matter. How do you guys feel about players not showing up to the draft?
Real quick, Taco McMillan was just taken by the Panthers. I don't know. It's weird to me because it's the biggest day of your life. Why wouldn't you want to travel? I don't know. I never understood it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean this is a weird draft.
Who's announcing the pick?
I guess I'll announce it, or who wants to announce it? Oh no, Alex. Alex is due. Alex is due.
With the 9th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Calvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle.
Oh, tackle.
Some people had Banks going here too.
They
Not me
needed,
though. But
it actually adds up because in the end they just had Ramchick announce his retirement, so they need another O lineman in there that's going to be solid, a good starter. Like we said about Banks, 10-year starter guaranteed. Also,
and they also declined the option of Trevor Penning. He's not going to be staying long.
With all due respect to the player, good riddance.
Yeah, no, he wasn't very good. And you know what's funny? I had Banks going to the Bears.
Banks to the Bears made sense, but now look at this.
I got Warren going to the Bears now.
It's a completely wide open field. I think I'm going to stay here with the Bears and stay with my pick of Tyler Warren.
Mm-hmm.
I think Warren's going to the Bears.
It makes sense at this point.
But the only thing for them is like they had things in place. They wanted Janty, unless the Bears trade down and get some more assets, so that this way they could take a guy like Omarion Hampton.
Well, the Bears have they need a lot, Paul.
I'm just gonna write down Tyler Warren just for now.
Yeah, I think Warren goes here.
Because I do think that whole thing I said about Komet, it makes a lot of sense that they would do it just to cover up some stuff.
Well, at least for us, he's going to be he'll be in the NFC, Luca.
Yes.
By the way, folks, just a little notifier and a little ad break. We are, as in Big Blue Box, we are sponsored by SeatGeek. So if you are going to NBA playoff game, MLB baseball game, whatever you're going to in terms of sporting events, concerts, parking passes for tailgates, You can get $20 off your online ticket order with the promo code Big Blue in the Bronx at SeatGeek.com.
Well, Kelvin Banks doesn't have to move far in terms of his destination.
Nope.
Oh no, not at all. You're just going from Texas to Louisiana. That ain't too
Texas
much
to
of a move.
Louisiana. Nope.
Luca and Vinny, if you're wondering, Barstool hates the Jets pick.
Why?
Why? Because they're idiots and
They
are
all lost
idiots.
their minds. So
They are pretty dumb.
Look, I sent it to you, our group chat. Yeah,
Gotcha.
they
That's all
lost
for
their
clout,
mind.
though.
Yeah,
I'm not a Jet.
They're doing that for clicks, though. That's all.
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly
I'm
what
not.
it is.
Me and Vinny, we've said it on the show. We're not Jet homers. We've been very critical of the organization. Right now, it's a good pick
It is a good pick.
because you
The
need
Bears
to
pick is
solidify
in.
the offensive
It's a
line.
safe
Bears.
pick. You know,
That
mean,
Bears
come on.
pick is in.
Who's gonna do the Bears pick here on this one?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm on ESPN, so the Bears pick is in.
Got Bears.
Showing some Kelvin Banks stats.
I love that. That's a good pick for the Saints. I'm not mad at it.
Desmond Howard. Nice suit on Desmond on ESPN here.
And they're walking to the stage.
And the old ball coach from Alabama. Good old Mr. Saban.
Yes.
All right, we got special guest picks here.
Here we go. Come on.
They got special guest picks. You got another 2 minutes there.
Oh, they're doing a schedule release.
Oh, schedule release.
Yep.
Oh, when is it gonna be? Should we go live for the live reaction to the schedule release? Wouldn't that be fun though?
What are they saying?
They're announcing the schedule release date.
Yeah, when is that?
Know. Chargers Lions is a pretty good Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, it's a shame there won't be any starters, but yeah, first preseason game, July 31st. It's early this year.
Yeah, it's a bit early.
Good.
I ain't complaining.
Could the lady on our right be wearing any more makeup? By the way, just want to know.
You're not wrong.
Just saying. Come on.
That's what it's like to work in Hollywood.
May 14th. May 14th
May
is the schedule release.
14th.
Me and Sean remember the days that
it used to always come out the week of the draft.
Yeah.
That's got to be what, 3 weeks from now?
A little over that.
That's it. They're not going to announce the pick.
Nope.
I told you they were going to milk it.
They're going to do the Jokic method. They're going to show the pick in a commercial.
That was a goof.
Can you imagine? May 14th.
They just now showed it on ESPN right now for me. So
that was a goof.
They're showing the draft room. They're all celebrating.
Over a pick we don't even know about yet.
Celebrating.
And the boos are loud in Green Bay.
Of course.
Ooh,
I wonder why.
Yeah, it's the Bears, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Hey, at least Chicago finally figured them out. It took them long enough.
All right, here comes Goodell. So whoever.
The Bears are just happy they didn't have to deal with Aaron Rodgers for.
I know
All
Bears
right,
fans. They're there in full force. Got Bears.
Yeah. Apparently, when they first showed up, the chants were starting out with "Bears still suck."
And that's nice.
Here comes Goodell.
It's a shame if the Bears were good, that rivalry would be so much better.
Here we
Who's
go.
announcing the pick?
I am.
That's right,
The
Vinny.
Bears,
Good.
with the 10th pick in the 2025 NFL draft, the Bears select, and I'm not going to say that thing that you guys say because I just want to be different.
He's doing a
And I'm
tribute
still
right now.
waiting. I'm still waiting though.
He's doing
I'm
a tribute
listening
to Steve
talk.
McMichael.
Yeah.
Which, yes, R.I.P. to Monk.
Steve, I know. I did. I reposted that on our Twitter on Pile Drivers and Pinstripes. All
I
right.
agree, Taco.
With the Bears selection. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh, he's doing the-
yeah,
doing the whole bio.
Steve
Steve
McMichael.
5 minutes now.
Oh my God, Steve McMichael. I mean,
With
If
the
the
give him
Packers
his-
draft, the Bears
Boo this,
select
but-
Jim McMahon.
give.
He's
Oh,
back.
wait. Oh my God.
All right, now he's announcing it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little behind, so don't say
Never
nothing.
mind.
Don't say nothing. He's
They're booing. Are they booing Walter Payton here? I can't.
No, they're booing Goodell. They always do.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that would be kind of fucked up.
It would be, of course.
Packers fans have class. They're not Philly.
Here we go. Now it's going.
Right.
Yes, we know he rushed for over 17,000 yards. Okay.
Vinny gave up trying.
I did.
I just saw it.
Don't say anything.
I'm
Brian,
not saying anything.
Man Seal,
I won't say anything. I'm not saying it. Not saying it.
don't say anything, please.
What? Huh?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
So Sean's like
The
me.
Bears select Colston Loveland goes to the Bears at 10.
I don't understand this pick.
What?
Did the Bears just bear?
So did they take like the, I would say, the third best tight end in the draft?
Now,
Are you kidding me?
now we know why they were. Now we know why they were stalling.
They just took the third best tight end in the draft.
Vinny, that's it. I want to trade up for Tyler Warren now.
Exactly.
Now you have
We need
to,
to trade
right?
back.
I want to trade up. Why is this
This is
dude
where Brees
falling?
Hall's gone. This is if you want to do it.
We
This is
need
where you
to
trade Brees
back into
Hall.
the first
Yes.
round. Right now. Right now, I'd be on the phone if I'm Muji going, look, I need to get back in the first round now.
Okay, listen. The next picks you have: San Francisco, Dallas, Miami, the Colts. The only way you get this pick done is you got to make a deal with Dallas to give them more time to pick, or you got to make a deal with Miami. That's your only options
You
because
don't
San
think San
Francisco's
Francisco?
100%.
Yeah, because I think Dallas is going to take an offensive player.
I
12,
had
obviously.
Loveland at the end of the first round of the Eagles.
I had
Did you?
Loveland. No, I had Loveland to
I didn't
either
have
go
him.
into the Colts or he was going to end up in Denver
Mm.
because
I
they
don't
need
get
tight
this.
end very bad.
Stupid
Taco's
Bears.
just on a run right now.
Stupid Bears.
The Bears are still property of Green Bay.
Yeah.
That's the proof.
I'm sorry. I don't get this pick.
I don't understand. I mean, maybe he'll turn out to be like,
Keep in
Who's
mind,
the
I think
one- the
Loveland's.
left
I think Loveland's a great
he's
talent.
good. He's good, but
Their left
Heavy
tackle.
reach.
The Braxton Jones is their left tackle. They could have used an upgrade.
So this raises a question to me: is there a problem with Tyler Warren?
yeah, I know.
How does
that's
Loveland
weird.
go
That's
before
so
Warren?
weird? So
San
weird.
Fran's pick is
You
out.
can't doubt that either, Brian, because Penn State overused the living hell out of him last year. So maybe there
They
is
did.
something that we don't know.
Yeah, they did, but
And the pick is in for the 49ers.
Can I ask something? Couldn't have the Bears traded back and gotten Colston Loveland?
they
A
could
little
have.
bit, not much, but
Not
yeah.
too far. Yeah, not too far, probably. But I didn't think he was. I don't know.
That was
Hi, Brad, that's a great
Mind-boggling.
question.
yeah.
There's
Did-
the Bears.
The
I'm having a
Bears
crack
did
last
some
night.
crack.
They might have.
Yeah.
Listen, they
That's
made a movie called Cocaine Bear for a reason. It's based on the
Yes.
Chicago Bears organization.
Yeah.
Oh,
We go to
I'm
commercial break.
So stupid. What about Miami? What if they take Tyler Warren? Put him right
No.
in the division. Yes.
Mm,
Yes,
I do
no,
not want
please
him in my
no.
own division.
Yes.
Me neither.
Yes.
I don't want him.
Yes.
I'm all
Sean,
for
join
it.
us.
I'm all for it.
As I said before, I grab my food. Why is he falling?
Yeah.
Maybe, like I said, maybe there's something we don't, or like Brian said, maybe there's something we don't know.
Yeah, we're not the GM, Luca.
he's a great athlete though. I
Mhm.
mean, you can't. I mean, he's got long arms. He's, his routes
What
have
I'm-
always been pretty good. So, I mean, he doesn't block as well on the end though. So
Yeah, his technique is kind of poor. He's a
He doesn't-
feisty ball player.
yeah, but he doesn't block well. So that kind of
I'm going to give you my pick for the 49ers here. It's a weird one, but it's one that I think might happen right here because they're going to need to get some help for Nick Bosa, right?
Mhm.
It could either be Michael Williams, be Jalen Walker, or it could be a dude that they've already met with and liked.
I know who you're gonna say. That's who I had in my mock. Shamar
Had
Stewart.
Shamar Stewart.
I have
Mason
Mike Green.
I had Mason
Mike
Graham.
Green, I've seen that too. But I think
Shamar
Green is
Stewart.
meant to be Cincinnati, in my opinion.
So what if I had somebody at like 12 for Dallas, and now I got to figure out who the
You got
hell
to.
they're
Right.
What are they going to do? Go get Matthew Golden?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, that opens the door for Burden and Igbuka to rise, unless they take
Maybe
Igbuka.
Dallas takes
I think
Warren.
they can take a Buka. I could see that.
You know what, that does add up actually, because Dallas is still trying to figure out their whole tight end thing because Ferguson was hurt last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Ferguson was not effective, and
Well,
they had
I-
Schoonmaker as the backup.
I mean, like Brad said, it's just Dallas, but still.
Hey, Vinny, why don't we force feed the idea of Warren to the Cowboys? The Giants. Have
Yes,
to deal
that's
with
what that's Warren to the Cowboys.
Shut
That's
up,
what we
Luca.
want. That's what we want.
That's what we want to do. If
Warren
Alex
to the
is
Cowboys.
supplanting
I'm
all
just
this
here for the
banner,
chaos.
Alex, I hope Tyler Warren haunts you in your dreams every Sunday.
Jason Witten did that for years. I don't need another Jason Witten.
yes, you do.
Yes,
need another
yes, you
Jason.
do. You do.
I'm going to try and look at a live board because I'm trying to figure out who is still on the board. It's gotten so crazy. I just don't know.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the board either.
By the way,
the first 4 kind of made sense outside of the Jacksonville trade thing, but everything was still holding its shape. And then after that, like I said, the mayhem.
Yeah, it just went. It just went crazy.
That's
I
crazy.
just
Chicago.
saw-
What is Chicago doing?
they said the people of Green Bay, the people that live in Green Bay, they're letting people park on their yard for $160.
They do that. They do that for games, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
let
do.
people park on their lawn for
wouldn't it
games.
be cheaper just to park in the regular lot then?
No, it overfills.
It's filled like apparently they fill it pretty quick, but the 160, I don't.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yankee Stadium
Not
ain't
even
even that
MetLife.
expensive.
No, well, MetLife isn't that.
That's
expensive.
true.
MetLife's like $40.
You're right, but you pay your fair share in concessions.
That is
Yeah,
true. That is true.
Hence why I've been to MetLife once and never want to go back again.
I
The
agree,
big-
Brian.
well,
I
big
I hate to
garbage
say
can.
it, but we're gonna be dragging Luca there this year.
No,
Garbage
you're
can.
not. Brian, they're trying to
Steelers,
drag me to the
Jets.
Steelers Jets game.
Yes,
Steelers,
we are gonna
Jets.
go.
In MetLife,
Yes,
Yes.
MetLife, yes.
if it was at oh no, it's not Heinz anymore.
it's Heinz.
Excuse
Field.
me,
It's Acrisure. It's
Acrisure,
After sure.
Acrisure Field. If you
What?
were to go there, I'd be on board with that.
I don't even want to say that.
Even Vinny's
Yeah, I
on
call it
board.
Heinz.
Yeah, no, because I don't want to say it.
Yeah,
Don't.
but no,
We have to be-
me and
we're gonna
Alex,
be-
we have both agreed we're gonna drag Luca by his ears to MetLife to watch.
No.
Okay, they are
No.
okay. They're starting to celebrate in the a little bit in the 49ers room. Lynch is still figuring out some things
For,
at the table.
For Shamar Stewart.
I think it's going to be Shamar Stewart here. So who's going to call this pick?
I think Luca. Are we up-
No, I thought it was Brian.
Who didn't get a?
I just called the last.
I didn't get a
one.
second.
Oh, then yeah, go
I
Luca.
got it.
This is you.
Yeah, I got a
Okay,
second.
with the 49ers pick at number 11.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Yes, thank you for your service. With the 11th overall pick in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select a player by the name of,
They're going through a whole thing here.
that's
You might have a minute.
it's for I think military purposes, which I
Mhm.
honor.
At the Yokota Air Base in Tokyo, or the Kyoto, Japan.
The 49ers selected 11, Michael Williams, Georgia.
Michael Williams. Okay.
We said edge.
Yeah.
Michael wasn't
Was an
supposed to
edge
go
guy.
low.
Yeah. All right.
It's a good pick for them.
That was a good pick.
Oh, and the commissioner made his pick. Yeah, I got the military video, and now I'm
I'm out.
about to see the
Yeah, I'm
selection.
seeing that.
Yeah, I'm
We're very far behind here.
Yeah.
I'm behind too.
That's what happens when you don't use regular cable.
Yeah. Once these guys get.
I even have regular cable. I have YouTube TV, and I don't have it in my room, so I can't even do this.
I use Fubo. So everything I watch is like 2 minutes behind everybody else.
Hey, Luca,
Um,
they're asking for your opinion on the
I
Carter
guess
pick.
He might be mean though. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
the Giant fan, but
Yeah. Give me Carter's an elite talent. I don't think there's any doubt about
Absolutely,
that.
he's an elite talent.
He's an elite talent, and as far as that goes, I need a quarterback, but you're gonna have to figure out what you do with Thibodeau. The pick itself is fine. It's just what the Giants are gonna do with it is my question. Like, it's not a wrong pick. Brad says he would have been happier with
I think it means Walter Nolan.
Walter Nolan.
All
mean,
right,
Nolan Jones
Dallas
is
is on the board.
Tyler Warren to the Cowboys incoming. I'm calling it now.
No,
Please,
Dallas,
Tyler Warren to the Cowboys.
please.
That's what I'm saying too.
the Dallas Cowboys pick is in. It is in.
Oh, that's quick.
was
That's
a
quick,
very-
What's
Alex.
funny about that, Brad, is literally
quick,
whenever
Alex.
me and Alex and Luca hang out, I'm always there like a half hour before they get there. So
this is true.
By the way, I have a sheet with me here. This has all the team needs for every team listed with their picks. For Dallas, their biggest need, since we're kind of unsure right now, I'm going to start referring to this list. They need a receiver, a running back, or an edge the most. That is their biggest need at the moment.
Yes.
So they need to hit those spots. Otherwise, they could be looking at corner or guard.
So they could take Shamar here. Too.
Alex, check your DMs.
Okay.
Says Brad.
Tyler Warren here, boys. Come on now.
Tyler Warren, yes, please.
Nope. By the way, before
Do
I
not pick Shamar here.
before I pick my check my DMs and all that good stuff. So originally at 10 I had Kelvin Banks, at 11 I had Mason Graham, and at this pick I had Tet McMillan. But obviously that's not going to happen now.
It's all gone out of whack. If you're, I think right now at this point, the best available is right now Jalen Walker or Tyler Warren or Will Johnson. One of those three.
Who's up for
Okay.
this pick?
Did everybody get a 2?
I
Did
did
everybody
get
get
it.
2
Yeah, I
to
got
throw on the board?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
So who's it
guessing-
going to be?
Dallas
All right.
is irrelevant.
I'll
They
do
need
it
an
then.
actual
With the
QB.
12th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Booker.
They took
Tyler
the guard.
Booker.
They took the guard.
Wow.
They took the guard.
Oh
Oh
boy.
my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, Zach Martin replaced.
That means
Well,
Tyler
you know,
rolling to the
That's what they
Dolphins.
needed.
No.
no.
They're not calling into existence.
They-
They need
they need-
secondary help.
They need someone to take Jalen Ramsey's spot. They're taking
Exactly,
Will Johnson.
Vinny.
They're taking Will
Please.
Johnson. here.
No.
They're
Stop it.
100% taking Will Johnson. That's not even a
Yes.
debate.
They
Tyler
need a Jalen
I mean,
Ramsey.
Sean, what are you talking about?
replacement.
Tyler Warren's ass.
Now he's ass.
Now he's ass.
Now he is.
I still like Tyler.
My video's all
Yeah,
messed up.
but
I don't
what
even have
good
the.
season.
I lost the stream.
Damn.
I lost the
Tyler
stream.
Booker.
I had Tyler
Oh,
Booker going to the
man.
Ravens, so that's all.
Where did I have Booker going? That's pretty.
Did I even have him in the first round?
Hey, can you
I
guys
know
hear
not
me?
many
Just making
people
sure.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
I had
you?
Booker going to the. I had
Okay,
Booker
cool.
going to the Texans at 25.
I had Booker going to Seattle at 18.
So originally,
Yeah, my
I
whole
had
mock
John-
means nothing right now.
Yeah, neither do mine doesn't either.
Yeah. It's
originally
over.
for this pick, I have Jade Barron, but I'm hoping it's Tyler Warren.
Shut up, Alex.
I literally lost my stream. I can't even watch it now.
Hey,
Yeah.
Vinny, how about this? I got a great idea.
Oh
The
god.
Eagles trade Goddard, and then they select Tyler Warren.
There you go.
Fuck you, Luca.
There you go. That'd be great. That'd be amazing. I'd love that. I'd take
That would be goaded.
That would be funny as shit.
Who do the Dolphins take?
Come on, load. There we go. I'm just seeing the Booker stuff now. Wow, I am severely behind here.
Yeah, he's hugging Goodell on my screen.
He's holding the jersey now on my
Yeah.
screen.
I'm looking at Booker highlights right now.
Booker's very good. I don't hate this pick
Yeah,
for them, but
he-
there's been talks because the guard class is so limited. These guys are going to go really fast.
Right.
Like
would've
you
rather-
can
I
read it
would've-
right there. Booker's not athletic.
I
He doesn't
just-
have the athleticism.
I'm looking at him like just walking guys down the field.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
he's
literally,
he's so
pick-
productive.
literally taking them and walking them down the field.
Just acknowledge this.
He's just
comment.
so productive. I think that's part of it too, and people don't understand that.
I would have rather picked Zabel.
Yeah, I get that too, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm not 100% in necessarily of him going that high. I've seen Zabel go as high as the borderline 10, but I'm not absolutely 100% in on that.
Yeah.
Brad says Jerry had 10 gallons of bourbon last night.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like it.
He's in Texas, so
They're showing him
Yeah.
right now on ESPN. He's smiling up a storm.
Miami has not made their pick yet. They're taking their time here.
Ooh.
wanna
They got
trade
5
out?
minutes left on the clock, and they
Wow,
have
it's
not
because they're
submitted.
like Will Johnson, or do we trade out?
Jade
I'm going
Barron.
to you what they're looking at. Here's the thing. This is what they need the most right now. So as we talked about, Dallas attacked their needs. So Miami is looking at either a corner, a tackle, or D line. But they're also have needs at safety and guard. I don't think they would take a guard here.
No.
Shaking out to
Plus
what
the
they would
safety.
like, they could potentially go Harmon or Nolan here. That's one. If they want tackle, I believe we said Membu's still on the board, right? No, he's
No,
gone.
Mem-
He's-
No,
Membu's a
Membo's a Jet.
yeah, he's your guy. Okay, let me look at the tackles and see who's left. Josh Simmons is the next best on the board. So no, I don't think they go tackle.
no.
Sorry, my bad. Had to sneeze.
You're good.
Okay. So couldn't go tackle here. What about guard? Anything there? Zabel would be your next closest. He's a good talent, but I don't know if they would take him that high. See,
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the team is looking to trade up right now?
it could be possible.
I mean, to trade back
Would
in,
explain
maybe.
why it taken so
Or
long.
maybe to trade up. I don't know.
Either that,
I
or
think-
NFL told them they're going to get some extra time because it's the Cowboys and they need their screen time.
Yeah, right.
I really do think that there's a good chance we're going to watch either. There's two safeties that can come off. There's one safety that can come off here. Either Starks is going right here. You could see one of either Johnson or Barron coming off the board, or you're going to see Jalen Walker come off the board. I'm thinking right now Walker, personally.
Mm.
I'm going to go with Jalen Walker here. Doesn't mean I agree with it, but that's what I'm seeing.
They took Chop last year.
They did. They did take Chop, but
Pick is in, by the way. We're looking for Tyler Warren here, guys.
Alex, shut up.
They have a tight end.
I could do it. All right, I got to cross out what's already been picked. So Cleveland picked already. Cleveland took Graham, right?
Yeah, it's like Mason Graham.
Okay, so that tackles D line for them, which was a secondary need. Let's see what I'm missing. Jacksonville picked. They took a corner and wide receiver, so I'm just going to cross out corner for now. Vegas took their running back. Good for them. Miami's on the clock now. New England took a tackle. Bucks took a tackle. Pittsburgh still got a pick. Buffalo. And then I got to go to Denver. They didn't pick yet. NFC.
You're curious, Vinny or Luca. The Jets fans that were at MetLife seem to like the pick, so it sounds like just a barstool thing.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, they're looking for.
It's content farming. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're looking
I
for
think
interactions.
They don't care about the Jets. They care less.
So
They care about their views.
Brian's gonna be like,
And where are they based?
I got something to back that up.
Yeah.
This quote came from one of the people during the Barstool stream. Colston Loveland was my number one prospect in the draft from Big Cat.
fuck out of here.
What the hell is that dude?
You're gonna
What's that
you're gonna
dude?
listen to the Chronic Gambler.
What's that dude smoking?
Oh, pick is
I'm
in
just-
for Miami. Miami's pick is in.
Dude's on fentanyl.
Yeah, probably.
Fentanyl.
Or ketamine or something.
Fucking
God.
bro needs some Narcan right now.
Bath salts.
Wait, I forgot. Tennessee got their quarterback. They're good.
The quarterback.
Let's see.
Oh, so the Will Levis experiment is out, huh?
I guess so. Or he's gonna be a backup for now.
Yeah.
All right, Giants took
Alex-
their guy. They got their edge rusher. Finally,
Alex,
the
your boy
Giants did the
Russell
right
Wilson
thing.
is in attendance at the Meadowlands.
Ooh, Russell.
Where?
He's gonna be. He's
Russ is at the Meadowlands.
All right.
That's great.
Yeah.
Alex, you should go there and interview him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
What's
sure
he,
he'd love to
what's
see
he
you.
cooking tonight?
Of course,
What's
he wasn't
Chef
at
Russ
the next
cooking?
game that I was at.
Go
but
big-
that's okay.
go
We
Big
had
Blue.
Tyrone Tracy and James Hudson.
Go Big Blue.
Chicago getting a tight end, but it not being the one we thought it would is still the funniest thing I've seen today.
Yeah, Loveland going there was
It was
weird.
odd.
That was just out of left field.
By the way, the Giants are picking up Kayvon Thibodeau's fifth-year option. Joe Shane just.
So then there is no way.
Oh, then
So they're going to run
no
multiple.
way.
They're
They're
going to
gonna
run multiple.
edges.
Here we go.
Who's
They're
in
gonna
Alex.
run multiple edges, Alex.
There goes the meltdown.
Yeah.
I would
So
really
that
like
means
to
they're
see
not
how
going
you-
to.
how
That
you
means they're not
plan
going
on
to trade
doing
back.
that.
No.
I'm not like I didn't like I expected them to pick up this fifth-year option, but like, you know,
All right, Miami's pick is in. We're just waiting for them to make the selection officially.
what are we gonna do?
Who's,
Do they take
announcing?
Walker here?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do they or do they not?
No,
Who's
they're gonna take
announcing?
Warren.
Walker, Johnson, or
I don't
would-
think it's gonna. I think you're right.
I don't think it's gonna be.
Walker.
I don't think it's gonna be Barron though.
Who's announcing the pick?
I nominate Sean for announcing this pick.
I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write down my pick here. I'm
I
gonna
just
say
say let
Johnny
Vinny do it.
Barron.
Let Vinny announce the rival.
Oh, okay, all right.
All right.
I'm gonna write down my
You're
pick.
gonna have to wait a little bit because
That's
right now they're
okay.
talking to Field Yates.
If it's not too crazy, then you'll be okay.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
I
well,
wrote down my
yeah.
pick.
Okay. I think it's gonna be Will Johnson, but I would.
I feel like Miami's gonna
say-
do something stupid. I don't know why. They're gonna do something
Good.
really stupid.
Good. I
If
hope
they
they
go
do, and
the
it's not
smart way, I
Tyler
say
Warren.
it's what Vinny just said.
Yeah.
Will Johnson.
Will Johnson. Okay. Let's see.
It's gonna be rough.
The Dolphin fans are cheering. With the 13th pick, the Miami Dolphins select Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle, Michigan. What a bunch of idiots.
I had him to the Chargers in the 20s. Dude.
I am so
You called
happy
it,
that
Brian.
they just screwed that up.
They
called
did
that.
something pretty crazy.
You
Okay.
called it, Brian.
Indianapolis is up next.
It's got to be Tyler Warren.
I'll call Indianapolis.
This
This has to be
because
Warren.
I think I had them at like Loveland. Yeah, I had them taking Loveland, so I think they take Tyler Warren here for sure.
Steelers. I had Steelers.
They said a
Yeah,
lot.
I think he gets selected first round.
I'm gonna tell a lot of people saying that this year's draft is all about who's the best fit, not about who's the best on the board.
Yeah, you remember
Seems that
the
way.
thing you said, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pick is
Brian-
in for
Brian called it.
Indianapolis.
Wow,
That was quick. They're going Warren.
Yeah, it's Warren.
Yeah,
It's got to be Warren here.
All right.
Hey,
Well, he stays in the AFC, Luca. So I don't know. He's in the
Yeah,
AFC.
he's at least not in the division.
No.
You know what's funny, Vin? If he does get picked by the Colts here, we did talk about on the show our comparisons to him.
Right.
Jeremy Shockey, Dallas Clark, who's a former
Dallas
Colt.
Clark. That's true. We did say Dallas Clark. That is true.
I just
By the
want
way,
it on the
update
record.
for you, Brian.
Yep.
Update for you. Florida won 2-0. I don't know. If
Let's
you saw
go.
Way to go.
2-0.
job,
You know what that
Panthers.
means, right? That means I could change out of my jersey now because we won. But I'll do it after this pick. I'm gonna call the pick on this one.
Okay.
I just want to see if I'm correct this time.
Oh, when the Cowboys when they lost out on McMillan, Micah Parsons lost his mind on air.
Did he actually?
Yeah. Yeah, this was on ESPN actually.
Oh my god.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
Michael
sure
Parsons lost
he
his
wasn't
mind.
too happy.
He said that was
Pretty sure he
supposed to be
wasn't.
our pick. He was supposed to be opposite CD Lamb.
Well, that sounds like it sucks.
In the words of Alex Gavich Prodich, womp womp.
By the way, Grant is a big dude, man. He's gonna plug up that middle for them.
Yeah, he ain't that quick though. All right,
He's big, though.
Goodell's coming.
Okay.
All right,
Shout out Daniel Jones, newest Indianapolis Colt.
Nice.
here we
nice.
go.
Maybe he
All right,
has,
Brian, who is it?
All
maybe
right.
he has Tyler Warren to throw
I
to.
think I'm doing this pick, right?
25 NFL draft.
Oh.
Indianapolis Colts select Tyler Warren, tight
There you
end.
go.
and
There you go. There you go.
It was guaranteed at that point. You can't miss
There you
this.
go. I mean,
I won't handle it.
I had them taking Loveland, and that was
I
I
did
mean,
too.
that worked out perfectly for Indianapolis for sure.
I just want it known on the record that NFL Network's doing their highlight tape of him,
Mhm.
and one of the things Daniel Jeremiah said is he's like Gronk light.
Yeah.
He's basically got the tools of Gronk, but he's just lighter.
He's a smaller dude.
His ball skills are ridiculous too.
Dallas
Atlanta,
Clark.
Dallas
and now
Clark.
Atlanta
yeah.
is on the clock.
All right, I'm gonna go grab some popcorn.
Do they take Walker here?
Keep the UGA kid there. I would say that.
Or do they take
think
I
that
had
this
him
is-
down taking Nolan, actually.
I had them down, I think, for Jalen Walker in my box. I'm gonna try to hold on with that then.
Well, I'm gonna stick with Nolan, even though I think they may take Walker.
All right. On this one, I guess Sean, you're gonna be
I can
calling
do
this
that.
one.
Yep.
Go, Sean, go.
All right, let me switch
Yay.
out of this jersey. Atlanta's
like-
on the clock. They have not put in their pick yet.
Don't be like The Rock and drop out like a wussy boy.
Why? Alex already did.
I know he's done.
Oh boy. Real quickly, while we do have a moment, I want to quickly advertise. Next time you can see me and Vinny live stream will be tomorrow. We'll be doing a dual Yankees stream, watching them take on the Toronto Blue Jays at 7. But we'll also be commentating on the first SmackDown after WrestleMania. You can see that tomorrow at 7 on the Pinstripes and Pile Drivers podcast.
There you
Yes,
go.
I gotta create. I'll advertise for myself anyway. Creating the graphic, I've yet to, but Game 4 between the Knicks and the Pistons Sunday at 1 p.m. I still gotta contact
Let's
my
go
guest for
Knicks.
that. But yes, let's go Knicks. Game 4 on
We have an
Sunday.
update.
What's up?
We have an update.
It's 3 minutes 15 to go. Knicks up 5, 106-101. The Knicks are in the bonus.
All right.
All right. Stressful times.
Yeah, stressful.
Stressful.
They do not They don't make it easy.
No, never. God forbid.
All right.
So as we said, Sean's announcing the pick. So obviously, when it comes up on your end,
Yeah, they haven't even said that the pick is in yet, so they got.
let me see on my end.
They might finish the Knicks game first.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, they're still doing the clock thing. So
yeah, we got some time. Actually, I think they're gonna go to commercial.
I'm looking at Tyler Warren highlights right now.
Yeah, going to commercial.
But as we predicted, but I want to say as we predicted, Shedeur is falling a little bit.
I still don't think he falls out of the first round because Tomlin loves Shedeur. So
he's going
unless somebody else takes him. Unless somebody else takes him, he is going to be a Steeler. Which I'm one of those people. I say we wait and see. I'm not going to criticize it or not because Tomlin does have a thing for getting the best out of his draft picks. Just don't ask about Artie Burns. That's all.
Yeah.
You remember that, Luca?
Oh my God! I just saw a catch that Tyler Warren just made over a USC receiver. Like literally, just took it out of the air from him.
Universal. I think we can all agree on something amongst the three of us. Fuck USC.
Yes.
Oh yes, I do not. I've hated USC for a very long time.
So why?
I mean, the only USC fan I really know is my cousin.
Even though they had Coach Pete and he came to the Seahawks, but still.
Yeah, Coach Pete. I mean, just ask the Jets. They haven't had luck with USC quarterbacks. Mark Sanchez, Sam Darnold.
Cody Kessler, remember him?
With the, you got to say, though,
yeah,
we went to two AFC championships with him.
That's true. That's true. And he did deliver in that game.
And then Rex Ryan happened.
Well, yeah, Rex Ryan happened, but, you know, he had his moments.
Yeah, no,
and then he had the butt fumble. So then it wiped everything out.
But to be fair, he started off falling off a little before then.
He did for sure.
So far as
actually, what is Sanchez up to nowadays anyway?
He's Fox. He's doing
Fox
announcing.
Now. Yeah, he's an announcer now. Yeah.
Yep. For him.
I don't know if I said on the platform before, but I did get a chance to meet Mark Sanchez.
I would be, Brad, to tell you the truth, I would be happy bringing back Ben Roethlisberger than having Aaron Rodgers. Let's be real.
See, you know what?
Oh, they're going to get Rodgers
is the last person that I want. So, yes, I would be happy if we got Shedeur over him.
We didn't do an episode, but I guess while the clock is still running, Vinny, I know you were on the side of bringing Rodgers back. I got to hear your thoughts on this objectively.
About him going...
The comments, the whole McAfee BS.
Oh, that? I don't believe 100% of it. I don't believe that.
I agree with that.
I think Rodgers embellished a little bit. But you know what? Good for Aaron Glenn.
Exactly.
To say, hey, look, I don't like the way they handled it. I'm with a lot of people. Like if that was true that they flew him out there and just I don't think it lasted 20.
He flew out there on his own.
I know, but I don't think they were there for 20 seconds. I think he was a little.
Yeah, he was exaggerating at that point.
Exaggerating.
But you know what? Here's the thing. In addition to that, the Jets flew out on their own dime in 2023 when they wanted him.
That's true. That is true.
They conceded a lot of things to him.
Falcons taking their time with this pick.
They pretty much bent over backwards for him. So, they brought in all his guys. So,
for the record,
it's over now, though. So,
for the record, the time you guys are seeing on your TVs, I've got the actual clock on ESPN's site. Atlanta's running this down to the wire.
Yeah, I got 1:35 right now.
On ESPN, it's at 38 seconds. They may not get this pick off in time.
Yeah, they're running it down big time. This must be a hard pick for them. I think it's because they have like a couple of 3 guys on the board probably they could take or that they want, and they're all just kind of scrambling.
The pick's in. Pick's in.
I'm still here. Don't worry. The pick is in. I still see 40 seconds left, but oh boy, the Falcons are going to be an interesting team to watch this year, especially if Penix is the starter.
I can't wait to see Penix start.
I'm looking forward to it too.
I'm
Even
looking forward to that.
I liked watching Penix in college. Vinny got me on the Washington train a little bit when
Oh,
they went
yeah.
to college.
Yeah,
So
Penix was good in college. The injuries kind of didn't help, but that last couple of weeks where he got sick, I was a little upset, but whatever.
yeah,
So update: the Knicks are up 7 with 59 seconds to go play.
okay.
Nobody say, or
I'm
I'm not
gonna
saying
say
a word.
anything.
I'm not saying a
I'm
word.
sticking with this still.
Who's announcing the pick?
I am.
Okay, gotcha.
Mr. Sean.
I'll do this one, then I'll hold out until because the Steelers are only like 6 picks away. 2,
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
I forgot who I have the Falcons taking. I just
What?
Falcons are in an
I'm not-
interesting situation. I feel
I
like they're
haven't
just
taken-
like that one piece away from.
You know what's funny? I had them taking Mason Graham because they lost Grady Jarrett,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's going to be the case now.
I'm sticking with Nolan here.
Obviously, yeah, Nolan's a good
sticking with
shout for this one.
I originally
What
had
do
Mike
they need
Bell.
primarily?
defensive line, or they need defensive line help.
Yeah,
They could use an offensive lineman.
it says they need corner. I don't know how valuable that is.
D line, I think, would be
Yeah,
better in that aspect.
A lot of people think they should have traded down in this pick too.
They probably could have because, like I said, they're in a spot where I think they're just like that one piece away.
I would have gotten rid of Pitts.
I think overall they already have a good team.
I would have been, see you, Pitts. Trade him away in a deal.
I just feel like this has to be Jalen. It has to be.
All right, out comes Roger Goodell, who, with the 15th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons will select a player by the name of Jalen Walker, linebacker.
Jalen Walker.
Georgia.
Okay. So that means Nolan just gets further down.
I need Luca and Vinny's thoughts on this comment here because I'm curious to see what they got to say.
I think they made the right decision, but the problem is, I think the whole look like fools thing obviously was blown up by Rodgers, and he's a dramatic person. He's very selfish.
Very true.
I will also add that the Jets are going to face the stigma because of how bad the organization has been, and that's
because they're the Jets. That's why.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not to say that it's not their own fault. It is their own fault, but they still have doubters to prove wrong. That's just the case of it, and some in their own fan base, which is not undeserving.
That's true.
Yeah. I heard a lot. I heard like one or two people say this was really nothing, really. They did what they had to do. They got rid of him. So
yeah,
I didn't want to get rid of him. I was on kind of the prime time Kevin Sirkin. Let's keep him another year. But if we had to do it,
So up next, the Arizona Cardinals.
I will say
Cardinals are a weird team because they surprised a lot of people last year, actually being halfway decent.
I have Josh Simmons going here.
I have Will Johnson here.
I have Shamar Turner. Actually,
let's see who I have.
Shamar Stewart, my bad.
Shamar Stewart.
I actually had Jalen Walker at this one.
So here's something for you. Do they take Egbuka to team with Harrison, his former teammate?
Oh, I didn't think about
that. Yeah, I like that.
Nice one.
I mean, receivers
just throwing it out. I'm throwing it out there. So
yeah, I mean, receivers definitely a big need here for Arizona. Specifically, what they're looking at: edge, corner, and D line are the biggest needs. Receivers still a big need, but not as much as the other three.
Right.
So I think it just depends on preference for them there. Let's see.
I could also see him going Jahdae Barron.
Atlanta got their edge. Good for them.
I mean, I have them going Pierce with number 47 from Tennessee.
Who? Tennessee,
Arizona,
Arizona. Yeah, I think I had something
No.
similar there.
and then Jared Wilson going at 78 from Georgia.
Wilson's a weird one. It depends on how desperate somebody needs a center,
Yeah,
because he's like the only real good center in this
he's
draft.
the only right, and he's the one. So
Like guys that we saw down in
Mobile.
Mobile, like Jonah Monheim, they're listed as undrafted right now.
right, and they're showing the Cardinals team needs wide receiver, defensive lineman, guard, and offensive tackle. So they listed wide receiver first, which is weird because I just mentioned Egbuka.
Ibuka.
So
The pick is in for Arizona.
that would be a nice tandem, nice 1-2 right there. That would be. I mean, I'm not going to say Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but
No.
Who's next?
well,
Do you
we'll
think?
see.
Who's next to pick? I already got my 3.
Sean's got to wait for the Steelers. I got to wait for the Bucks.
I'd like to do the Seahawks. If that's
Okay.
So let Alex do this one.
Luca, did you get
Go
your
Luca.
3? Or
I did Travis Hunter. I did the Jets one.
There
And
was
I
another
also-
one you
we
did.
all
I
should've
did
gotten
another
3.
one.
'Cause we're
I haven't gotten 3, but I'd like to do the Seahawks if that's
Okay.
okay.
Our Washington State native.
Yeah. Well,
A
I-
former
watched
native.
him for 20 years. So
I've done 3 already, so that's why I'm waiting out till the Bucks.
Yeah, me too. And
Luca?
Steelers.
You want to do this one?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Also, one question before we see this pick: does anyone think? Because there was not a report, but like a scout put out something that the Cardinals made a major mistake taking MHJ over Neighbors. Does anyone else think that, or it's too early?
Too early.
Early.
Luca, what's the update with the Knicks?
116, 113 Knicks with about 5.8 seconds to go.
Oh boy.
Who's got the ball?
Knicks, because
I'm
for
gonna
some
ask
reason our old ass dumbass coach does not like to foul up by a certain amount of points, so they gave up a 3 to Tim Hardaway Jr. Now it's a 3-point game.
Thibodeau's getting on my nerves more and more.
He should be fucking fired.
I'm losing my patience with him.
yeah, he's been. I don't know what's going on with him at all. No idea.
All right, they're making their pick.
All right. Just to switch back,
ESPN showing Jade Barron.
Cardinals select a player by the name of Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss.
Walter
Okay,
Nolan.
they
See,
went
I,
D-line.
had,
Okay.
I had him the pick before, but
Yep, I had Johnson. So
and I had
that's gonna
Josh
make me another
Simmons. I had Josh Simmons at this pick, so
It's good. That's not a bad pick for them. They did need some D-line work, so I'm not gonna be mad at it. But
And he's versatile. I think he can play in and out.
yeah.
that is correct. He can.
So
I
that's
did
the
his report. He can.
First player off the board that one of the 3 of us interviewed.
He's scheme flexible.
By the way, Luca, if I want to put a smile on your face, that annoying Dolphins fan I always send you videos of, Tyler, he hated the Dolphins pick. So I figured I'd give you something to smile about.
Thank God.
That Dolphins pick was. I don't know.
That was
I like Nolan here though. Nolan's a good player.
he is. Like Matabuke being the comp here makes a lot of sense. Look at that. The hand hit he puts, he lands are so strong.
He describes himself as the next Aaron Donald.
Yes, that's what I wanted to question him on at the Senior Bowl, but I couldn't do
That's
it
what
because he had to rush out.
That was a quote they showed on ESPN.
Yep, that's what he said. It's a real thing.
Interesting. That's a lot to live up to.
Next
Future
4
Hall of
picks
Famer.
is right. They're gonna go to commercial on NFL Network, but the
I'm gonna watch
Bengals are
some
next.
Knicks.
I'm looking at highlights
I got a
here
chance.
of Nolan.
The Bengals are still on the clock. They have not put their pick in yet.
Now like
yeah.
6 minutes left.
Who
I'm
the
gonna
hell
be
is
doing
MSG?
Sean's favorite team, the Bengals.
LSU. Oh,
Like how Sean
Man.
didn't deny that.
he just shoved the LSU guy aside and then just ran over the next guy.
Shove the guy. That sounds like probably a
Shoved him.
combination of sounds like a combination of Dellinger and Frazier.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
shoved him and then he just pushed right by the next guy that tried to block him. Crazy.
Knicks are up by 4 with 3.5 to go.
3.5, 3.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Just another
Let's go
reminder,
Knicks.
folks. If you haven't already, hit the like button.
The
comment,
Pistons
and
fans have been relentless on Jalen Brunson all night. I know you can hear it still.
Either matchup for us would have been a horror show. I was gonna Detroit or was it Indiana?
I was kind of hoping we would have gotten Indiana for.
No, I
match
didn't want
break,
Indiana
but
either, though.
I want revenge.
Okay, well, we would have sat. I think we would have been sitting out first after the first round if we played.
You don't want Indiana. As a Milwaukee fan,
He
you
is
don't
a
want
Bucks
Indiana.
Right.
I didn't want Indiana. I mean, of
Well,
the
the
two,
Knicks,
I wanted.
they need to prove they can beat the best.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Bucks, if we don't win this series, I don't. At this point, I
You
want
break
what's
it up?
best I want whatever's best for Giannis.
To the
Why
Knicks?
did they
Giannis to the Knicks?
One could hope. Man,
Okay, we'll give you Giannis. You give me Brunson.
no,
No, that
Nope.
doesn't happen in any
That's not gonna
scenario.
I'll give you a negotiable. We could give you Karl Anthony Towns. I love Cat, but if I were to trade him for Giannis, I absolutely
I don't
would.
know. I'm
So,
getting used
Rid
to
of
Cat.
one
I like
slow
Cat.
old big for another slow big.
I like
But Cat
Cat,
can
though.
stretch the floor there, Brian.
Yeah, Cat shoots a better three than.
But Brian, I got to ask you in all seriousness, why'd they extend Horst?
I'm just convinced they all have brain damage.
That's one way of putting it.
I loved Lillard going there because I loved Lillard. I thought Lillard was, but
Horst,
he's
listen,
showing his
I
age.
love the fact that Lillard got there, and I felt it was the best situation for him. But what screwed them was the fact that they let go of Griffin so early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this is just payback for him. So I'm just letting it
That's
soak in because going with Doc Rivers was the worst possible thing could have done.
Oh, that
It's
was
a
a
one-
horrible.
It's a 1-point game, by the way, with the Knicks in Detroit,
Oh my God.
Great.
and it's half a second.
What are we doing?
You left them wide fucking open.
Yeah, he didn't bother contesting
Oh.
for whatever reason.
That's what. Oh,
Luca, you want to do a little broadcasting here? I think we're all watching the Knicks right now.
I'm not watching the Knicks. I don't want to see it if they.
Well, it's half a second left. The Knicks are in the bonus. They're going to the free throw line. It's up to Brunson to knock down these 2 free throws.
Yeah, please
The
hit these two.
pick, the pick is in for Cincinnati.
The pick is in for Cincinnati. I have Derek Harmon here actually for Cincinnati.
who did I have?
I have them going defense. You know what? I might be wrong on that, actually. I had them going Kelvin Banks.
I have James Pierce.
That was the next one. They could go Barron too.
Yeah.
But I think
Or Johnson. Johnson's continuing to
Johnson.
slide here.
or Johnson. Because they do. I remember Cincinnati lost Mike Hilton, so
They're going to need a corner bad. So I'm going to say probably Johnson here.
All right.
And
Brunson at the
that's the
first
game.
shot.
That's the game, folks.
it's over. Thank
Yep.
God.
Knicks won by 2.
Ooh,
18-116.
man.
Let's see a hockey update.
Still Knicks in 5.
Minnesota's beating Vegas in the first, and St. Louis is beating Winnipeg in the first. Toronto is also up on Ottawa now in the series 3-0 with another overtime win tonight.
I'm gonna make a comment to Taco. Did you? I mean, obviously, because he made a big change. I mean, did you see the Lakers team turn themselves around with Luca? I mean,
They were already pretty decent. But
they were already pretty good, but then that Luca just like
Nico
It's
Harrison,
accelerated.
the clown, he's a war criminal.
they're gonna. I can't say it on stream because we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
But if I could say what I wanted to say, I think Alex's channel will get suspended 6 months for what they're gonna do in the streets to him if they ever catch him without security.
oh
It's
boy.
bad.
Oh boy.
It's literally like that.
I'm
meme.
talking like drawn and quartered level. Bad.
Oh, I
Here
don't like
comes
to hear
Mr.
that.
Roger Goodell. He's gonna announce the.
Can I
pick for Sean's
can I
pick.
get can I get one right now? I haven't gotten one right since like the fourth pick.
Yeah.
I've gotten only one, I think, since then, which was the. Which pick
Well,
was it?
technically,
Which
y'all
pick
got
was
the
it?
Warren pick right at that. Right. When
Yeah, but that was
Indiana came
after-
up, but that was after the fact.
After like a consensus.
Yeah.
What was the last good one I had? I had a few really good ones, but I think the cutoff is Goodell's going to the stage now.
Harmon or Barron
Seventeenth
here?
pick in the
I'll stick with
Jalen
Harmon.
Walker was the last one I had that was correct.
The Cincinnati Bengals select Shamar Stewart.
Oh, okay.
Staying on the D line route here. Sorry, edge route.
So
I
I'm
was
guessing
off by
Harmon
one.
drops then.
Yep. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Had a feeling. I have a feeling Harmon's going to end up with Detroit. I think he's going to end up being a Lion.
Folks, we are over halfway. It's hard
So
to
we
believe.
made it. 2
Already
hours in.
halfway there.
Okay,
2
so
hours in, 2
hold
to
on a
go.
second. I apologize. The Knicks are getting penalized because the Detroit clock malfunction. Now Detroit's going to get to put up a final shot.
Oh,
Are you kidding?
Oh, no
Yes.
way.
How much time? Luca, how much
Please.
time? Oh, he can't tell me. He's muted. It's a
Like
scary moment here.
He's ahead of me. I know that, but I'll try to give you an estimate.
Please just deny Cade Cunningham, please.
It still says half a second.
Deny Cade Cunningham.
Armand just said in the chat, per Jordan Schultz, the Seahawks are talking a trade down here, but there's been no team mentioned.
Never mind, folks. The Pistons threw the ball out of bounds.
Okay, good.
If I were the
Next to
Seahawks
bullshit
here,
for nothing.
if I were the Seahawks here and I'm talking about trading down, who would I trade it to?
The Giants.
Yeah, the Giants go right in front of the Bucks. Yeah.
Giants.
If it's not the Giants, I'm going to give you. I think it'd be Buffalo.
You think so?
Buffalo would trade up if there's something that they really like that's slipping. Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, I could have seen actually Buffalo trading up with Arizona actually, but
because Buffalo needs a corner.
and they were going to
Trey
take they should have traded up for Barron.
They would have gone for Trey Amos there.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it looked like they were in the zone of getting a guy like Trey Amos, but now they can go up to a guy like Will Johnson or Jahdae Barron because they're both still on the board. So, I mean, if you want a corner and you want to avoid anybody else taking them, now's your time to jump and take it. Unless you're okay with settling for Maxwell Hairston.
I have the Seahawks staying here with Gray Zabel from North Dakota State.
Jacob asked Alex, we have to move up soon, no?
I would like to move up.
Or Ibuka.
I'm going to give you
Ibuka
another
here would
team
be
to
good.
watch. If it's not Seattle, it's going to be Tampa Bay that makes the trade down.
You think so?
Me and Brian are going to do business together.
Yeah. Give me Malik Neighbors. Let's start the conversation. Give me Malik.
Seattle lost some wide receivers this offseason, so I think maybe Ibuka, maybe. But I had
3 minutes
Gray
on the
Zabel
clock.
here, but I don't know.
3 minutes are on the clock. Seattle still has not put their pick in yet.
I think they're thinking the same thing. Probably they're like, "Well, we lost Lockett and we lost."
Hold on, guys. I'm getting a call from John Schneider. Hello.
Well, what does John Schneider say?
Yeah.
I'm hearing it's Matthew Golden.
John Schneider in his 16th year as general manager of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah,
he's not bad, by the way. He's a pretty good.
He's a very good general manager. Everybody loves John.
Pick is in for Seattle.
Let me
Pick
tell
is
you
in.
something.
Here we go.
Let me tell you something. He's better than fucking Mickey Loomis.
He is better than
Mickey
Loomis.
freaking Loomis. Oh
He
my
is better than
gosh.
Mickey Loomis. He's better than the guy you got in the Giants too, there, Alex.
Well, yeah, the track record shows.
He's even better than. Well, he's better than what the Jets have had.
Okay, so the Bengals, when they took Shamar Stewart, that did hit a major need. They did need edge very badly. I thought it was going to be Mike Green, but since the edges are sliding, it makes sense.
Mike Green, yeah.
Green is awesome too. He was one of my
Green is
favorites.
Awesome.
Some people had thought that Green might go with this pick.
So Seattle is making the pick. They are not trading.
They are not trading the pick.
Let me ask Vinny and Brian this, and then whenever Luca decides to show up again, do you think Cleveland armed themselves to come back up?
Arm themselves? Ooh, they could.
I mean, they could have, yes.
If they're going to do it, they're going to take it for a quarterback to maybe prevent the Steelers here.
They would do it. They would want to do it either Tampa. No, not Tampa. Probably
Tampa's been talking of trading down.
It's going to have to be Tampa or Denver.
All right, Brian, we got to start
Tampa
talking
would
business.
be more likely.
Denver, you got to really coax them to get out of that pick.
Yeah.
Denver's kind of locked.
I
They
think
may
Denver's
not.
gonna take-
Denver may not have gotten their tight end that they want here, but they're going to go get Omarion Hampton. You can bet on that.
yeah.
They're going to take a
Oh,
running back here because they have
most
nothing
certainly.
in that room.
Most certainly. That's I think the one pick I'll get
Who do I
right,
have?
actually.
They're showing the Seattle room right now. Let's take a guess at who Seattle's
They
going
don't
with.
look very happy.
I have Denver taking Travion.
Yeah, they don't look happy at all. I'm going to go ahead and take a guess and say they're taking Ibuka.
I'm going to
It
say
looks
they're
like
taking
they've done it
Simmons,
to
but
try
I'm going to
They
stick with
deny.
Zabel, but I wouldn't be surprised that it moved.
I'm going to let Vinny announce. I say Josh Simmons.
I should have. I'm going to mute.
So Still talking at the desk. The college game day desk is
Roger Goodell's coming out.
and here comes Roger Goodell. The pick is in. There's the 12s.
I knew it. I freaking knew
Called
it.
it.
Ugh. I had him in my mock. I should have stuck with it.
Okay.
I should have stuck with it. Great.
With the
Look at that,
18th
Graham
pick.
Barton's the comp.
In the 2025 NFL draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Gray Zabel. I had him. Yes.
I had him in the mock too, but I
Gray
double guessed
Zabel.
myself. What the hell is wrong with me?
I know my Seahawks.
I forgot that I had
They're one of
him.
my teams, but
And they're showing Senior Bowl clips of him because he was
Gray
a
Zabel.
beast. Right, Alex? You saw it firsthand. He was your favorite guy after the week.
I like that. I actually like that pick for them.
And Tampa's now on the clock. No
All right,
pick
Brian,
is not
let's
in
start
yet.
talking business here.
All right, what do you want?
Oh, well,
I know
want
he
your
wants
19th pick,
neighbors.
obviously.
You got to sacrifice neighbors.
You tell me what.
Fuck
Yeah,
no.
you got to give me neighbors for that one.
No,
buddy.
nope. You got Mike Evans.
Then give me Sexy Dexy.
I'll give you Kayvon
So-
Thibodeau.
So I had Brian. I had you guys taking Jahad Campbell here.
I did as well.
Okay.
If it's not Campbell, you see that it's a full board right now of edges. This team will either go with one of three guys if it's an
Green?
edge. They'll go with either Green, Pierce Jr., or Ezeraku.
Mhm.
And they really liked Ezeraku.
Is there an outside shot they take Ibuka here?
If they take a receiver, I've seen
Because
mocks where they take
Evans is getting a little long in the tooth.
Yeah, he's getting his last year of his contract.
I mean,
He
I
might
like
retire after
Godwin.
this year.
I like Godwin there, but
So I can see a world where they go ahead and take Matthew Golden, but I really think they're going to lean defense here.
Yeah.
And if they're going to lean, I mean, actually, you know what? I'm going to change my pick. Actually. I have a Jahad Campbell right now. I'm changing it on the fly before I lock it in.
they need a replacement for Levante David.
They do. And linebackers not as deep this year, but I do think
Yeah.
that if they get a chance at Carson Schwessinger, they should take it.
Okay.
But as much as it's not deep this year,
There's-
if there's good corners on the board, there's good corners, you know?
That's true.
Jade Barron with Tampa would be
Jahdae
real
Barron.
nice here.
I'm
No.
taking Mike Green here.
I think I'm going to stick with.
I'm sticking with Campbell.
Clock is still running. They have not.
Keep in mind, I do have Campbell mock to them, but in this
Mhm.
specific case, knowing how the board's fallen, I would take a corner because this is something that has been the biggest issue for Tampa for years is corner, and they need a replacement because Jamel
And he-
Dean's guaranteed to miss 8 games every year,
And
we-
Barron
and
has fallen pretty far.
so is Johnson. Both of them have.
And Johnson too, yeah. So either I would be happy with either pick for you, Brian.
Yeah. And then if we trade, I'm going to probably put my fist to the computer.
I wouldn't trade out
Still
here.
nothing yet. They're under
The board
4
has
minutes.
fallen so perfectly for them. Every
Yeah.
pick is good.
Yeah, that's why I don't think they trade out.
Jacob just added per Jordan Schultz, QB needy teams are calling right now to move up.
Nope. Yep, there you go.
Which
Here they
means
come.
Giants are on the phone.
Here they come.
Pick is in for the Bucks, by the way.
Okay,
Oh,
so they did
So that
not
means
make the
they
trade.
are not making a deal.
Good on them. It's probably going to be either Campbell or it's going to be one of the corners, I think.
You don't think it's going to be an edge?
If it's an edge, I'm not mad at it. We can't get sacks. So
It's just like you guys, you have Diaby, and then you have his stupid Hassan Reddick.
Hassan
Hmm.
Reddick, yeah.
Reddick is on a 1-year deal.
Exactly.
So
I have a
making an
feeling
edge would
Reddick's
be-
going to sign a bunch of one-year deals for the rest of his career.
And then Tryon.
Yeah,
is,
he's not like he doesn't deserve it.
Cleveland.
Right.
Joe Tryon is in Cleveland, so
Yeah, that was worth getting rid of him. He never panned out.
Mm.
He was our 32nd pick in the first round the year after we won the Super Bowl.
yep.
Mm.
And he didn't show up till last year.
And he wasn't even that good last year.
No, yeah, he
No,
was.
he didn't. He sat out all year.
He came
Yeah,
from
he did.
Washington, so give me no.
He did. I mean,
We
listen,
have a
I
thing.
thought
We
listen,
love
I
our
thought he was
Huskies,
going to
but
be I thought he was going to be a better than that. Come on.
Tampa loves their Huskies. I'll say that much. They take a
Oh,
lot of
good.
time to look at the guys from Washington because
Exactly.
one of our top guys, Vita Vea, came from
Vita Vea.
Washington.
Hey, Vita
Our
Vea is
starting
a good
tight end,
player,
Kate
man.
Otten, came from Washington.
Kate Otten, good player, man. You're
I always say it
speaking
every
my
year.
language. You're speaking my language.
They never
man.
ever give him enough credit. He's one of my favorites in the league. He's like when Cameron Brate was still with Tampa. It's like that kind of level of like, yeah, he's got a special talent that only I can recognize as a fan of the team.
Well,
McMillan.
I recognize it when he was in Washington for sure.
No, of course.
But
All right, Tampa.
McMillan-
All right, I'm gonna announce the Tampa pick.
Yeah. No, I mean
Okay.
he hasn't arrived at the stage yet. I will say McMillan 1,000 times better than Jalen Polk.
I know, and that's like the
Oh
weird
yes, I couldn't believe that actually though, because I thought Polk was going to be the better player.
McMillan. I don't know why people thought Polk was going to be better. I thought McMillan was a surefire. thing.
McMillan was
Everything I
good
watched from him was
though. I'm not
awesome.
saying McMillan was going to be like horrible.
Yeah.
I just thought Polk would be a little better.
Yeah, but Tampa knew how to
Here we
use
go,
him,
guys.
and that's what helped them.
Deion Sanders on Twitter. The rejected will be respected.
Oh,
boy.
God.
They're clapping like a machine. Who's the first one to go
Oh.
crazy in the room?
Stop it.
Todd's happy. He's clapping. He's just now standing up.
Shador don't look very
Bulls.
happy. They're showing Shador right now.
Shador's probably going. Well, Buccaneers ain't picking a quarterback, so
Denver
is
please
Denver.
trade with us.
Okay,
And
it
neither
says
is
here
Denver.
that per Jordan Schultz, a ton of activity at the bottom of this draft with teams looking to trade down. Couple of QB needy teams making calls. You know who's going to trade down? Minnesota. That's the team to call.
I could see that. Yeah.
Minnesota only has 4 picks in this draft.
But I want to jump in front of the Steelers for Shador.
Oh, now
Shador-
you want Shador?
Now he went just to spite me.
Now that they're now showing Shador on NFL Network, they're showing
Yeah.
him smiling, talking to Gilly the kid.
Oh boy.
And
Shador's
Deion
a-
Sanders Jr. tweeted, "The rejected will be respected." It was
Oh,
Junior
God.
who tweeted, so it was his
Junior
brother.
did. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
Junior did, not Deion.
Okay, good.
Okay, come on, Tampa.
Jihad Campbell. Jihad Campbell.
I don't care if it's defense. Defense should be the focus here. You go offense. What am I going to do?
I call green, but Brian, it's up to you, man.
Again, if it's any of the 3 edge rushers I mentioned, Green, Ezaraku, or who's the other guy I said? Green, Ezaraku, who's the other edge? Pierce. Any of those 3 are fine. If it's one of Johnson or Barron, I'm chilling. If it's Jihad Campbell, the more the merrier. Linebacker makes the most
Here
sense,
comes
though. We have a
Goodell.
massive hole because KJ Britt got hurt.
They-
And wait, no, he's gone. But let's see.
They give Will Johnson a sniff.
Let's see what Tampa does. I want to watch this. They're still talking. They're still showing Shador on my screen.
Goodell's
So
announcing
nobody
it,
give me any
boys.
reactions.
I'm not doing it.
Don't worry.
Nobody.
I'm
give me any
behind
reactions.
you anyway, so don't
I'm
matter.
not watching the screen. Okay, Goodell's coming out now. Come on, Goodell. Give me good news. Give me good news, please. No offense. No offense.
Oh.
Why?
Just what I said. Just what I said, Brian.
Did he call?
Brian. Mike Evans, long in the tooth. You got your replacement for Mike Evans right now.
Okay.
You got your replacement for Mike
Okay.
Evans.
Good point. Very good point.
Good
I'm not
call,
gonna
Alex.
react.
For
I'm not gonna
doing
react.
that. Or
You got your
whoever.
replacement. for
I
Mike
did
Evans.
that. I did that.
Luca.
Listen, I love Igbuka. I had him going in the second round. I didn't think a team was going to do it. To think my team's the one that did it.
Great athlete, man. He's a
But
great
look,
athlete.
tough
Yeah, but
blocker.
that's
I'm
not
seeing
what
the screen.
they
He's a great
needed.
blocker. He's
That's not
very
what they needed, I know.
technical. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but I'm
Another-
like, there's so many holes on defense. There's
Another
so
Ohio
many.
State wide receiver
Oh my
in
god.
the NFL.
Ryan,
It's like a double-edged sword. Like
Brian,
the
I think you
receiver
don't
count-
like this pick, Brian.
I think I'll like it too, but I need to get used to it first. I mean,
Watch. You'll see. When Evans is slowing down more and more and more, and you got Ibuka there, you'll be.
yeah,
You'll be
I'll be all right.
You'll be all
I'm trying to think about
I
this.
agree with
look-
Brian though. There were so many other
I-
needs that they should have hit first.
I
And
have them-
and he's under the radar too, because when you watch Igbuka, his tape, he's so perfect in
He
everything
is-
he's done
Yeah.
that like it gets to the point where he gets completely forgotten about. Because
But
you're
I
just
will
like,
say,
we just
Brian,
expect him to be good.
Brian, I will say I had them taking Parrish at 53, and then I had them taking Trey Harris at 84.
I'm fine with that. I've had something similar.
But now
too.
I don't think they take Harris though.
No, they can switch it up. And plus, we said Edge is deep in this class, so I guess they believe the same thing. Just here's what I want. Next pick, you better get your corner. You
And
better get your
Godwin
corner
and
next pick. For the
Taco
love of
did
God.
say Godwin did get extended. So
I was
Yes.
gonna add. I actually had the Bucks taking Malachi Starks.
We don't need a safety right now.
You know,
It's not. I mean,
No,
we need
he's-
it, but it's not the biggest need.
well, I don't know. I want
Shane,
Watts.
he's
I want
called
Watts in the second round. So
If Pittsburgh would trade down for whatever reason, even though they're not, call them.
Denver, I
Let
got
me see. I had
taking
Tampa.
Travion.
I had Jahad
got-
Campbell first round. I had Princely
Jahad
Uman
Campbell.
Mellon in the second round.
Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. They're showing.
And then I had Jacob Parrish to Tampa at 84.
Wait, hold on a second. Vinny, you said Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave.
They're showing Ohio State wide receiver Jackson Smith and Jigba, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. and now Emeka Egbuka.
Here you go. Giants trying to move back up.
The Giants are working. Here they go.
Do
working
it.
it.
It's the Vikings. I'm telling you, it's the
gotta be
Vikings
the
you're talking to.
Vikings.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Please
would
do
have
it
to
for
be the
Sanders.
Vikings.
Don't do it for Dart.
No, if you want Sanders, you got to get that trade with Denver, and I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, Denver wants a running back here, I think.
I
Quick,
cannot believe that Tampa Bay just took a receiver. I'm still processing.
Quick
Dude,
hockey update.
Brian, I'm telling you, it's going to be fine.
I know, but I know
It's
what holes we have here.
The Ohio State wide receivers are always good. It's always a safe
quick
bet.
hockey update. The Leafs are now up 3-0 on the Senators in the series.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
Overtime win.
Yeah.
Tonight, again.
By the way, I don't watch hockey anymore since the Rangers are out, so I don't care.
All right, they pretty much cleaned house, so you're good to go there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Except for the guy that I really wanted gone, and that's the GM.
Chris
So.
Drury.
Yeah, I wanted Drury gone. He needs to go. Sorry.
I cannot believe that the Bucks. This is like the third year in a row. The Bucks have picked a receiver that's still in their wide receiver room right now. This is the third straight year.
Denver
'Cause this is
still
what-
has not made their pick, and they only got a minute and a half left.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, what's going on there? Wait,
It's
let me see.
between-
I'll let you know now. Yeah,
It's
Denver's
between
got a minute
Hampton
left
and-
on my clock.
It's probably between Hampton and Henderson here, is what I'm thinking.
Or they should
You know what?
trade
At the end of this, I'm not. You know what? You're right. I'm not going to get mad about Tampa Bay doing that. I get it.
Don't talk yourself out of it, Brian. I think you're talking yourself out of this pick.
Don't talk yourself into it either.
Yeah, and you're not like. Just have an open mind, Brian. See what it looks like in training camp, then see what it looks like in.
Taco just asked which
Preseason.
running back is Denver taking. It's going to be Hampton if they do.
I think it's going to be Henderson.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I
disagree.
think it's
with
gonna be
that.
O'Marion.
Travion Henderson. Yeah, they've been talking about like early second for him. He could get up here if Denver likes him more, but I think they
I
like
like-
Hampton. The
Denver's-
pick is in for Denver.
Inside
Let's go
a minute.
Let's go two Ohio State players back
Still
to
no,
back.
still no
That'd be
pick.
crazy.
Still no pick under a minute to go.
I have it on mine. It says Denver pick is in.
Okay, good to know.
I have two windows open. I've got
Do
the
they go-
stream.
But do they go golden here though?
They could, but receivers a
What
big
about
need for
Burden?
them.
You pair him with Sutton.
with the burden, maybe. Who's calling this one?
Denver's needs a running back, receiver, or tight end, so they need skill position here.
Right.
That's a good question. Who is calling? Because Vinny
I'll
did
let-
Seattle.
I
I'm
did
doing the
Seattle.
Sean's
Pittsburgh.
waiting for Pittsburgh.
But
It's between me and you, Luca, because Brian did Tampa.
All right,
Well-
I'll do the Broncos.
Denver picked up Evan Ingram in the offseason, didn't they? So I don't
Yeah,
know if
they
they
did.
need a tight end.
Yeah, they
now.
did. They tight end as much.
Evan
Tight
Ingram.
Evan
All
Ingram.
right.
I know
So
Alex
we-
misses him.
You miss him, huh, Alex?
No.
No.
All those
He
drop
became a
passes
pretty-
that turned into interceptions.
He was pretty decent in Jacksonville.
There will not be a trade in front of the Steelers. The Broncos stayed put and are picking at 20.
All right.
Alex, should we begin negotiations? What would you like, Alex? What would you like us to do for us to trade Don?
Oh, trade Don.
We'll
Guys,
trade
Don.
Don.
You want to trade Don?
Trade Don.
Don.
Let's treat you to Washington's pub over in Potomac Avenue.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Give us,
You know what?
Don.
I'm looking at the Bucks offense right now. It's still crazy before the walkout happens. Baker Mayfield and Bucky Irving is the starting two in the backfield. Then you have Evans, Godwin, Egbuka, and McMillan with Kate Otten.
That's not bad, man. That's a good offense.
That's a
Sweet.
crazy four. They're going to run more four wides. That's what's going to
Yeah,
happen.
exactly.
crap.
crazy.
3 wide.
Not three wide, four wide.
4 wide.
So I was going to say real quick, they are having Sam, a Make-A-Wish kid, announce the picks. So Goodell's just going to read a little
Okay.
bit before.
Well, I see some high fives in the Denver war room.
I think this pick's going to be O'Marion Hampton.
I'm going to be the outlier and say Henderson.
Well put. Right.
Let me text my buddy that the Giants
And
get their quarterback.
oh,
Wow, man.
All right.
Did a trade happen? I saw Ian Rappaport's name just pop up on my screen.
With the 20th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select a player by the name of Jahdae Barron, corner, Texas.
Jahdae Barron. That was a.
Oh, they're going
that
to
was a
pair him with
chance.
Sertan.
There was a chance that they would take him there because he dropped.
Wow.
So now the 2 running backs are available.
All right.
Oh, there's a connection. That's why it happened. He was coached by Vance Joseph's cousin at Texas.
Oh,
Makes sense.
That'll do it.
So keep it in the family,
All
I
right,
guess.
Sean, I want your 20.
All right, Sean.
And a swap a 6. We'll give up a second next year.
How about we we'll head down and get you a Primanti sandwich.
Down, go down.
Have Darnell Washington treat us for lunch there.
Darnell Washington. Somebody,
nice
I heard somebody
bottle
said
of
they
pop.
wanted the Jets to pick him up. To
You gotta get a
trade.
nice bottle of
I'm
pop.
gonna. Do I want to
Good
spoil the little thing here? A little detail for you.
I
Was
would
it like a
wait.
trade or
Is it a trade?
It involves the Steelers.
I would.
I'm listening.
Not a trade.
Not a trade. They made a pick.
Not
Okay.
Shador Sanders.
we'll find out?
I would wait.
Boy, my heart is racing.
I'm not saying anything.
Because if it's not Shador, they're
I will
definitely
put Sean in the
better
big
get-
screen.
They got to get a quarterback.
If
Sean.
it's not Shador, then it's probably a line, but
Here's
You
what
said, oh wait, which line?
O-line.
offensive line.
it's. No, it's
Okay,
going
I'll
to be a
remember
running back. I think it's going to be a running back if it's not Shador.
I'll remember
Marion
that, by the way.
O'Marion
remember that.
Hampton's fault.
O-line.
O'Marion. Yep.
Hampton's like the pick here. That should be the pick. But
Will,
I
John,
mean,
gonna
Will,
say this,
Johnson,
if-
Will Johnson's still on the board, right?
If they don't take Shador here, that pretty much tells me they're signing Rodgers or they're sticking with
Please.
Odell.
Please sign Rodgers.
Please sign Rodgers. Yes. I don't know if that's what we want to hope for, though.
I think
they're
we
showing
could-
Denver's defense
course it
real
is.
quick.
Of
Zach
course it is,
Allen,
Vinny.
Nick Benito, Dre Greenlaw, Pat Surtain, Jahdae Barron. That defense is insane.
Their defense was good last year too. So
That's such a.
that's just going to make them
move.
better.
Technically, corner wasn't need. It just wasn't a top need. It was like a secondary thing.
Right. Right.
But let me just tell you, you said O-line Pittsburgh.
O-line. That's the biggest need, I think, aside from quarterback.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember that.
Oh boy.
Donovan Jackson here.
I'm gonna tell you what I have. I have on the board for
You
you
said for
QB,
Pittsburgh.
defensive line, and running back, Sean.
Running
did
back,
need
yeah.
I think it's either Shador or one of the running backs, either Trey or Hampton.
I'm gonna give you my wild card thought.
They've had bad luck with running backs, Pittsburgh.
My wild card thoughts. They're going defensive line.
Well, they didn't
Wait.
have Vinny. They didn't have bad luck with Najee Harris. They were just stupid. And they didn't bring him back.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but didn't he have bad vision?
He had bad vision, but he still had 1,000 yards a year.
Yeah.
The pick is in for Pittsburgh.
I'm not
All
ready
right.
for this.
Here we go.
I want to put Sean in the big
Come on,
screen
Sean.
here.
Shador
Put
doesn't
Sean on
look
the
that
there you
bad.
go.
And
There you go,
Shador's
Sean.
Come on now.
Shador's just vibing right now.
Nothing will ever beat though, Alex. Remember when we were streaming the Steelers Bears game? Remember my face? Do you still have that picture?
Somewhere. Yeah.
If not, I have it. I can
It's
send
definitely.
it to
It's definitely. I remember it's on your. I think it's on your Facebook.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
if-
everybody, get
what
ready to
what
take a
if they
picture,
pick-
Sean.
What if they pick Jackson Dart here?
Oh my god, that would be funny as hell.
Oh
guys,
my
can laugh my
god!
ass
No,
Just-
actually, the
just get
Steelers would
ready
be
to
the ones
take a
to
picture,
fucking
Sean.
Milrow because they like Milrow.
Or Milrow, yeah.
I can't wait for you.
Him.
This. Can't wait.
Come on, Riley Leonard.
I went on X to check for trades and I already got told. So I'm gonna tell you straight up. Get ready to take a picture of this.
Oh my god,
Well,
Sean.
just for the reactions. That's why I
I'm-
put you.
I'm-
Sean,
And I'm not telling you if it's
I'm-
good or bad.
I'm
not telling you.
I'm
No, no, no,
screenshotting right now.
All right, Sean, you're here to announce it.
I still have Okay, I think. What are they doing?
They're gonna definitely show the they gotta show the war room before they go and do the pick. I guarantee it.
They're showing Lambeau Field. I don't know. They've taken.
Here
this
comes
far.
They're
Goodell.
showing the Steelers war room right now.
Goodell's on the way.
I'm not seeing none of that, so I'm.
They're
behind
on the
all.
All right,
phone.
so
Here it
Sean's the
comes.
furthest behind everybody. Do not react when
All
you
right.
see when
Well,
you
I'm
hear
not
this.
looking at you guys, so it's fine. Out comes Roger Goodell. Steelers on their way to a 9-8 Super Bowl with the 21st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The pick.
Yes.
That's it. Nope, we're done here.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't
Why?
seen it yet. Wait a minute.
Why? Why? Oh, fucking
Eric
why?
Harmon.
Why?
Let's go, Giants. It's time to trade up.
Oh my God. Derek
I
Harmon.
I need a hoodie.
I
I feel
I
bad.
mean,
Your screenshots in.
No, you should have just
I
fully
had him.
fucking recorded that.
I had him like
That's
his
a
head
Steelers
down. His
hoodie.
head
Get
was
that
down
outta
when I
here.
took it.
Well, they addressed the D line. That wasn't
That's a
me.
hoodie.
It wasn't me.
I don't even know what this hoodie. I'm sorry, Alex, but the shirt had to come
I-
off. That was.
Fine, that's fine.
I don't
Hey,
know.
I
what
Brian,
had-
this is the successor to Cam Hayward.
I want.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's
I'm
crazy.
done.
Keep in
Interesting.
mind what I said here.
Interesting
D-
pick, Sean.
D line was definitely in need
They don't
because
have a
it's.
quarterback.
Yeah, they need a corner.
Do you see anybody going at quarterbacks right now? You also are acting like the Steelers won't trade back up.
The Giants should trade back up right now.
I really wish we had.
How
given
about
the
they
pick
just
to the
did?
Giants at this point? I got a
When
Yankee
I
hat
offered you
somewhere.
something good and you didn't take it, okay?
You wouldn't.
I had to, but I had Pittsburgh taking T.J. Sanders at 83.
Yeah, Sanders is really good too.
I mean, why couldn't they have taken Shador and then taken Sanders at 83?
You have no idea how many people are panicking right now and trying to take a guess why the Steelers didn't take Sanders. Like they're saying, like, you guess he's not going first round. Is this an indication Steelers are going to go with Rodgers and they have a deal done?
Well, Omar Khan said he wants 2 more quarterbacks on the roster. Who the fuck else is that going to be?
Now, keep in mind,
Chuck.
I want this as a reminder because I'm sure Sean might be aware of this, but we'll see. The Steelers don't have a second round pick this year. So if
No,
they
they
want a rookie
don't.
quarterback, they
They
got to
gotta
either
trade.
wait or they got to move up.
They
So for
traded
now-
Metcalf. That's right.
Everybody's
So for
saying
now, the current
they have
QB
Metcalf.
room, the current quarterback room now remains Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson.
Oh, there's a Super Bowl
Hold on,
for
you
you.
got receivers. You don't have a
Super Bowl.
quarterback.
Round of
Super
applause,
Bowl,
everybody.
Pittsburgh. Super Bowl.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, Sean. You're going
I'm
to get a Christmas gift tomorrow. Your Christmas gift that's very early is going to be
It's
George
Jackson.
Pickens getting traded for a second round pick.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, my.
You know what? You're
And,
probably
and
not
that second
wrong.
round pick will be Jackson Dart.
I think that makes plenty of sense.
No,
Him or
actually, I'm
Milrow.
going to tell you the truth. I think they're getting Milrow. He's the other guy that they really liked.
I really didn't like Milrow in college.
I don't either.
Phil
I
Sims just
hated him in
tweeted.
college. I hated him.
Phil Sims just tweeted the Steelers have a plan at quarterback. Quick talking like they don't. They'll let us know soon.
All right.
He's the
Shall we
first
listen?
one
Okay.
that's-
I'm going to cut everybody off here.
The same
Who
Phil
wants
Sims
to-
that got thrown
Who
off.
wants to know what the Steelers fans are saying right now?
Yes,
Sure,
I
why not?
want to hear what
'Cause
you.
I just pulled up.
I wanna
the
hear what
comment
you're
section.
saying.
I'm
I'd
so
rather hear
scared.
from you, Sean.
I'm so scared.
I want to hear more
First
from
one
you,
is
Sean.
terrible pick. Fuck Omar Khan. Someone said this isn't Shador. We need a QB and new coaches at this point. Sell the team. That's a new one. A lot of gifts.
Yeah, but you guys are talking like you hadn't made the playoffs in like 10 years.
Someone's.
or
But what
actually
have we
13.
done with that? Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Someone said they only care
Talking
about
to you're
defense.
talking to a Jet fan. Sorry.
Yeah. When Luca
I have
comes
no
back,
I have
he's
no
gonna-
sympathy for you Pittsburgh
He's
fans.
gonna
I'm sorry.
explain. He's gonna
No
explain.
sympathy.
You hear
None.
that again? You got no sympathy for them Yinzes.
None.
Someone said, "What was the point of getting DK?" Let's see. A lot of stuff I can't repeat.
It worked.
Um,
Because
No,
you
yeah,
guys were
get
going to
the
get
deep-
Rodgers.
No, yeah, get the defense some help. The offense has it covered. That's the best one I've seen.
Because you're going to sign Rodgers. That's why. He's going to be your 1 year Band-Aid.
Someone
So-
Someone asked if this guy can throw. What are we doing? I
That
hate
was a
you
good one.
guys.
I like that one.
Uh, are we serious? Not watching a Steelers game this season? Yeah, everybody
Oh,
that says they're not.
stop it.
not,
The
not
Everybody's
people that-
done.
everybody that says
By the
that's
way,
full of shit.
that person that said that, I would say you're full of shit.
Yeah,
the-
I don't take those seriously.
Luca.
We
Yes.
don't believe anymore.
He's reading Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh
fan
yes,
comments.
Taco. I see that, but what do you do after Rodgers 1 year that he's going to spend there?
You have to draft a quarterback.
And you're not if with Rodgers, you're not going to be in the top.
Someone
10.
said with a broken
not.
heart, the
So-
Mason Rudolph MVP tour starts now.
Yeah, the redemption tour begins.
Imagine
And,
Mason Rudolph actually the
Someone
starter.
said, okay, all right, this is the dumbest one I've seen. Someone said this isn't Milrow.
Okay,
Get the fuck
I
outta
wouldn't.
here.
I wouldn't have wanted. I wouldn't have
All
wanted
right.
Milrow anyway.
Okay. The Chargers still have not put their pick in yet, and there's 2 minutes to
Please
go.
tell me the Steelers.
I have
are
Kenneth.
trading.
I have Kenneth Grant here, but
Please tell me the
Grant's
Steelers
gone.
make a
Please,
fucking
Kenneth.
trade
that's
here.
right. That's right. That's right.
He went to Miami.
That's right.
Joe Hortons, please.
I think the Chargers are going to go with Matthew Golden here. Cut off the Packers before they can get
Someone
him.
They need
thinks we're-
receivers, dude.
Yeah, they do need.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Golden here.
Someone thinks we're tanking for Arch now.
The Steelers don't
They're
tank.
tanking
No, we
for us.
don't
They don't
tank.
tank. They
We
just
go
win.
9-8.
9-8 forever.
Luca, so he was reading some Steeler fan comments, and Vinny's like, "Why are you guys talking like that? Why you haven't made the playoffs in 10 years?"
Actually, it's 13, 14.
14.
Yeah,
Then,
14.
you know, actually, fun fact, I'm sure you guys saw, during the Pope's tenure, the Jets were the only team to not win a playoff game or even make the playoffs.
Thank you for reminding us, Sean. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
But you're
Thank
going to keep attacking me. I'm going to come right back at you.
Wow.
It's
I didn't
getting
say
close,
shit.
people. It's getting close.
I didn't say shit.
A
I'm
minute and
always
10 for
fucking
the
with
Chargers
you.
to make a pick.
I'm only fucking with you.
No, I know.
I will say I shouldn't have thrown the terrible towel. This was my dad, so I am gonna respectfully pick this. up.
Respect that towel.
Everything else got thrown.
Respect that towel.
You guys
The
need
towel will not
Everybody
get
gets
disrespected. That
These
was my
Chargers
bad.
might not get a pick in. What's going on, folks?
Maybe the Giants are trying to trade up.
I shouldn't have put a hoodie on. It's like 90
what?
degrees in here.
What is it?
Yeah.
Shadows of 04?
Yes.
Take one of this comment, if you will. As a Raiders fan, the Steelers
Well,
can find my
I was
sympathy.
just reading
They
that.
better.
I'm starring that.
See, I compare the
stealing that.
Steelers to what the Yankees are. They've become a bunch of corporate.
That is
clowns.
that is a good one, Taco. I like that one.
The Chargers are at 20 seconds without a pick in yet.
Please
I'm
tell me
still
they're
waiting to see.
trading.
15
Who's doing
seconds.
They're showing Shador on ESPN right now.
There's
They ain't
no
going to
shot that the
Chargers.
Chargers are taking him.
No.
No.
They're probably
really not
taking
that.
Golden.
Seven,
I had them
6,
taking
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The war
Who's the
room
last-
is just
The
kind
pick
of
is
sitting
in.
there.
Yeah.
Pick is in. They beat the buzzer.
I think you're right, Brian. I think Golden's going here.
What
They
was
beat
the
the
last?
buzzer here.
May I ask? What was the last time a team got timed out?
I think it was
Ooh.
2017. I think it happened to Washington.
Really?
I think it happened to Washington one year. Let me see if I can confirm that. Last time a team
I agree, Taco. That
timed
would be
out
peak
on a
Chargers.
pick.
In
in the
unison.
NFL
Fuck
draft.
you, Spanos.
Go Chargers,
Oh.
go!
Hey, if you order for we got a special at McDonald's tomorrow. If you guys want to add a sandwich for $1, so go ahead and
Actually, I
Woohoo!
tried.
go ahead
I
and
tried
go to
to.
McDonald's.
I was home today and I tried to
draft.
order McDonald's through Uber Eats. The order never came. They had
Yeah, I won't do that ever again.
The
I have
last team to do it
two
was
horror
Baltimore.
stories.
Baltimore. All right, you were close.
Baltimore did it in 2011.
Baltimore. There you go.
26th pick in 2011 in the first round. The Ravens tried to make a trade, but they ran out of time.
Oh,
Nice.
Way to go, Ravens.
So
All right. Golden. That's what I'm saying here.
apparently he was fielding trades left and right, but nothing was ever closed. So the Ravens eventually got their pick in, but they got it before the Saints picked at 28.
I got
So
a new
it was
Steelers
weird.
comment y'all will laugh at. Don't worry, we'll pick a QB with our imaginary second round pick.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
'cause they
saying.
don't-
If you trade George
have to
Pickens,
trade.
you can get your second.
You would
round
have to
pick.
get it because you don't pick till 83.
Hey, maybe the Giants want him.
Giants. And he's
If you
back
listen,
to now-
if you entertained Odell, I mean, you would definitely entertain him.
We have Malik Neighbors. I'm good.
Yeah, but he ain't no diva. Let's be real. He's
Who you
not
got
a
on the
diva.
other side?
Not
You need
yet.
another receiver on the other side.
All right.
I'm fine with
Chargers
your-
pick is in for the Chargers. Their needs reside at tight end, defensive line, and wide receiver. I'm locked in on this being Golden.
Golden. I mean, I definitely they need to pick him before the Packers pick because
Who's up?
I had
to-
Golden going to the
who's up
Packers
to
at
announce the
23.
pick?
Hmm?
Who's up to announce the pick? Whose turn is it?
I don't know. I did Tampa just a couple picks ago, so
And I did. I didn't.
I guess
I did 18.
I did 19.
I'll take this one. With the 22nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Omari and Hampton, running back.
Oh, they took the running
Wow.
back.
You know what? It actually makes sense. That one makes sense too.
Yeah.
Because the problem was with the Chargers that I think they lost Dobbins or
They
was that
did.
just got
Dobbins or
Najee
They
Harris.
did. They lost Dobbins.
okay.
They just got Najee Harris.
Yeah, and then but they did pick up Najee Harris. That's true.
Yeah, but Najee's got what, a 1-year deal?
Yeah.
There's more flexibility
know.
here with Hampton.
Hey, Green Bay, you want some extra picks?
Oh,
You want
gosh.
some extra picks? Pick up the fucking
Green Bay is
phone.
now on the clock.
Pick up the fucking phone.
Green Bay.
Green Bay's definitely not
So I
trading
think
back.
I think Green Bay takes Golden here though. At 20.
That's what I was saying. I had that in my mock. If Golden is there, they're taking him. He needs to go there for sure. If they take Luther Burden, that'll blow my mind.
This is an accurate comment.
That
Yeah.
is absolutely correct.
By the way, Alex, the U-Tree and Chiseled Adonis rants are going to be legendary tomorrow.
Yes.
If there's one outlier to what the Steelers just did, YouTube just got 10 times better off those two ranting.
For the reasons of content, everybody
Yeah.
won tonight.
Who's gonna throw Pickens the ball? Who's gonna throw Metcalf the ball? Who's gonna throw Freeman the ball?
And watch, there's gonna be eventually like, at least if you had Justin Fields, he could run and catch it.
Well, apparently, some of the Steeler fans wanted Milrow, so
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe,
Well,
maybe
I know.
Milrow's
And
there.
they asked
I've
me
been hearing
why.
that hype everywhere about Milrow. It's been
At the end of the
crazy.
day-
I do not like him.
I don't
do
like him
not
either.
like him.
I
Not a big fan.
I don't not like him.
One
I
good
do
year though.
very
He had
raw.
one good year.
I think he's just raw, and that's the
think he's
problem.
raw,
You
too.
got to
Yeah,
really
but he's
raw
like
his heart.
he's definitely like 2 or 3 years out. at
Oh
least.
yeah.
His
at least.
potential and outcome currently as a quarterback is on par with what I think Anthony Richardson's was. Get drafted. You have this you're supposed to be this really good dual threat guy, but you have to reach that point. You came up with raw athleticism. Every trait is positive, but you need to develop properly to handle the NFL level of intensity, playbooks, complex schemes, the way they draw things up, audibles, everything. You have to be able to match that level. If you can't do that, you're going to be out of the league just as fast as
He
you
also
came in.
has to be with in the right situation too. He's got
That
to
is
be with
correct,
the right
too.
Oh,
coaching.
absolutely.
He's
Yeah,
got to
that's
be
why
with the
I-
right coach.
That's why I
The
love
Steelers would have been, I guess, okay, but I don't know. He's
Yeah.
still too far out.
Ooh, Armand just said that per Ian Rappaport, the Chargers shrugged off trade offers for 22.
Fuck
So they
you,
had
guys.
offers and they said no.
Fuck
Probably
you.
the Giants. Probably the Giants saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
Minnesota, please. What the hell was I gonna say? Oh,
Green Bay taking
what? I
Golden."
mean, that's why the Giants are fit for Milrow because obviously people see Dable as this like quarterback guy, but also something that me, Brian, and Luca experienced firsthand is I'm not gonna piss on the personality of Anthony Richardson because I haven't gotten enough of it, but Jalen Milrow is an extremely humble character.
Yes.
No, he is. He is.
He is great guy.
I've seen him in interviews. He's
Yeah,
you know
Sir Luca got to ask him a question.
totally different than Richardson.
The Packers are going to go two ways here. They're either going to go with Golden or they're going to go with Will Johnson
Who did I have? I
Yeah,
have
because
the-
corner's their next need. So
because Jair Alexander going to be out the door.
Walking Hospital.
Yes.
I originally had them taking Donovan as Araku.
Yeah, they do need edge, but I don't think it's important as corner or receiver.
What about
Even
they got
tackle's
Keyshawn-
important.
But they got Keyshawn Nixon and Carrington Valentine though too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nixon's more of a returner.
Yeah, that's true.
They did add Nate Hobbs, who fills their
Yeah,
slot.
they got Nate Hobbs.
Hobbs is
Right.
pretty decent. Valentine's like a high end backup.
I don't know what to think right now.
I mean, I had
Really
them
don't.
taken at 87 Porter, so
What did I have? I had the Packers taking Golden here no matter what. But I think looking in hindsight, knowing that these corners slipped down, I mean, what do you even
I had
do
them
with it?
actually I had Igbuka going here at 23
The pick is
originally.
not in yet. They got 3:15 left to go to get a pick. in.
until your
I'm
Tampa
gonna call
Bay
Gunkist
team
or
took
whatever
him.
the fuck his name is.
Yeah, well,
ruined
I
my-
wasn't necessarily expecting it,
Yeah,
man.
you
I think
You ruined
anyone
my-
was.
you ruined my mock.
There's only one team that I think can still make a trade here, and they're going to do everything they can to get out of that spot, but they want a great offer, and that's going to be Minnesota, who's right behind Green Bay.
Yeah, I think Minnesota wants out.
Yeah.
They only got 4 picks. You don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, Mensa needs to talk to Joe Shane.
He doesn't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah, what are you doing? You telling them what to do now?
You notice how there's one less person on this panel?
One less talking head.
Oh yeah, that's right. There you go, Luca.
Yay!
My fellow
Luca, they
fellow
got
gangrene.
win. I'm sorry.
Here you go. Eagles discussing moving up.
No.
Eagles.
No.
What do they want?
Oh,
Talk that was on the
God.
board. It's on the
What
board.
do they want up
For
there?
who?
Will Johnson.
Will John? Oh yeah,
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 another
because
Add
one.
half their
another
defense is
that is
gone.
true. That is true.
They're gonna do it again
Yo, how many
They're gonna-
corners do they need though?
They need
because
a ton.
Cooper DeJean is not their starting corner. He's the starting nickel. He doesn't start
Oh,
in
Cooper
the
DeJean
main.
played pretty well in that Super Bowl.
He
Yeah.
did, but it's not his main position. His main position is to play in nickel
How many
package.
corners they need?
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be brutal.
He did I don't know how many times he was actually covering Kelsey, but he did a pretty good job there.
A minute
Yeah,
45 for the Packers.
I agree with Taco. That doesn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, they want to milk the airtime.
They're shaking hands. They
I
made their
understand
pick for sure. They just haven't put it in yet.
Oh man,
So the Packers made their pick. They just have not punched it in.
did the Bills move up?
They're definitely a contender to go up.
I think they could sit where they're at, if I'm being honest.
If they wanted to, yeah, but it depends on how the board falls. The way the board's fallen so far, Johnson's still on the board. He's still got a
Amos
great
is
edge
still
rusher
on
in
the board.
Pierce.
I would think
Campbell is
they'd
still
want-
on the board.
Yeah, I would think they'd want Johnson or Campbell at least.
Yeah, and I mean, even Josh Simmons and Emin Wari are still here. Nobody's
Josh
jumped
Simmons.
at them.
Josh
Starks
Simmons,
is still on the board.
50 seconds. Nothing yet. But it looks like they made their pick for sure.
I said, could
Yeah.
you imagine they ran out of time in their own town?
That would be insane.
That would be
That would be
hilarious.
insane. The pick is in. It's locked. Locked in. All right. I guess I'm doing the Green Bay pick.
So there's 107,000 in Green Bay, and the estimated attendance is 125,000.
Yeah, when their
That's crazy.
their city population is only 100,000.
107.
That whole town is rallied around this team because it's one of the oldest NFL teams, and it's
And that's a true
It's-
football town.
a team that the town literally owns the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
They're one of
they
if
live
not the
and
only
die.
team.
They live and die Packers over there.
Yep. They do everything
That's
for
one
that
of
team.
those stadiums I'd like to get out to.
You know
So
it's not
bad.
going to be as good as the modern ones, but you just know
I
that
just
the
want to go
history
to.
there is
I
still
just
pretty-
want to go to. I
nostalgia.
just want to go to Wisconsin. Period.
All right, we're waiting on Green Bay here. I'm waiting for the pick to come in.
Just don't
The
go
pick
in
is in.
December.
Waiting for the announcement.
No, I would never go to December.
Oh no, hell no.
That would be a tundra.
You'd be
the
sitting
time-
in negative
Ian?
15 degrees.
I've been to Alaska, so
Oh, all right, then yeah, maybe that wouldn't be that bad
I
for you.
mean,
What are they gonna
Alaska's worse. Way worse. They literally have to hook their cars up to heaters at night.
Nope.
Not for me,
No,
Who,
no.
Alex, who's announcing the pick?
Brian.
Brian.
All right,
Brian,
All right, Green Bay.
Brian,
Brian.
Brian.
Here he comes, and that's
Fine.
with the president, Mark Murphy. So Murphy's going out with Goodell here.
Uh-oh.
They love Mark Murphy.
Mark Murphy, the figurehead.
Yeah, well, that's basically what he is. It's Green Bay. It's your time.
The same Mark Murphy that said they wanted Aaron Rodgers back, and then like 2 days later said,
Yeah, just by my.
"I didn't really say that."
I think a lot of their problems with Goot.
All
Okay,
right.
here comes Mark. He's making the pick, not Goodell.
Golden.
Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? He's doing a speech.
Green Bay, it's your time.
I just want them to be like, oh, before we announce the pick, we're trading it to Detroit again.
By the way, Sean, I
Imagine.
found it. Sean, by the way.
Oh, you found the picture. Nice.
Oh my god.
That was the game against the Bears several years
I see.
ago.
I see you changed all your clothes. No.
Yeah, well, I ripped the shirt off. I chucked the hat somewhere. I don't know where the hell that went.
I'm sure your
And I
mom's
just- I
really
found
proud of you right
I
now.
found this hoodie that I haven't worn in like 8 years. It barely fits. So
Make a mess. Your mom's probably happy.
this is a
with you right
storage room anyway. It's my
now.
room.
Okay.
So
Okay, good. Good.
no, actually, I was worried she was going to hear me punching the table.
Okay, Packers.
Okay, Packers, let's go.
Oh, he's talking to all the fans here.
People,
Oh, God.
people work in the morning.
Yes, I have to be in at 7. This is not helping.
Let's go.
I'm all good. I got a night shift tomorrow, so I'm chilling.
Lucky bastard.
Hey, listen, how great is it? It's a 6:30 to 2:30.
Oh, you're so lucky.
All right.
Okay.
They're taking the wide receiver.
They're taking
He just said for the first time since 2002, they're taking a wide receiver. He didn't even say the name yet. The crowd's going nuts.
so they're taking
It's
Golden.
Matthew Golden, Texas.
Okay.
So Matthew Golden, as we had predicted, is going to go to Green Bay.
And here's
I think we both predicted that, right, Ven?
Yes.
Yeah, we both had that. Okay.
Well, after he fell that far, after he fell there, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's different. I had him in the original mock going to Green Bay.
By the
Wow.
way, here's all Steeler fans reacting to no quarterback at 21.
Because of Adonis. Was that actually his live reaction?
No, it's a
Oh.
screenshot I have from.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I
I would
know-
believe that to be a live reaction, too. Good for
Adonis
Golden,
is
man.
streaming.
Matthew Golden, good job. And he
That's
gets
an
to work
excellent,
with
that was an
Love.
excellent. Good for Green Bay. They finally
be a
did the
lot-
right thing.
It's going to be a lot colder in Green Bay than it is in
Oh,
Texas
yeah.
for him, though.
He don't care. Come on.
sure.
He's just happy to go in the first round.
First round.
I just
Unlike
thought-
Shador.
Just popped in on one of the
Uh,
Steelers YouTubers I watch.
the
and it
Vikings
says-
just,
The Vikings just do something?
I thought they just traded
I haven't seen it
because
yet.
the clock just reset out of nowhere. Every time I
Oh.
reload the clock, it's changing time.
Giants?
Checking. I haven't seen
Pick is in
anything
from
yet.
Minnesota.
Nope.
Ah,
Oh,
Damn.
pick is in.
shit.
Damn it, Alex.
Why would you do this to me?
Sorry,
ESPN?
AGP.
ESPN,
Sorry,
I got the
AGP.
tracker on. They said the pick isn't even in yet.
Shador really has fallen.
He has. People were
There was
saying
talk he was gonna
21.
happen.
He's fallen behind 21.
Yep, the pick's in. It's locked. There is going to be no trade from Minnesota.
There's
That
no
is
way
so
Minnesota.
stupid.
There's no way Minnesota takes Shador here. No way.
It is so stupid
That would
that
be dumb as
Minnesota
hell.
didn't trade this
That would be
pick.
so
I cannot believe they didn't trade it. They had to trade this, and they didn't.
By
I
the
don't even
way.
care who they pick. They're going to be mad about this.
And then to put another joke on the Steelers, Steelers front office. We're gonna go pick a defensive lineman. Steelers fans.
The fuck you are.
I have the Vikings picking on Nick Amenwari from South Carolina.
I have them taking Maxwell Hairston from Kentucky.
I like
I
Harrison.
have Malachi Starks.
You have Malachi
Mm.
Starks for every team, Alex.
I have Nick Amenwari here.
We're just gonna go down the line until like he gets
Yeah, until
picked.
someone they take.
Like I have this team from I have the Chiefs for Malachi for Starks.
I have Nick Amenwari right now as my safety pick here.
Amenwari
we
is
will
like the
get-
second to take over for Harrison Smith.
We will get a live YouTube reaction at some point. He is streaming with 5 points. So
Okay, here we go
Oh,
again.
good lord.
Josina Anderson. I'm told the Giants are trying to get back into the first round.
Well, of course
we
they
knew
are.
that.
Oh, of
I
course.
mean,
Hello.
that's like the
Where are they gonna
that's,
pick?
that's like the biggest non-secret of them all.
Yeah.
Such a non-
Hey, shh, guys, did you know that the Giants are trying to trade back into the first round?
Really?
Who would have thought?
Really?
They want to
I
pick
would
a
have never.
quarterback.
I could have never guessed that.
What is up to my
Crazy.
boy Jets mess?
What's
Hello,
up,
boys.
man?
Just got in from
What's
the
up?
biggest Jet fans draft party.
Nice,
I didn't
nice.
even know they had a. Not to say that they didn't.
Did
not
you
in-
go to? Did you go to Jake's? Did you go to the Asman's guy? Draft party?
Minnesota here is going to be looking at either safety, corner, or D line, but something's telling me they're not even going to hit that side of the ball.
Well,
Yeah, Armand just talking about the Eagles trying to trade up. Too.
yeah. I was gonna say Jets mess lives in Vegas. So
Oh,
he-
so he did not go to Jake.
yeah,
Asman.
Asman's doing it in Manhattan with 5 minutes.
Asman is doing it in Manhattan. That's right. Okay.
This is
Oh, so he's
how-
getting
Okay.
ripped off.
Okay.
Good to know.
Okay.
He's getting ripped
Oh,
off.
very nice, Jets. Mess.
I wonder if fan favorite who hated
By the way, what does Jets mess think of our first round pick?
yeah,
I like to ask him.
I'd like to know.
You know what's funny? Matt Golden was like slightly being teased to go into the top 10.
Yeah,
At one
This
point.
is 40 time.
that was like I saw that on like somebody's second mock, I think.
Wow, the Ravens are going to have a lot of choices at 27. They need edge rush so bad, and they've got everything they need right there. They also need safety. Oh, everything they want's right there.
That's fair.
Yeah, I Jets mess. I wanted Warren too, and actually Luca did too, but
You know, source
Baltimore
tells
needs
me
edge safety and
like
interior
I told
line.
everybody else, having a right tackle and a left tackle for the next 9 to 10 years, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You'll never have to worry about O-line again.
That's right. Well,
So
the tackles. You have to worry about
we
tackles.
got it. I mean, we got ABT, so we'll be okay.
Before whoever announces the Vikings pick, source tells me if Luca would have went to that draft party, he would have interviewed a guy who hated Knoble from college by the name of Charles Gorman.
Oh my God.
Charles, who's Charles Gorman?
Oh, you don't know the lore?
No, I don't.
Oh, you gotta know. We gotta introduce you to the lore at some point.
All right.
Gray Zabel was hosting a draft party with his friends and family in South Dakota. When he was asked how he's about to celebrate, he said probably going to start diving into these bush lights.
Okay.
He said
I don't know.
Who's
He said
announcing?
he's got a 12-hour rule to celebrate, and then he's got to get to work.
I'll do it even though I'm behind. But
Gotcha.
yes, Jets mess. Apparently, Alex loves the pick, so I don't know.
Adam Schefter just tweeted the Giants are trading back up into the first round. It happened.
Oh, there we go.
With who?
We do not know who it is yet. We do not know.
Come on.
I hope they
motherfucker.
trade up no, because Houston doesn't
is
need
it
a
gonna be?
quarterback.
Who is it going to be?
Please,
Schefter just did it. We don't
There
know
you go.
who it is.
Houston.
Houston? Yeah, that's what
It's
I
gonna be the
Yeah,
Giants
man.
this pick after.
The Giants gave up $34.99 in a future third.
That's fine.
So you will not have
So
a
the pick is
second
in
round
for
pick.
the Vikings. And we have, there we go. With the 24th pick,
If they take
the
I-
Minnesota
you know I
Vikings
would be-
select.
I really, Alex, if the Giants do the same thing the Steelers did, you're getting clowned as bad as I have been. I'm putting it out there right
Good.
now.
They select
Oh.
Donovan Jackson from Ohio State.
That's a good pick. They did lose some line help this offseason, so yeah, that's a good pick. But that means the Giants are now on the clock.
The Giants
one.
are on the clock.
All right,
Nobody
Alex.
again,
Press
nobody
the
please
on.
spoil in chat.
Well, it's kind of obvious who they moved up
nobody's-
for.
Well, no,
Alex.
obviously, but not the pick itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with him
Well,
on
Alex,
this.
to be fair, I
Chat, do
think
not
there's a-
spoil this.
Alex, I gotta say, I think you're further ahead than all of us anyway, so I think you're okay.
Yeah, you're not. Trust me, I'm not spoiling anything for anybody.
No, I ain't either.
Not me watching ESPN.
So,
trust me.
so in the end, the Texans traded their 25 for to the Giants in exchange for their 34th pick, the 99th, and a third rounder in 2026. So a second
hope-
this year, a third this year, and a third next year.
I hope they announce Travion Henderson here.
I swear to God, my
That would
camera,
be funny.
Wait, no, Vinny, I know what this is going to be. I got it. It's going to be Will Johnson.
my
I
camera's
hope
going out the
that too.
window.
If it's Will Johnson or Travion Henderson, I'll die.
My camera, my computer will shut down. It's getting punted.
Oh, I'm putting that in the
I'm
world.
going to make
I'm
this
putting
worse.
that in the
It's
world.
going to
so
be
bad.
it's going to be Shador Sanders. I'm going to make this worse.
Oh,
it's gonna be
well,
Shador.
yeah.
It's
Why
gonna
is
be
that
mean,
Jalen
one-
Milrow.
I
mean-
want.
Alex
No,
can
you
hope.
want a dart.
No, I didn't want Dart.
If it's Jackson, oh no, it's Milrow.
Yeah, it's gotta be Milrow.
Please, Milrow.
I do not.
Milrow.
It's Mac
Milrow.
You
Brosmer
just
from
said
Minnesota.
if anybody's going to be able to
Riley
help him
Leonard.
out, it's going to be
Riley Leonard, yes.
I got the name.
anyone-
I know who the pick is. I'm not saying who it is.
Okay.
I'm keeping it quiet.
If anyone's going to be able to help him, it's going to be Dable, right? So Milrow's
I know who it
got
is.
Dable.
And I'm smiling about it.
Oh, is
I
this
see it.
a smile? Like,
Yep, I just saw
I
it.
ain't
Vinny was
spoiling
right.
nothing,
Smile.
I'm not
but
saying
I'm
nothing.
smiling.
Oh my God. Is this a smile where we're going to see Alex throw stuff?
Make sure
All
Alex
right,
is sending
I
our
I
Everybody
can't. I
else.
can't specify.
Alex on the big screen.
Oh my
Guys,
God.
can't.
Please.
guys,
Please.
I'm not allowed to
Please.
specify.
I am praying to the
All I can
God.
say is I'm
Now,
smiling.
God,
Alex,
they just
Alex,
break
Alex,
Don't
we
hint,
do have to.
don't say anything.
Alex,
I'm
we
not-
do have to stick to the theme though. If they take a quarterback, it's got to be a
Listen.
vibey quarterback, right? Remember your quarterback rumor vibes?
They go to
Yeah, I'm still in commercial.
Couldn't hear you there, Alex. What'd you say?
they go to commercial. Are you serious?
Oh,
they
yeah.
did this with
Yep.
the Jets
I
too.
got an Allstate commercial.
Also, there's talks that the Rams are going to be making a trade next. That they're going to trade out.
It'll be the Steelers.
Oh,
next.
so the Rams are going to get Shador. Nice.
No, if the Rams trade, it's probably going to be with Philly, and Philly be right behind the Giants.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
true.
you're
That's
right.
true.
They probably get like Will Johnson because they need 9 corners.
They do technically.
Yeah.
9 quarters.
Why is Jay Glazer? What did he just tweet?
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's what I
know.
thought it was.
He knows who the Giants are taking.
Remember, chat. Do not spoil it for Alex, please.
Yeah,
looking
don't
at
do
the
not
chat.
say anything, chat. So I would turn the chat off, Alex.
Yeah, Alex. If
I'm
I
not
were
looking
you,
at
I would block the
Like,
chat.
don't just block it.
Like, no
Don't
disrespect.
block
to the chat, we
them.
just-
Don't block
Hey,
them. Just-
No,
hey,
no, I'm
shout
not
out,
looking.
shout out Armand. That was really funny. Watch the fic be Tyler Shuck.
oh
That
my
would be
god,
funny
that
as
would be
hell.
Armand.
I am putting a hole in this
Please,
TV.
Armand.
That would be.
Please let
fucking
Armand be
great.
right. Please let Armand be right. I want Armand to be right.
We
That
all
would
want
be
to be
I
right.
knew I liked
fantastic.
Armand. I knew I liked him.
Oh my gosh.
Can we get back from commercial?
I'm saying the same
No.
thing.
Killing
I'm waiting.
suspense.
Okay, they just came
Thank
back from
you.
commercial on my end.
The pick is
Me
in.
too.
The pick is in.
Okay, so we should be on a similar time with the
All right,
NFL Network.
Alex. When you're ready to make the pick, tell us all to shut up. So
I'm gonna go on mute because I'm laughing too hard right now.
Trust me.
chat. Do not say a word. Do not say a word.
All right, there's your confirmation. 25th for second rounder this year, third round this year, and a third round next year. That's what the Texans got. Honestly, good deal for the
Yeah,
Texans.
I was just
Really
gonna
good
say.
deal.
Alex, you look nervous.
He's very nervous because I'm being very cryptic. He doesn't know.
I don't know anything. Then again, that's very.
They're showing Sanders.
that's
Sanders
very lightable.
has
Like
a
I said,
smile on his face.
I was smiling eye to ear. I mean, ear to ear.
Eye to ear.
I know. Ear to ear, I was smiling,
Eye to ear.
which can be a good thing or a bad thing for you.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
can we make the damn pick already? Oh,
You know,
I know.
God.
You know, if I remember,
on
technically
commercial.
with the picks tonight, we're kind of in a weird spot. We're favoring towards bad reactions
Yes.
because
Yes,
the
we
Bucks
are.
and the
Well,
Steelers.
it's
bad
gonna be
reaction.
hard to top my reaction.
Will the Giants even the scales, or are they going to continue on bad reactions?
Oh, I hope.
We need
I-
good juju, not bad juju.
Don't say
Riley
juju
Leonard
around
here.
Sean.
Please.
Sean doesn't like.
I don't care.
No
about him
juju
no
for
more.
Sean.
I don't care about him.
Juju
No, we need
Smith.
Riley Leonard right here.
Riley Leonard.
Oh my god.
His
Yeah.
his Notre Dame heart would love
That would
it,
be-
but his
That would be some pick here.
I was right. Okay, we have we have another trade. The Falcons are now behind the Giants.
Giants,
They
yep.
traded back in. They traded with the Rams.
Interesting.
Oh my
What would
god.
they want though?
That's a good question. I was just thinking the same thing.
Are the watch the
All this
Falcons
hype,
take a
yet we,
quarterback too?
they're disrespecting my boy Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy.
I'm still waiting for the trade details. to
Oh,
come in,
there's
but yes,
there's Russ.
there it is.
Oh, there's license plate
Atlanta.
guy.
All right, here we go, guys.
All right, everybody, shut up.
The New York Giants have traded with the Houston Texans to get up to the 25th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. With the 25th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Jackson Dart QB Omar.
Welcome to the club, Alex.
Way to go.
Bro, it's disappointed.
Go Big Blue.
We'll see.
We'll see, boys.
He's a listen. Well, I don't know. You can only hope that Dable can turn him into a.
He's screaming and vibing at the home. He's so happy to be coming to New York.
What is
Jackson
what is Shador thinking that Jackson Dart just got picked before him?
Shador got to retire before he can even get a.
Shador's gonna put his head down. Go. Don't even put a camera on me. Done.
Giants. I like Jets mess comment. They just selected Hackenberg.
Christian Hackenberg.
Try Bryce Petty.
Bryce Petty.
Why would you trade back in for
Why would
Dart?
you trade back in? You could have had him in the second round and traded. Oh my god. Who did they think was going to take Jackson
Oh
Dart
my
in the
gosh,
first
the
round?
pick is in for Atlanta. Atlanta's
Oh,
pick is in.
Shit.
Who's
I feel
left?
better.
I can't.
So you have a reason to feel better knowing
Because
that
I thought,
Oh.
keep in mind,
they
I thought
reached out a
Alex
quarterback
didn't
just
mind
like Daniel
Jackson Dart.
Jones.
Here's look. I'm gonna reserve my judgment. I'm gonna reserve
Yeah,
my.
but Alex, no one was taking him. No one was
No
taking
one.
him.
No, I
You could have
know
had
that.
him already.
No, listen, I
Could
know.
have had him in
but
the back. back further.
Here we go.
I-
Here we
I-
go.
That was
I
just a
honestly
dumb
think
move.
Shador is about to retire by
So-
the
It's
end
not
of the
even
night.
about Jackson Dart.
Dable looks
Alex.
so
It's about
happy in
the
his
move.
mini suit.
The move. You traded those picks for what?
A guy
Mara's
who
looking
prevents-
there. Mara's got a scowl on his face while he's smiling in the
I
war
don't know,
room.
man. That's crazy. Sorry. I feel bad for Shador though a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
We got
Uh,
a Jackson
Gar-
fart.
No, Alex, you got to add to your soundboard. If you're gonna live stream Giants games, every time he fucks up, you play a fart sound.
Jackson Fart.
fart.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I know
Garrett
we're making
Fullo.
fun of Alex now. I
Hashtag
bet,
Jackson
I bet
Fart.
he becomes like the next like Tom Brady.
All right. Garofolo has the details on the Falcons trade. The Falcons traded the 46th pick 242, and their first round pick next year for the Rams picks at 26 and at 101. So that means they added in they took the Rams first round pick and third round pick this year and give up their second round pick this year, their seventh round pick, and their first round next year.
Now, what is Atlanta trying to get that they needed to?
This is where they
Right,
get
that's
Johnson.
okay.
They take the corner, keep Philly from getting him.
Might be the only way I could see them going.
It might be preventative measures here.
Which, if that's the case, good for them.
The good thing, Alex, they got another Ole Miss quarterback, and the
Well,
last one you got led you to 2 Super Bowls.
I got the
Yeah.
answer on what Atlanta did. I don't like the answer.
It wasn't what we thought, I bet.
It's definitely a need, but I don't know what else to say.
I would love to.
Who'd Atlanta take already? Jalen Walker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say anything.
Who's announcing? May I ask?
I'm the one that hates Atlanta. So I guess I will. Do you guys want me to do this one, or somebody else want to take it?
No, you do it. I forgot how many I've done. So
Yeah, I've done like 4 now at this point. This will probably be number 5. All right, there's your details on screen. 26, the third round pick this year is what Atlanta gets. They give up their second this year, their 7th this year, and their first rounder next year.
Yeah, and Ulbricht's very happy right now. He's hugging everybody in the Atlanta war room. So
Brick. No, that
he's
tells you
all
what side of
smiles.
the ball they
That
went.
just tells me they went defense on this pick for sure.
Mm-hmm. So they could be a corner.
Yeah.
Problem is, I know who it is.
Well, hey Alex, if Dart ends up like Eli, you'll be all right.
Well, no, listen.
he
I'm-
looks
listen,
so sad.
I'm like in the middle because I'm reserving. I need to give this guy a little bit of a fair shot, but I felt like Shador was the better quarterback. We'll see. I'm not gonna.
Bobby Skinner just tweeted Jackson Dart is a New York Giant,
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
and half the comments are saying
Oh,
ruin
thank
J2
you,
for mid.
mess.
The
Okay, here we go.
$20
Falcons pick
Thank you.
with a 26 pick. The Atlanta Falcons select a player by the name of James Pierce Jr., edge from Tennessee.
Just
They
selected
took
an edge
Pierce?
guy.
Oh my god.
So that's 2 edge rushers they took in the first round.
No wonder Ulbricht was happy.
So instead of having no pressure, they're going to have nothing but pressure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can't Walker play linebacker? I guess maybe that's the thing.
Jalen Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen Walker was a linebacker, but
Walker.
he'd probably be much better as an edge. Is what it looked like. So
No.
I think that's why he ended up getting moved to that position. Kind of like
Oh, because
Zabel
the Rams wanted Jackson Dart.
Now
I guess
have
so.
$1 million idea right here. So
The
Jeff
Za-
Mess just donated $20. Do we have Alex and Luca fight? Winner gets the 20. Because we got 2 different channels featured here.
Yeah, we could play Chuck-a-Buck.
So
So that's what happened. Okay, Jacob's going crazy.
Alex Donald can't be happy with this one.
I actually am texting with him right now.
And what did he say?
I'm not that mad. It's a cheap trade.
It is kind of cheap. He's right.
Yeah.
It is kind of a cheap trade.
well, I guess
If you
now
did-
that I see that the Rams wanted him, that's probably why they moved up. So
And if you did Atlanta, right? If you did an Atlanta type of trade, I would be more angry. Because that's a first rounder you gave up for next year. And Atlanta just did it just to get another edge rusher.
So here's the question: who the hell's taking Shador now?
That's a good
Browns?
question.
Cleveland.
I would say Cleveland is the only one that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's who's left? Detroit.
Jordan
Baltimore.
Schultz just tweeted the reaction by one source to the Falcons trading a future first to come back in was what the fuck.
Oh, they traded a future first.
They did. They traded next year's first round pick to get in plus more. They had to give up their second round pick this year, their first next year, and they give up their seventh this year in order to get back this first round pick this year and also get a pick in the third round.
Barber's
He could either-
Barber's a
okay,
good one.
He could either be Carson Wentz or he could be Christian Hackenberg. I think he's a Mormon.
Oh,
Dart.
Dart.
So you're calling him Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson. Yes.
Yes.
All right, give me 1 second. I just gotta record this short.
Go ahead. I'm going to be right here leading the charge. Luca, kick him.
bye.
Nice.
I didn't think twice about that. Oh boy.
All right. So just for a recap on what the first round looks like right now, just so everybody understands, if you're joining late, the first pick went as expected, Cam Ward, and then all hell broke loose. Jaguars traded up, got Travis Hunter at 2. The Browns went down to 5. Giants took Abdul Carter at 3. Campbell at 4. Will Campbell went to the Patriots. Mason Graham went to the Cleveland Browns at 5. After that, Janty to the Raiders at 6. The Jets, much anticipated pick. They went with Armand Membu at number 7. They fortified their trenches at the outside for the next few years. Ted McMillan surprisingly goes to the Panthers at 8. Kelvin Banks Jr. to New Orleans at 9, the offensive tackle. And number 10, Chicago got Colston Loveland over Tyler Warren. We're never living that down. At 11, San Francisco selected Michael Williams from Georgia, the edge rusher. At 12, because Dallas couldn't get Ted McMillan or trade out, they went with Tyler Booker, the guard from Alabama, the Zach Martin replacement. At 13, Miami went with Kenneth Grant, in a bit of a shocker, to fortify their trenches on the defensive line. Tyler Warren ends up perfectly in the hands of the Colts, didn't have to move at 14. Atlanta got Jalen Walker, local Georgia product, at 15, edge rusher. At 16, Walter Nolan went to the Cardinals. At 17, Shamar Stewart went to the Bengals as an edge rusher. Gray Zabel at 18 to Seattle, offensive guard. At 19, if you guys didn't see my mini meltdown, the Buccaneers went with Emeka Egbuka, a wide receiver from Ohio State, because of course we did. At 20, Jahdae Barron went to the Broncos in a bit of a shock because the corners are sliding in this class. And they now have a really good starter to go alongside Pat Surtain. 21, as Sean remembers very vividly, Derek Harmon to Pittsburgh.
There's something about that just came up. It's only going to make us sound even more stupid. Omar Khan in his press conference said that they were actually going to trade back, but because Harmon was available, that's why they kept that pick and they took it. And all the Steelers left the workers left the draft room, so they're not doing anything else tonight. So
Even better. Even better.
To add insult to injury, they were going to trade back.
That's even better. Let's continue.
Alex, did you get to hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
So in Omar Khan's press conference, he said they were originally going to trade back, but because Harmon was available, that was an easy choice in Khan's words, and all the Steelers left the draft room. They are done for tonight.
Well, yeah, they don't have another pick, so they may as well.
Well, they're not trying to trade back in either. So
There you go.
As we finish up the draft order before we get to Baltimore, whose pick is in at 27, by the way.
Which I'll announce.
Omarion Hampton went to the Chargers at 22, running back. Packers got Matthew Golden, wide receiver. First time since 2002 they picked one in the first round. Minnesota got Donovan Jackson, the guard from Ohio State. And then the Giants traded back into the round at 25, got Jackson Dart, the quarterback, to much of Alex's amusement. And then for the Falcons, they traded in to 26, traded away with the Rams, and got James Pierce, an edge rusher from Tennessee. So now you guys are all caught up.
Yes, Taco. Still gone to Super Bowl.
12 players selected from the SEC in this draft.
Well, I expected that.
Yeah, that's a given.
4 offensive linemen taken with the first 12 picks.
You know, because O-line was a deep thing this year, and people knew it was going to run out quick, so just get ahead of it.
Luca, you do know that Miz is going to go on a revenge tour, right?
Miz is going to go on revenge tour.
Yeah, knowing all the context.
Yeah, Sean.
Okay, Baltimore's coming in.
I'll make this pick. With the 27th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens will select a player by the name of Malachi Starks. Safety,
I predicted that.
Georgia.
I had him on my board at 27.
I had him in the mock. I am in the mock at exactly 27.
27.
Wow. I'm hitting on a couple of these late ones here.
I've not hit on crap.
Let me see. I got Malachi at 27. I got Golden at 23. I hit on Zabel at 18. I hit on Jalen Walker at 15. Let me see. Anybody else I hit on? Membu to the Jets at 7. I hit on Campbell to the Patriots, Carter to the Giants, Ward to the Titans, and technically a half point for Hunter for going at number 2.
By the way, Alex, I'm sure
8.5.
you've already seen it. The Eli Manning comparisons have already started.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it. I freaking knew it.
All over.
That's why I made the Ole Miss comment.
Yeah. They said that about Daniel Jones, too. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think Dart's a better prospect than Jones.
You're not wrong there, but...
Okay. That's a good one. Taco just said Stiller's gone to the Super 9-8.
Yeah.
I got the Lions taken as a Ruaku.
As a rock.
Yeah.
My buddy
you might be right, Taco.
Probably wants as a Raku.
The fans are getting pissed. I'm seeing tweets now saying this entire draft isn't about Shador. For the love of God, find something else to talk about.
Yeah, they're not wrong. That's half of Twitter right now.
Disgruntled. Now we know why Shador stayed home. He knew he was not going in the first round.
Could be.
So
now Kyle.
Go ahead, Brian.
Sorry, that pick that the Ravens just made is huge because now they just paired up their safety room of being Kyle Hamilton and Malachi Starks. How you beating that?
That is very good.
Yeah, because they just got Marcus Williams, who stunk.
Good luck. Good luck, Pittsburgh.
And if
nobody to throw anyway, so
if Marlon Humphrey stays healthy this year, that's going to be a big deal for them. And Nate Wiggins is still doing really well and developing well at the other corner spot.
And look, they don't have Brandon Stevens to let guys go by him. So,
Yeah, instead that he's on our team.
And he's on our team. But at least Baltimore has 2 good safeties now, so that they, it wouldn't have mattered.
Hey, just for comparison, somebody just said Atlanta gave up a little less to trade up to pick 26, and the Jags did to go to number 2. That's how bad of a trade Atlanta just made.
Yeah.
To just get another rusher. But to be fair, I can't doubt him because the Penix pick worked out.
The Penix pick worked out, exactly. That's
if anything, the Dart pick, or even if they went somewhere else at quarterback, that ensures that the Giants will give Brian Dable and Joe Shane 5 years.
And this is very interesting.
You think Dable said, "I can't work with Shador. I'd rather work with Dart instead."
Actually, there were rumors of that. Not rumors of specifically what you said, but rumors of Dable wanted Dart and
Shane wanted
was iffy. He was looking more towards Shador. So it's all a matter of we'll see. I guess.
I guess Dable had the pull on that one.
Yeah.
Which listen. At the end of the day, Alex, you can have your doubts, but you got one. He's got 1 year.
Yeah.
He's got 1 year. That's it.
True.
I do see a lot of Giant fans saying, not rooting for the franchise anymore, and the usual
clowns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the usual. Detroit's pick is in, by the way.
Yeah, I think I'll announce this one.
Yeah,
okay.
You could take it.
So I got to mark down what the Ravens did.
I have the Lions picking.
This might be my worst draft ever with the picks.
Well, I said this year was going to be chaos. I said at the beginning of the stream.
You did. You called it.
My board is dead right now.
Everybody's board is dead. I have 8.5 picks correct. Eight
Oh,
and a
that's better
half.
than I got half of that. I got 4.5.
Because I knew it was going to be really weird because I was looking at, okay, did this team meet with that player? Who met with this player? Who met with that player? I was like, okay, if they got top 30s, that was my cue. That's what I went with.
I have the Lions taking Nick Scorton here, edge
Ooh.
rusher out of Texas A&M. But
I have him with Philly.
Raku.
I think, yeah, I say Ezraku too.
They do need D tackle though. Could they go with Darius Alexander early?
I heard there was another team that was looking up to go up for him by the name of the Dallas Cowboys.
By the name,
I mean, that would actually benefit Alexander because it's not far from Toledo.
Toledo.
all righty. So here we go.
The
How much
patented.
How much you want to bet Dion's on the phone with Jerry going, pick my boy, move up, move up.
With the 28th
like-
pick overall in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Tyleik Williams, defensive tackle, Ohio State. Brian
Ooh, that's
Cole-
high. That's a high
That is-
pick.
That's very high.
Yeah, he struggles to finish
talked
that
about-
position.
Yeah.
You talked about defensive line help. You got it.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking through here because this is defensive tackle, right?
Yeah.
I want it known that they took this guy, Tyleik Williams, ahead of Alexander, Shamar Turner, TJ Sanders, Omar Norman Lott, and around like where Alfred Collins would be and Josh Farmer. They took a guy who was going to be late second to early third in the first round.
In my first mock of the Giants offseason, I had Tyleik Williams as their 34th overall pick.
They really just like going random, don't they? I would have never guessed that one.
It's a dart
They've
throw.
made it work the last couple of years, so maybe they know something we don't.
Well, they got their D line settled. Let me see. Did I miss in the madness? I went crazy, so I need to make sure I have edge double
Washington
crossed.
is next, and I have them taking Landon Jackson.
I have Landon Jackson still in the second round. Unfortunately,
I have Washington taking
I have Ezraku for them.
Trey Amos.
They need edge. Ezraku is going to be off the board right here. Him or
That's
Green.
That's
Yeah,
true. But they also had one of the worst passing defenses last year in the secondary.
It depends. Do they want to take
Yeah,
Johnson here, or do they want to take Emin Wari, who's still on the board?
Take
gonna ask-
Travion. Somebody take Travion Henderson in the first round, please.
He's going to be a second round pick. I'm sorry.
Please.
I knew that was going to be the case.
Someone take him. Take
Why
him
are you-
here.
Wait, why are you so hyper focused, Vinny, on Travion Henderson?
I like Travion Henderson. I think he's a good running back. I think he's going to be good in the NFL.
I'm going to ask a really stupid question. You guys can call me out, obviously. Did Shadur's attitude problems and all that pre-draft attitude nonsense and his entitledness finally get to him in terms of the stock falling?
I
Might
think
have.
it played a factor. It might
Yeah.
have.
It was probably one of the factors, more than likely.
Well, I mean, you look at the Pittsburgh situation. We got enough cancers as it is. I'm sure they didn't really want it to get out there that they were interested in him in fear of somebody else taking him. But obviously, he made it pretty well known that's where he thought he was going.
I think also they had like a nepotism, like a vision of him. Like, think about it. They just retired his number in the Colorado Stadium. He hasn't even been drafted yet. His number got retired.
He wasn't that great in terms of like what did
That's my
what did
point.
Colorado really accomplish? I mean, for Colorado standards, that's great when you consider they were 2-10 every year. But
it didn't warrant a number retirement.
No, obviously,
Rocco,
no.
It's going to be Cleveland who
Cleveland.
takes him at 33.
Imagine the Jets take Shadur Sanders.
So who takes Milrow?
I would cry. Try the Jets.
The Jets.
Milrow, yeah, to the Jets.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fine.
I'd rather have
Take it or leave
McCord. than,
I said Will Howard, take it or leave it.
I'd rather have McCord.
I mean, first of all, say this, I don't know how much I trust the coaching staff. A, B, if you're really like throwing a dart throw with Milrow, you're having him sit behind Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor. That's not a bad scenario.
The Cowboys homer just tweeted, Skip Bayless. The Giants just traded up for Jackson Dart. Hilarious.
Well, obviously, he's going to say that.
yeah.
You know, Taco's got a good take on that too. The Raiders are going to end up with Milrow.
That could be.
I suppose
Sit behind Geno for a few
Mike
years.
Mike Green got picked already, didn't he?
he did not.
Oh, maybe he goes here.
That's
Somebody
a good,
made
Goes to Washington.
Somebody just pointed out a really weird coincidence. Isn't it funny that the Browns took a Michigan defensive tackle and the Lions took an Ohio State tackle?
Nice.
That is, yeah.
nice irony.
Both D tackles, by the way, Mason Graham and Williams.
Yeah.
That's a crazy observation. I wouldn't even guess that.
The pick is
No,
in.
I wouldn't have either.
Pick is locked.
I'm in commercial,
loaded.
so I didn't even see.
I'm
nothing.
gonna go green here. I guess.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be Ezzy. It's gonna be Ezeraku. For the record, if Tampa Bay trades back in here somewhere, I'm gonna be freaking out.
They're gonna take Travion Henderson.
We got Bucky. We got
I know,
Bucky.
I know,
We
you
have
got
all.
You don't need a running back. You don't need a running back.
I mean, technically, they say we do, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense unless we trade Rashad White, which that was discussed.
You know, Rashad White, I have him on my dynasty fantasy football team, and he has not done a lot for me.
He hasn't done
You-
shit.
Yeah, Bucky was the better pick. I knew that going into fantasy last year. I ended up making the trade for Bucky with boomer bust potential, and he boomed almost every
But
game.
I picked White as a rookie when he was a rookie.
I did too.
Man,
I made a mistake he was really good as a rookie, but after that his fall off was terrifying.
So, who do we think Washington takes here?
They're gonna go edge or safety, I'm pretty
I
sure.
think it's going to be green. I think it's going to be green here.
I'm just trying to understand, why did Will Johnson fall so far?
Injuries.
Also, look at this. Shador's laughing it up and enjoying his time at the house.
Hmm.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah. He's playing it off, but inside he is
Yeah,
screaming like
he's
a little girl.
definitely playing it off.
Every single pick, he's losing money.
According to ESPN, the best fit is Mike Green for the Commanders here.
Mike Green. Yep.
I still think it's going to be Ezeraku.
I don't think it's. I don't know if they run a 3-4 or 4-3. So we'll see.
Well, I'm wrong. I'm going to leave it at that.
Who's
Shit.
announcing this?
No, I mean I already got it on mine.
Probably Goodell.
Well,
Well, thank you, Brian.
Yeah, they don't start.
Welcome,
They don't
guys.
have the players do it in like the second round, right? Or is it the
yeah, the
The-
players typically do the
next-
second round, and then they'll have special guests for the rest of the.
yeah?
Okay. Here he comes. He's coming to the stage. Goodell. 29th pick. Draft. Commander select.
It's got to be green, right? It's got to be
Josh Connerly Jr.
No
Tackle,
way.
Oregon.
No
Hey, I
way.
interviewed that guy. So
That is crazy because
No
they just got
way.
Laramie Tunsil. They just got Tunsil, and now they
Sam
grabbed
Cosby's
another
out
tackle.
for the year.
I had him going to the Chiefs.
I had him at the Chiefs too.
Damn it.
He goes a little earlier. It says here, under control, stays square. He just needs more strain to finish. That's all they say.
Yeah,
but
he's
his
got some lower
athleticism
body
is
issues.
where you need it to be.
I guess they needed someone to protect
He's very athletic, very productive.
Jaden
Sam
Daniels.
Cosby's hurt. That's why.
That's right. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So does
Tackle to
Green
me
go
was
to
too
Buffalo
scary.
now? Or Ezra?
Buffalo needs edge. They need edge badly, but they also need stuff on the D line in general. But they do need a corner.
They do need a corner, and what's his name is still around.
Johnson's still on the board.
Yeah.
Green is also considered the
Well,
best fit for Buffalo.
So pass rusher, cornerback, wide receiver, and defensive tackle.
they're gonna take a corner. I don't see
If
that.
they take a corner, I'm gonna
Gotta be
offer
Johnson,
a weird thought. How about Maxwell Hairston?
That seems very Buffalo.
Yeah,
Very Buffalo to bypass the guy that's supposed to be the best available to take the second guy. I see it.
So far,
I don't know. I like Rousseau, Bosa, and then pairing him with Mike Green. I like that. Buffalo.
Let me see. Josina's just tweeted something with like a bunch of sleeping emojis. I don't know why she did that.
It's always those subliminal messages.
There you go.
Can she be more direct? She also gave a league source on why the Bucks picked Igbuka. In 3 words, they said, "Damn good player."
No, really?
who would have thought?
There's
And
a
everybody, and there's Bucks fans asking the same question. Why did you re-sign Godwin, draft McMillan just to draft Igbuka this year?
because they know Mike Evans isn't going to be the same Mike Evans anymore.
Exactly. I know that. And he's going to be gone very soon.
Right.
You don't have much time left.
There you go. And how much time you think he got with how old is well, Baker's not that old, right? So
Baker's in like his late 20s now.
yeah, so he's
He's like 28, 29.
he's all right.
Yeah. And then the problem is that Evans is in his early 30s.
Right.
Wait, no, more like early to mid 30s. He's like 32, 33.
And he's had some injury concerns.
Yeah, he's like 32. He's had injury concerns, but they're like minor stuff. He'll miss a couple games and then still get 1,000 yards somehow.
Yeah. Wow, he's such a big guy, man.
That's what was so unique about him. I loved Evans more than other people did early because, yes, he wasn't that fast. He wasn't the speediest receiver. He wasn't the quickest receiver. But by God, if you threw it near him, he's coming down with it somehow. He was a possession-based guy. You match him up with his size, nobody was stopping him. It's just not possible. Dude's 6'5".
They're showing the big screen at Shador's house.
Picks in for Buffalo.
That's all they're
Pick
going to talk about. Once this draft is over, Sports Talk tomorrow.
If he doesn't get picked in this first round, which I don't think he's getting picked,
No,
unless
he's
somebody
definitely
moves
not.
up.
The questions all on Sports Talk tomorrow will be, where's Shador going now? Why do you think he wasn't picked in the first round?
Yeah.
And one
I think it's
person
obvious where he's
I already
going.
know this because I've heard it happen so many times. There's going to be one person on a panel who says that they're going to try and claim something related to race. I feel like it's going to happen. I've
And it's
seen it
gonna
happen on
be
ESPN time after time.
It's going to be ESPN calling in now. I think
It's
there's
gonna be-
already been claims about that.
I don't know. I don't know about this.
Luca, did you get my text?
I'm gonna put Green in Buffalo. I don't know.
I would put Green and Buffalo here for 2, but I mean, this is a tough pick. There's so much good talent here. If it's not him, I'd say they're going to go Hairston or Johnson.
Yeah, Hairston's still there.
Yeah, he was supposed to go later. Brian Dable announced at the press conference that Russ will be our starter.
We all
Russell
know
Wilson
that.
will be the starter.
Okay, there's another good secret that they let out.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Who
telling
would've
the world
thought?
that
They're
Dart's
leaking
going to
it.
sit
Tell
away.
us any more obvious?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dart's
the Jets will play football in August.
They
There we
will.
go.
I don't know about that. Maybe not.
You know who I feel bad for in all of this?
Me?
This is going to sound really weird for Alex. He's going to be like, why? I'm going to be serious. I feel bad for Tommy DeVito.
Tommy Cutlets.
I feel bad for him.
I like
He's going to end
Tommy
up probably on the
Collins.
practice squad now.
He's gonna be
I think
sitting
he
in his
just gets cut
he's gonna be
altogether.
sitting in his parents' basement a lot this year.
Tommy got a contract though.
Oh, did he? Okay.
He did. He was a
Yeah.
free agent. He got a contract.
No 1-year deal.
How many quarterbacks are they gonna have though?
Well,
That's
right now we're at
4.
4.
Okay, they're not keeping 4.
Well,
Unless
All right.
Winston's the one that goes. but
There's
I don't-
another secret for you, Alex.
The Bills
really
season
secrets.
is on the way.
All right, so right now.
Nice lisp, commissioner.
So
I like them sneakers on that kid, man.
Yeah, I know they're nice. Them
Sneakers are cool.
ones.
Yeah.
So right now it's 1-1-0 between Brian, myself, and Luca as far as players we've interviewed getting selected.
The Eagles have just traded up.
Yeah, they just flip flop with Kansas City.
For who? Will Johnson?
Will Johnson.
It's got to be, unless Buffalo takes him here.
I think Buffalo's taking
Trading
him.
number 32 and number 164 to the Chiefs for 31.
Hmm.
164 would be like
Shall
a.
I
round pick.
reveal who the pick is?
Do you want to?
At 30, you may as well.
Someone's right on this panel.
It's
Maxwell
gonna be Vinny.
Harrison.
Oh,
It
it's
was
there?
Harrison.
All
Okay.
right, all right. There you go.
I passed the obvious guy
that
and take
means-
the
Thought it was
second
green.
guy.
Yeah.
That means Johnson's an Eagle.
Johnson's
Yes.
got to be an Eagle now, yeah.
If he's not,
God damn Eagles. God damn them.
I knew that was coming. Oh my gosh.
Overdraft,
I'm looking at,
yeah, disgruntled. Yeah.
I'm looking at Skip Bayless having a meltdown and Shador's still not off the board yet. It's so funny.
Skip
Oh,
Bayless' opinion
Good
does
for
not
him.
matter.
I'm reading it all.
Really
I'm reading it all here.
Yeah, read it out loud.
Go ahead.
I don't get the Washington pick. Connerly's a project. I thought the Commanders are win now, but hey, Jaden needs protection. This kid ultimately will help. As Dion told Jared Bell of USA Today, if something gets this ludicrous, it has to be a God thing. God is about to work in a mysterious way.
God don't have anything to do with it.
He's going to open up a path to the UFL for you, buddy.
Yeah, God don't have anything to do with that.
He's going to lead the Arlington Renegades to a championship.
So then he'll be playing for a Texas team.
There you go. Yeah.
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 Let me see. Skip
Still
says, so
represent the Dallas area.
when Indy at 14 was the steal of the draft. At some point, Shador Sanders will become an all-time steal.
What's he got? Shador Sanders going to the freaking Hall of Fame already?
Shador Sanders is so much better than Jackson Dart. This is just laughably sad. Keep in mind, this is all everything I'm saying is in all caps.
You know what? I hope Jackson Dart is way better than Shador Sanders.
I'm starting to think that way too.
Yeah, I'm a Jackson Dart fan now. I like him.
Unbelievable. Happy as a Cowboy fan, sad as a Shador fan.
Sorry.
Dart looks happy.
Skip
Actually, as a Cowboy fan, I want the Giants to throw a dart and take Dart.
Skip
But
just
Shador
turned me into
belongs
a
in New
Giant fan
York, is
for
made
life.
for New York, would become the apple of the Big Apple's eye.
Yeah. Skip just turned me into a
Just
Jackson
Skip
Dart.
just turned half of America into Giants fans.
Yeah, I'm a Jackson Dart fan now. I hope he throws I hope he throws 12 touchdowns to neighbors.
You
this
won't
year.
be seeing him until later this
I
season.
know that.
Things can happen.
Because you got Mr. Unlimited.
Another one. What? Derek Harmon over Shador Sanders, Pittsburgh?
Yes.
You can trade him now.
Okay, is it possible Mike Tomlin has talked to Steelers executives and taking Shador? Many have reported they won't. They obviously should take him and celebrate.
Tomlin's the one that wanted him, but the Steelers said Tomlin is not allowed to be a part of their roster making decisions. So,
Which
but
is stupid.
I'm sure
they don't want him to make it because if it were up to Tomlin, we would have had Rodgers 3 months ago. So, because Tomlin and Rodgers, they've had
there
this
you go.
weird thing for
The pick is in.
years.
He's in for the Oigles.
His Dallas one was even worse. I'm glad Carolina took Tet McMillan because I did not want Dallas to take him, just not quick or fast enough. Then he turned around and says, take Tyler Warren, Jerry. We took Tyler Booker. I like everything about Tyler Booker. God guy, leader, winner, worker. He just isn't Tyler Warren.
Death, taxes, and Cowboys fans bitching. I
Oh my
love
God.
it.
Yeah.
You can book it all right that the Cowboys
This-
are not going to be at the top of the division. That's
Keep in mind, this is one of my favorite tweets I've ever read from Skip, and it's the worst take of all time.
Oh no.
Ashton Janty will be very good, but he won't be as valuable as Shador. So I have to assume Tom
God.
Brady said no to
Oh,
Shador.
Stop it, please.
You know
They
what?
should take his social media license. From
Shador
Literally,
just
ban
made-
his Twitter account.
Shador just made me and Alex have a much better night.
Well,
Okay,
I'm a Jackson Dart
okay.
fan.
I just read what the Eagles picked. Okay,
I saw it too. It's
okay.
It's not
something.
Will. It's not Will Campbell.
It's something.
Okay, Eagles.
Neymar
Okay.
says he's mad the Giants.
Neymar says he's mad that the Giants did not take Shador. Well,
I don't know
you're
why
probably not
Philly
the only
had-
one, Neymar. Probably not
Shador
the-
has overtaken the fact that Will Johnson has fallen way too far.
I don't know why Philly had to move up one spot for him. I don't think Kansas City was going to take him.
No.
That was so stupid.
Who's taking this pick?
I'll do it.
Yeah, do
I'll
it.
announce
I'm
for
just
my
like,
most
You're in,
limited
you're in the
vote.
same state. You may as well.
Yeah, they're still the team I hate the most. So
I'm not putting on that Eagles jersey.
Please
take it-
do it.
why?
I take it from Brian's thing. They didn't take Will Johnson.
no, they didn't.
Okay.
No, wait
Greg-
till you see how stupid it is.
Also, you're right, Vinny, about the waiting thing. I'm going to give you your credit about Igbuka thing because Greg Almond just tweeted, who we saw in Bama, really nice guy, Bucks reporter. For anyone thinking the Bucks should have focused on defense and taken Jahad Campbell or Mike Green or Will Johnson at 19, they're all still available 10 picks later.
Well,
Well,
There you go.
you hope.
You would hope, yeah.
Luca, what did Robert Salah say about hope?
You lived in hope, you died in shit.
Also, you got Bucks fans complaining, saying like, why would they take a receiver? What's this? What's this? They probably didn't even pick the best receiver in the class. And then
Yeah.
Greg turned around saying, is there a position that the Buccaneers have drafted that was better than receiver under Jason Light?
Alex, I
Have-
just sent you on Instagram a Giants fan going on this full-scale rant about what they did.
By the way, Taco's got a good point there. Maybe Will Johnson's private practice wasn't great.
That could be something too.
Yeah.
Taco might be on to something there.
Now, keep
I
in
really-
mind, the Eagles have not been the brightest when it comes to their draft picks over the last couple of years. So
I really hate Philadelphia for the pick, though. I mean it. I hate them for this pick.
Somebody
I just
you
hate them
want?
in general. But
Let's just put it like this. You Giants fans were always worried about Philly taking picks from you, always trading it back in to get stuff that you wanted, this
Like
and that.
Smith.
This was a pick Tampa wanted.
Tampa fans wanted them badly.
I might have to
I
look
don't
it
know
up.
who it
now.
is. Look at-
If you look it up, you're gonna be like, oh shit. Also, Sean, if you wanted to, you could also tune into Tree's live thing. He's doing an audio thing on X. His space.
I'm gonna wait till tomorrow just because I need to.
Was it-
Because if I start watching this, I'm gonna be fully disengaged. I ain't gonna see anything. I'm not
he
gonna be-
put in the space. It's 2025 NFL Draft live reaction with Salt.
Yeah,
It
I'm gonna
wasn't,
wait.
it wasn't the two guys that I said earlier, Brian.
What
was
two
it?
guys?
Parrish or Harris?
No, it wasn't them.
Oh, okay.
It's a little early to take them.
That's well, I mean,
Clown fans. I
you
hate
said it
them.
was.
Wait,
You
yo,
said it was a
wait.
weird pick, so maybe they reached.
It was a pick. I can't go any more detailed. I'll just wait till the announcement's made. Who's announcing the pick?
Wait for the
I
damn
am.
commercials.
You got it. Okay, let's let Sean announce the pick, and then you could say what you want. Then you could react as you
The
accordingly.
draft room seems very happy about it. You can see Sirianni there with Howie
Damn,
Roseman.
that sucks, man. The Eagles lost Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, what a shame. Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah, their Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's gonna
Where
go
did
in
he go?
the
Where did he
Browns,
go?
right?
Browns, Miles Garrett said he wanted a Super Bowl quarterback. I
So he
got him one.
So they got.
He got one
went
with
to the
tiny
Browns?
hands.
Oh boy.
Him and his tiny hands.
I like it. Look at all the people just looking at these Eagles fans like these fucking assholes.
They're looking at him like, "What's wrong with you, you
Is
psycho?"
it me or is it just like Miles Garrett said one thing one day and then all of a sudden he
Yep.
got money and then
Yep, and he shut
Just
his
shut
Oh,
mouth.
his
that's
mouth.
exactly what it
The
was.
Chiefs
So,
are staying put at 32. They will make the last pick of the night.
okay. Good.
the pick is in. We're just waiting for. Okay, here comes Roger Goodell, the pick for the Dirty Birds. With the 31st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the
Ugh.
Philadelphia Eagles will select a player by the name of. Oh, come on, Goodell. Linebacker Jihad Campbell, Alabama.
God, Campbell. I had him going earlier though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I
wanted
with
him and he goes to
you.
Philly.
Oh, so it was okay. Gotcha.
I wanted him to
What
keep
is-
falling.
Who is
Maybe
the guy
Tampa
that
got
you guys-
lucky.
What
That
did
was the guy
Philly
you
need a
wanted.
linebacker for?
They're just
Somebody to
stuck.
go with Zach Bond, I guess.
They're
But
stocking
their
up.
secondary, there's nothing aside from Cooper DeJean. He ain't got
Their
nothing.
secondary is pretty decent.
Their secondary's not that bad.
Well, they lost a lot of pieces.
They're a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, well, half the
I
defense
cannot
is
believe I'm
gone
reading
now.
this right now. This
They
is
did
insane.
leave. Yeah. Well,
Well, that's
I don't know.
that's now I kind of get what I mean. I wanted Jihad Campbell, and he was slipping. I was like, maybe he slips a little farther. Maybe we can negotiate a trade up,
Trade,
and then that
yeah.
didn't happen.
Campbell's good in coverage too, right?
Yes,
Yeah. So that's
he's
what
good. All
they probably wanted him so they could, they'll
This poor bastard.
Oh, he's
One bad
so
game,
happy.
and he's going to be public enemy number one.
one bad game and then one good game, he's back in their graces again. So it's
Yeah.
not really matter.
Well,
look at how he's working. He's working with some attitude. I love it.
I know he's like jumping. He's got
Yeah,
he pounded that Eagles thing.
He is hype.
He is.
I give him his credit. He's really hype.
Get that.
He's
hat
taking a
on.
long hug with Goodell.
There you go.
Goodell's talking in his ear. Stop.
yeah,
they
I
gotta
like
stop talking on
Taco's
network.
comment here. I like Taco's comment.
Okay,
Yeah, well,
so now
So Taco said all that stuff. I mean, he just said all that stuff to get more money out of the Browns.
that
I
we
agree,
know So now that we know the Chiefs are picking at 32, I can safely say Shador Sanders will not be a first-round quarterback.
Mhm,
Could
definitely.
you imagine if the Chiefs took him right here?
Oh, if I'm Mahomes, I'm going. What?
So you guys still Jackson Dart fans?
Yeah, I'm a Jackson Dart fan. just because of Skip Bayless.
Yeah, somebody tell
That
Skip
guy.
to just like stop talking. He said 7
he-
minutes ago the Eagles are going
he-
to take Mike Green.
Yeah.
He said it.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
And the other one about the Falcons. Other jokes I'm seeing here. Can we put a tariff on the Atlanta Falcons? It might be the only way we can fix them.
Do the Chiefs take Green here though?
They could. They put him with Karloftis. That would be a good combo.
Yeah.
Karloftis also been a really quiet producer for them. Nobody ever talks about him. And Leo Chenal. Chenal's very good too.
They got a lot of guys like that though on that team that are like, under the radar type guys.
Yeah, they're not big names. They're just scrappy.
No, they're not big names at all.
That's what happens when you have good coaching.
That's unlike our team, huh, Luca?
Yes, unfortunately.
It's been a long night, Luca. I know.
It was
Longer than
One
longer
more
than
guy.
It's almost midnight.
longer than that game against Jacksonville at MetLife
I don't think
Stadium.
anything.
I don't
will do
need.
that.
I don't need to be
We
reminded.
do need a
about that.
we do need a reminder about that because me and Luca attended that game.
I
right?
do not need to be reminded about that.
Alex,
Fuck
actually, I
that.
gotta
I'm
ask.
glad I didn't go to that game.
Alex, what was that like for you just watching Luca suffer?
Uh,
Did you have
I
any
suffered
heart?
in
Did you
the- I
feel
was
any
watching
sort
on
of
TV.
sympathy? Did you feel any sort of sympathy for your brother, or were you just laughing at him the whole game?
No, he had to feel a little sympathy for him.
Alex,
No.
If he's a good
I
brother.
knew it.
Bad brother.
He's
Bad
a
brother.
heartless
Alex.
person.
No, I mean
Bad
I had to
All right.
contain myself.
Luca,
Chiefs
I
made
know
their
what
pick.
you're dealing with there.
Listen,
I feel
listen.
for you, bro.
I had to contain myself because I had
There were a lot
three
of angry
Jets fans
people.
around me. One was my sister, one was Luca, and one was a
Okay.
former co-host on this show.
Okay.
And I also had someone who I don't know, some other person who's
Mhm.
who was never a part of this, who I don't talk to anymore.
Mhm.
I'll get Sean's gonna get the hint. Group chat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So he was like,
I know
he
exactly
was,
who.
He was making fun, and I'm just observing mediocrity.
Well, you also got to be smart knowing that, you're going to talk shit and you're surrounded by Jet fans. It's a bunch of angry Jet fans.
Yeah, especially being that night.
I
That
remember
night in particular, everybody
Before
was
this
mad.
pick is made, I remember because obviously Vinny knows who this is. I remember me and Luca went to the green and white game that year, 2022. And
Was that the year we went, or
no,
was
that
it,
was
I
the
wasn't
year
there
prior.
for that? Oh, okay.
So, me and Luca are sitting by this pack of people, which included Tyson and Kevin.
Oh, Tyson and Kevin.
And there was a false start, and I started clapping. And then Kevin turns to me. He goes,
Oh.
"Who invited this guy?"
Yeah, I can picture primetime doing that.
There
too.
was a guy, Luca, which year was it that me and you went to Jet camp? We saw the kid with the Jets jersey and the Giants hat.
23.
Was that 23?
Yeah.
I can't remember if that was there was a kid there that had a Giants hat and a Jets jersey. You got to pick one. There's no moral support for both teams. That's not how it works. All right, here comes Goodell, who's making this pick.
I already know who the pick is.
Go ahead,
great
Brian,
pick.
we'll let you do it.
With the 32nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Josh Simmons, tackle, Ohio State.
That's a good.
That's not a bad pick.
Simmons a good pick.
The only downside for them is that he's coming off an injury, so you got to hope he's still the same player.
Yeah.
Yet he had a season under, I think.
Well,
I think he'll be all right.
that is a wrap for
Oh,
the
thank
first
God.
round.
Finally over. Holy crap. That was an
25.
emotional roller coaster the entire
Oh
way.
man,
NFL draft.
Oh, man.
NFL draft. That's right.
We'll start it out with final thoughts. I'll start with Vinny at the bottom.
I like what the Jets did. That's not the pick I really wanted, but again, I'll say it one more time. Got your right tackle and your left tackle for the next 9 to 10 years. So, and then all the craziness that went on. And after this draft, I'm a big Jackson Dart fan. and after what Skip Bayless said, too. So,
Yeah,
Skip
skip
Bayless.
kick rocks.
Skip is the blame. I give Skip the blame.
All right. Brian.
Well, I didn't understand it at first, but now I do. The Buccaneers are preparing for the eventual retirement of Mike Evans. And to do that, they would need to grab a receiver that can play as a 1 or 2 option on a team, and that would be Emeka Egbuka, one of the most well-rounded and talented receivers in this class. I'm very glad that they took him now looking back at it. There's 6 other rounds left here that the Buccaneers could address their defensive worries. But for right now, they've done the most important thing and addressed the wide receiver room once again to solidify it for their future. So I'm very happy with that. As for everything else, in terms of the Giants and the Jets, enjoy Jackson Dart. I had been saying since the Senior Bowl that Jackson Dart was going to somehow end up a Giant if it wasn't going to be Shador. And as we saw very quickly, it ended up being Jackson Dart. So there's that. Getting him, though, with Abdul Carter in the first round, however you want to feel about it, don't let this take you away from the fact that the Giants just got one of the most destructive edge rushers in the game. When he enters the league, he's going to be a top 20 edge rusher. He's going to wreck teams. You're going to see Jalen Hurts get snapped in half. You're going to see Jaden Daniels running for his life because there's no one to save him. You're going to see the Cowboys suck as they always do, but add that with every quarterback getting hurt because of how hard Abdul Carter is going to level them. The Giants are making good moves. However you want to look at it, compare it to the previous years, the Giants made really good moves tonight. As for the Jets, you took who I thought you would take. You focused on the most important thing. Justin Fields is always running for his life, questioning his life's choices of becoming an NFL quarterback. But in the end, you gave him exactly what he needed, protection from the outside. Now, just hopefully your interior can do the same and offer him enough time to make the most of the talent you have already in your receiver core. Those are my final thoughts.
Okay, Sean.
Well, thank you, of course, for having me on. I really do appreciate it. Definitely added some excitement to my normal Thursdays. So thank you for that, Alex and Luca. You know what? Brian was right about one thing. He said expect chaos. We sure as shit got chaos tonight. It was fun stream nonetheless, except for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes or so, but that never happened. That's just a figment of your imagination. But in the end, it's all in good fun. You know, it is what it is. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Also, just to remind, I mentioned it earlier. I'll mention it one more time. Please give me and Vinny, the Pinstripes and Pile Drivers podcast, a subscribe. We will be streaming tomorrow. We'll be doing a dual reaction to Blue Jays Yankees and Friday Night SmackDown. So be sure to tune in for that. That stream will start at about 7 o'clock. Otherwise, once again, just thank you to everybody. I had a blast tonight and can't wait to do this again in a couple weeks when we do schedule predictions. 0-17 Steelers. Here we come. Anyway. Anyway, I'm only kidding.
Not gonna happen.
For me, Jets started off on the right foot. You know, again, like Vinny, I wanted Tyler Warren badly. And they didn't go defense. They didn't make me rage quit, or Vinny. They didn't make Vinny rage quit either in terms of picking defense. But it's going to get interesting in terms of round 2 and 3. See if the Jets can finally, build some weapons around Justin Fields. They solidified the offensive line. Great job. This is probably the best offensive line Fields is going to have ever in his career. It has the chance as long as they're coached up well.
As long as you keep improving.
Yeah, as long as he keeps improving too. For Shadow, you're gonna have John Simpson, who played well last year. You have Joe Tippmann, you have Elijah Vera Tucker, now you have Armand Membu. Nothing's bad about building up the trenches. So good night for the Jets. I'd say Brad said it earlier. Sean's reaction to Derek Harmon officially overtakes my Will McDonald reaction.
Alex, when you are done, you gotta clip that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that up.
I said screenshots.
Absolutely. Thank you for everyone who came out tonight in the chat. Just going to answer your question. Just a couple of disagreements. I'm not gonna get into it as Brad knows the details. I'm gonna stand on my word, but all I'm gonna say is disagreements led to one thing or another, and we are where we are. About a year ago today. Anyway, nonetheless, not important. The Jets had a good night. They drafted their right tackle for the future. The Bucks, they made an interesting pick. The Steelers made more of an interesting pick, and the Giants wanted to come up there. I will say, Abdul Carter, I'm more happier with the pick now that we got a quarterback, I love the Carter pick because it's BPA. As far as the Jackson Dart pick, for a lot of people that don't like him, who don't like his skill set, the thing is he'll be able to sit behind Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, and get to learn from Brian Dable. So
get
that's like
cutlets.
that's a sense of optimism
Can't
there.
forget the cutlet man.
Yeah, if he's still on the roster by end of August.
We'll take him if you don't want him.
Yeah, he might be a Steeler. Who knows?
I'm okay with that.
But anyway,
12-5 season.
we'll
Yes.
see.
Super
We'll see
Bowl.
what happens in the future with the Giants. Tomorrow night, I'll be live with Donald to begin the show. Luca will join. We got Jeremy from Jets Chaos coming on. We got Diggy 546 coming on. And Saturday is a loaded show with a few guys that I met at the Senior Bowl.
Chisel Adonis went on a rant.
Oh,
I already have it ready. I already sent it to the group chat.
okay. Well, with that said, guys, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, I will be live with Donald. Of course, if you're not interested in that, check out Pinstripes and Proud Drivers. They'll be doing a dual reaction Yankees and wrestling. But until then, peace out. See you later.
Gone Super Bowl.